Gregorio. Antonio.
Good morning. I'm Christopher Lloyd, and I'm standing here in the studios of Sirius XM Satellite Radio. It's a weekly morning, approximately 6 a.m., and this is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Never before has one radio show been so extreme. So vulgar.
I'll fucking shove my face up a chick's ass in a second.
Someone said we curse a lot. Do we? I have no idea if we do.
So flatulent.
Who just farted?
I did, but I didn't know it sounded.
Like rotten eggs and sewage.
Oh, wow, thank you.
I can't believe that us sitting around like this is actually a radio show.
It's not going to get any better than this.
Are we on the air? Oh, we are? Oh, okay.
Quite simply, the greatest show in the history of broadcasting.
O&A every day, that's what I say.
You guys having a good time or what?
Rules are destroyed, and convention burns the crowd. Would you like to make some with Opie, the Destroyer.
I would eat Betty White's ass. She's 90, right?
It doesn't smell too bad.
Anthony, the Rage.
Holy fuck, how much more fair you want it? Tired of these people up my ass all the time trying to get me to help. Fuck you.
And Jim Norton, lover of the transgender.
Every time a transsexual walks in the room, party horn should go off. Like, surprise!
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Strap in, dicks. This one's gonna hurt.
Double guns, bitch.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Yep.
Hi. Hear this. Hi, everybody.
Good morning, Anthony.
Oh, boy.
You don't sound good.
My voice is shot. I've been fucking coughing like crazy. Doing this. A lot of that.
Laughing?
Yeah. A lot of swallowing. A lot of that. A lot of this. A lot of that.
Yuck. Not fun, man. You're supposed to get sick in the winter.
No, this is the second annual. If you remember, this is just about the time of my my whooping cough sickness, which I don't think was whooping cough, but it was a bad fucking cough. And that was like exactly a year ago.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, this is a great annual event, I guess.
Fun.
Something happens to Anthony and the seasons change.
Yeah, maybe it's an allergy thing that gets out of hand or something.
Ooh, no, I don't really get allergies, but, you know, maybe one day a little stuffy or sniffly or something like that, but this just fucking, this is, I attribute it to grabbing onto that fucking Subway Petri dish fucking thing you hold on to on the way to the Yankee game when I went.
The Subway.
Yeah, the Subway is just a disgusting.
You hold on to the greasy fucking.
Yeah, you got it.
I don't even know what you call it. I mean, they used to be called straps, but they're not straps anymore. They're kind of like
strap hanger. I'm a strap hanger.
They're just fucking poles now.
Yeah, now they're just metal fucking disgusting bacteria fucking virus Petri poles.
Nothing worse when you have to grab onto one of those and you just feel like it's just greasy.
It's slimy.
Yeah,
greasy.
Slime.
Yeah.
It's like Vaseline and sweat.
Just
not good.
Disgusting. And then there's, and when I was on there, it doesn't have to do with getting sick or anything, but it's just fucking annoying. Some fucking fat lump of shit just leaning against it. Like the pole, the one that's vertical, standing, and he's leaning against it.
Yeah.
Like you fucking
like it's a wall.
They were supposed to hold on to it, and now you can't get your hand in there because he's fucking leaning against it.
Well,
you dumb fuck.
Usually put your ass crack right on the bar, and then you know you're gonna lean nice.
Oh, you can't lean on that thing. It's meant for holding on to, and keeps people from holding on to it.
No, you gotta lean on whatever you can, man. Gotta lean.
My entire fucking sick time off has been spent building up more of a hatred for people.
But you don't even,
but
you don't even leave the house.
Exactly.
How does someone hate so much?
It's amazing.
That doesn't even leave his house. That's what's amazing to me.
It's, I don't know how it's done.
You're going to do a blog called The Angry Hermit.
You're like a hamster at hamster trails, but you hate. You're not even among the people. It's so rare.
I have an influx of information that comes in on the TV.
Who are you hating these days?
And I'm just everybody.
Same people?
Every single person on the face of the earth, I think. Maybe not that many, but no, it's the usual suspects, and then just fucking the people in the news. Ugh. And now I got to deal with the fucking Midtown Tunnel people.
What happened?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Apparently, the bridge and tunnel people have a fucking message board.
Really?
Yeah.
And what happened?
They put a...
What is going on?
They put a bolo out for me.
What's a bolo?
Be on lookout.
So what does that mean?
Well, no, they're looking for me.
Well, maybe they heard you talk about it in the air.
They did.
Oh.
But fuck you. What am I guilty of? I paid my toll.
They have
and
a
I
message
drove through.
board?
You cocksucker. Oh, dude, it's the most pathetic thing.
Is Toll Taker 3 after you?
Exactly. Here's what their message board is. They bitch and bitch and bitch about the toll people that are taking the tests and various things to get on the real police force.
Okay.
And they talk about what assholes those people are.
For trying to better themselves?
Yeah, and then the special ops unit that actually is in charge of checking out the toll plazas, but they're also real cops.
Right.
They can't stand them and call them like incompetent. And meanwhile, they're being replaced by a 2 by 3 inch piece of plastic.
But I don't even know the story. So
that's when I went through the toll booth.
Was I here? I don't remember hearing this.
Maybe this was that time you were.
So what happened?
Well, I go through the toll booth, and there's a guy in front of me.
Right.
And he stops. And I'm like...
At the gate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Motherfucker, man.
Right.
So, bap, I unload on the horn.
Right.
Of course, what are you going to do? Sit there patiently? Fuck you. So I look around. I can't see. But then now one of the cop guys, toll guy, whatever the fuck they are, peeks around the car I just beeped at, and he was standing in front of the car. So the reason that car didn't move...
He had to stop.
It was a minivan, so I couldn't see around.
Oh, he had to stop because he was going to hit the guy.
Right.
Gotcha.
So I'm like, oh, okay. Now I realize. Mm-hmm. So the gate, the guy gets out of the way, the gate opens, and that guy drives through. And this motherfucker now starts walking over during the time I'm moving to stop me.
For beeping?
Yeah. Now obviously I know what this is going to entail. What do you call that? Browbeating. Mm-hmm. A browbeating by this fucking overpaid fucking meter maid that's going to sit there and now yell at me for beeping and stuff. He's not going to be able to do anything because all I did was beep.
Right.
That's the thing. He's not going to write me up. He's not going to. He's going to get his jollies because he's got to stand there all fucking day by yelling at me for beeping because I didn't see past the minivan.
Right.
So I'm like, fuck this. Whoop! I just gas it and go right past him. I look at my rear view and I could tell he wanted to fucking. He was pissed.
What's the problem? He has no authority to stop you, I don't think.
He could have stopped me there and yelled at me for beeping.
But he doesn't have authority to actually stop you like a cop. If a cop is kind of...
Oh, once I passed him?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
No.
Sorry, get back in your booth.
But he doesn't have authority at all, is what I'm saying.
If I was pulling something dangerous, he could have stopped me and probably written me up for some kind of fucking thing.
Okay.
And I told this story last week or at some point.
Right.
Well, then they got on their little message board, and started saying that be on the lookout for Anthony Cumia from the Opie and Anthony show, who implicated myself on fucking zipping past and almost hitting the man. It's fuck you. Just fuck yourself. Get back in your fucking phone booth, you cocksucker. So there's their tbtarant.com.
Oh, yuck.
But it's I was able to get on it, but now you got to like join. I guess some of the fans of the show must have gone on and maybe had a field day, wrecked it for everyone. So I fucking like read that now. It's like, and then one guy goes, well, he's got a black Escalade. So watch that. He comes in at 5:15.
Oh, they got
He's been taking the Queensboro Bridge out of the city to avoid us. but laziness will win out, and he'll be back at the top. Like, what the fuck am I?
Go through the tunnel.
Al-Qaeda? You fucks.
Did you go through the tunnel today?
I certainly did.
Okay,
right through.
So they're not really on the lookout then.
No, and I'm fucking looking around, and no one's there anyway.
No.
Why? Well, Paris thought they open up another fucking lane or something. There's one fucking Easy Pass lane opened up in the morning, and then one guy will saunter out, gut jiggling, and he'll saunter out and lift another gate. Boy, those fucking toll plaza people, they don't even know how to move. You ever see when they go to do something like somebody's Easy Pass didn't work and they come over to fucking get it and to have you ever seen someone move in fucking slow motion? It's like Sam Peckinpah's fucking directing it. He grabs the fucking Easy Pass. I'll get the gate open for you. Having a problem with your Easy Pass? Fucking take the thing and get traffic moving. That's your job.
I'm watching you in amazement this morning.
Oh, Christ on a pony.
You're an angry man.
Holy shit. I can't fucking handle it.
But you don't really have to handle people.
No, I gotta handle them. I gotta handle those people.
No, you just drive through Easy Pass now.
Well, unless, somebody in front of me, theirs doesn't work.
You had a little incident. It's okay.
And then the fucking guys
all right.
decide.
It's going to be okay.
All right.
Are you kind of excited you made their message board?
Yeah, it is a thrill to make that message board. I felt like I was reading the fucking Radio Dentist again.
At least somebody's talking about us. That's great.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait,
we don't get much press these days. It's good we're on that message board. You're on that message board.
Why did they put? I got so annoyed when I saw the fucking picture you tweeted for TBS. Somebody, your fucking photo was that a mistake or was that a different?
No, that's only. I don't know. I haven't been in any of the promotional material for the show yet. But my episode's really late, so I don't know. I have no idea. I'm going to ask these guys to ask them because it's a little weird. No, but the picture that that's not everybody from the show.
Oh, okay.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9. No, there's like 27 of us.
Oh, shit.
So that's only a third.
Maybe that's who they could get that day.
No, those are all individual photos that they just put together.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
How naive am I?
Oh, my God, Jimmy. What do you think? They got them all there?
For a second, I did. I'm just a boy.
Who Gets the Last Laugh on TBS starting April 16th. My episode's June 2nd, the last episode of the season. I don't know if that's good
maybe
or bad.
like every month.
That's what I'm hoping.
They put on a new shitload of people.
That's what I'm hoping. Maybe those are the people that are in the earlier episodes. That's what I'm hoping. I don't know.
Tom Green?
Because I'm not famous. That's why. Those guys, those faces.
That's not true. I know
we're famous in the radio world, but that's not saying much.
I know DL and I know Tom Green's face. I don't know who the other people are.
You got Andy Dix up there, and
okay.
Bam Margera, and Sherry O'Terry, and what's her name? The comic that fucking puts the gloves on.
Oh, Natasha Leggero. Okay.
Yeah, she's there. And that's Schlesinger.
Oh, all right. So a lot of our friends.
So I know all of them except the
Who's the black guy with his arms folded?
That's the dude from Scrubs who hosts the show.
Okay.
I always forget his name. And who's the other guy?
Oh, DL, of course.
And then there's that one guy I don't know. So
who's that? Who's that guy next to DL, the white guy? I don't know. I'm asking the radio if they can't see it. I apologize.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is. So who knows? It's hopefully it's just I don't know. Well, then I wonder maybe people at TBS don't like us and all that shit. Who the fuck knows?
They care about promotion.
I really think because I'm not that famous. You want people that that they know. We're just not known. We're just not known after all these years.
We sit there and go, "Who's that guy?" Between Tom Green and
I know the one guy. Whatever.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
I like the fact the entire show is having a fucking self-esteem meltdown.
Oh, no, I'm fully aware where I'm at. We were almost famous 10 years ago. Almost.
No,
we almost made it.
I think the show's in better shape than that.
No, we're good in the radio world, but you know, we all pretty much don't give a fuck about the radio world anymore. Let's be honest with each other. We wanna be doing other things. We could do this all day long.
All day long.
You know. Because we have a shitty agent and we have shitty people around us here. I mean, period. So it makes it very, very difficult to do anything else. I haven't heard from my agent in months. He's a shitty agent at this point, and he knows it. That's why I think he avoids us.
That's why I'm in today, to not hear from him. I figured if I pushed it, the phone would ring.
At this point, he doesn't even call anymore. He knows.
You really sound bad though. Like you sound sick. Like you're definitely you're not fucking. Edgar doesn't buy it, but I think you are very sick, and I can hear it. I can see it in your face.
Oh, it's so bad over the past couple of days. Yeah.
You know when someone's bullshitting, and then you look at them and you know when they're sick. You just know.
Oh, right.
Yeah, sick.
It was fucking.
I hope you get stopped at the toll today.
You know what?
All cranky and coughing.
I will just be like, what?
I don't know what they could do.
Do something. What?
What can they do?
Know what you're gonna do? I don't know. I'm a fugitive for 100 feet. 100 feet of a fucking toll plaza. I'm a fugitive.
What is it? They have their own country?
Yeah, that's it. That's their fucking jurisdiction.
The Vatican.
Huh?
Yeah, they're like the Vatican. The Vatican. You fucking messes.
How great would it be if they pulled him in and did a strip search and did like a Justin Volpe on him? 2 toll takers are just sodomizing him with a fucking stick.
Yeah, one guy's like, be courteous, because he'll probably tape it for the show on the message board. And, oh, by the way, he has a concealed carry permit. What am I, Sonny Corleone? You dunces.
I hope so.
I think secretly you like this.
No.
I think secretly you kind of like the attention. You're liking the attention, aren't you?
Well, it was funny. I thought it would be funny, and I thought, bringing it to the show would be entertaining.
Right.
Little. But no, it's like it makes me just go like, ugh.
Why don't you
fucking shut up and
why don't you really fuck them over and just like throw your Escalade away and just start driving a brand new car?
Someone said that. Yeah, get a new car,
and then they'll be lost.
They said one guy rats me out, whatever it is. He's with his little cohorts. He's like, he drives a black Escalade, or he's got a blue Mustang with white stripes. Like, you even got that wrong, you dummies.
Oh.
Be on the lookout. Alert! All cars, calling all cars. Be on the lookout.
Sounds like you didn't really do much wrong.
No, I didn't do anything wrong, so whatever. And there's nothing they could do. What are you going to... Like, what is he going to... Here's what would happen. I would get fucking, like, if this even ever happened, I would get like, hey, come over here. And they wave you over. So it's all important. Wave you over. And then I'd get a browbeating. I'd get yelled at. You know what you do? Well, let me tell you what happens in here on a daily basis. And then I'll recite a few tragedies that have happened where fucking, toll takers have been launched 50 feet, walking across the fucking, at a tortoise's pace across the fucking lanes. And then, and if this happens again, if we see you, shut up.
Please
That's
laugh.
What I don't need
through the entire story. If he tells you about people have been hurt, please laugh through the entire story. But like you're sharing a joke.
Yeah. Like he's telling a joke. That's a good one.
It's hilarious, dude.
Oh, fucking... I am beyond that point of needing to be lectured about shit by people in this authority. You know what I mean? Like, I understand, and if I'm speeding and a cop pulls me over, I know the fucking game. I know I'm gonna get fucking bitched at and I'm gonna get a ticket and whatever. I understand that portion of it, but I don't understand where the only power base someone has is to yell at you like you're a fucking child and they're a teacher or a parent. Blow me. I'm not going to stand there at this point in my fucking life and have some guy that fucked up in his career yell at me and get his frustrations out at me. Fuck off.
I wish this was a movie, because then the quick cut would be Anthony pulled over going, no, you're right.
That would be a hilarious scene. Oh, would that be a funny scene? Yeah.
No, I shouldn't have. I was careless.
Look, I'm
I apologize.
sorry.
You're
I'm
right.
sorry.
You're right. You're right.
I'm really sorry. Never again. Never.
Right. Well, we got.
There's people that have those jobs, though.
Hold on, we got one of those people.
Hitler, you're on the line.
John Doe.
No, I cannot give my regular name.
Hello?
Yeah, I don't feel like doing bits today.
I can't give you my regular name, dude.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's not a bit. Go ahead.
No, it's definitely not a bit. Andy, you're going to be all right moving forward, all right?
Yeah.
So you're going to look for the bald guy when you come to the Easy Pass. You'll never have to worry again. I put the alert out for all the boys and the idiots that I work with.
Well,
They're a bunch of morons, if you know what I mean.
You honestly work over at Midtown Tunnel?
Honestly, you can ask me any question. I can give you all the details. I can tell you what time you potentially came in if I go back to the video booth this morning, if you really want me to.
So what's
and if you were picking your nose.
So what's with the fucking what's with the message board and those people?
Well, there's two people here that hate the show.
Uh-huh.
And they kind of go out of their way to make sure they fucking bother the shit out of you.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff that goes on here that you wish you would never know.
Well, I understand. Why are people so fucking pissed at SOP? Or SOD?
It's the worst job in the world. I mean, give me a fucking break. We do nothing. We sit around and jerk off. Now that Easy Pass is here, we get to see people drive by us. I mean, what do you want us to do? We're bored.
I want you guys to fucking reallocate your fucking resources and leave the fucking toll plazas.
We need a guy like Jimmy. We need Jimmy to come and take care of us. Jimmy's Toll Booth Collectors. It's a great company.
I would just, if someone was going to give me a toll, I'd be like, what's in a toll house cookie or something, you know?
Fucking on fire.
You hear what I said?
All right, thank you, John Doe.
John.
Thank you. He's,
I hope he's in the booth right now and someone's waiting for them to change.
Some guy's stuck beeping.
Yeah.
He's ready to get yelled at. I don't know. There is this mentality, though. There's people that get this little authority thing, and then they yell at you or have to lecture you on things. At this point, I know when I've done something that's maybe skirting the issue. When I get caught, I know I've been caught. I know that. And you know, there's an agreement there that you understand what's gone on. To have to sit there and listen to some guy rambling on about why you shouldn't have done that, and you're like no, I'm done. I hit the accelerator. I see you get smaller in my rearview mirror, and I'm home in no time. I'm not going to stand there or sit there in my car and listen to that. Sorry.
There you go.
Whew. Other than that, I watched a lot of TV.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Why'd you say you had this hateful time where you're just reading bad stuff? I can't go to the message board. I can't do it like the nasty ones. Not our people. I mean like the fucking the hate ones.
I don't go to.
I don't mean these. I mean like the harsh ones that show nasty videos.
Oh yeah.
They just get me angry. I can't do it.
Oh, I don't go to those. I don't go to like violence ones. Oh, I go there.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Like that one.
Oh, that gets you angry?
I can't do it. I can't do it. I did it once, and it set me on a spiral for a week.
Really?
Yes. I can't do it.
I just avoid that stuff.
I just
avoid it.
You know.
So much easier to just avoid that shit.
Yeah.
It seems like any type of a message board or any type of a site that is dedicated to one cause will pile up examples of that one cause.
Yeah.
So you just look at it like it's this overwhelming thing. Like,
yeah.
You know, I'm sure if you went to a black site that was like, white people suck, and then you have all these examples, you'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with white people?
Like, what planet is this from?
Exactly. We're terrible people.
Yeah. And well, I was also just watching The Sopranos over the entire time. I think I'm up to season 5 already, in the middle of season 5.
Wow.
I've just been fucking going at it. And I obviously, the show's been off for quite a few years, but a few observations. When you watch it in marathon form for the first time since you've seen it when it was on the air, you do get a different perspective. Remember how you looked forward so much to every episode?
Of course.
And you expected so much from every episode?
I remember being let down a lot.
Exactly.
No, I remember when it was on. The expectation was so great that you absolutely were let down at times going, fuck, I waited a week for that?
And it was,
or I waited a year for that, for the show to start up again?
And you had to wait like at least, another week to see what happened. When you do the marathon thing, it takes that burden off of the episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so all of a sudden now you don't look at every episode like, oh, God, this better be great.
Every minute you're like,
Yeah, you're looking at the clock going like, there's only 5 minutes left in this episode. What are they going to, like, that fucked the show up. Because I'm noticing
I don't think
now,
it fucked up the show. It did terrific.
It made it seem like...
but I understand your point.
Yeah, a lot of the episodes, you were like, well, what the fuck? When you watch it in marathon form...
Well, because you're
just like,
you can lower your expectations.
Yes, exactly.
No, you can.
So it and it definitely works.
Is it a good show? 5 years later, 6 years later?
Some seasons better than others.
I don't remember.
Obviously, episode to episode, some are much better than others and stuff.
A masterpiece, though. I really did. Watching it through the same way I did, a masterpiece.
But when you take that burden off of it, it's great. You don't have to wait a year between seasons at least to where you forget who did what.
You know they killed Tony at the end, right?
Oh, fuck. I don't know that, though.
Yeah, they definitely did.
And then you notice little things. Like I saw there was another Journey song in one of the episodes.
There was?
And yeah, Wheel in the Sky.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they played that.
Good choice.
So it's like, oh, okay. Well,
keep on turning.
And then you notice people, like I was saying last time, that you notice all these people that fucking are in other shows and stuff, which is kind of interesting.
Omar was in an episode.
Yeah,
Michael K. Williamson.
Omar was.
Michael K. was.
In season 3 with Jackie Aprio Jr.
Yeah, they put Jackie Jr. up in the projects at his house, and he played like chess with his daughter, and then went out and got his fucking brains blown out.
I thought Uncle Junior, when you look at his, it was fucking hilarious.
Junior is so fucking good.
God.
And I'm just at the point now where he really is losing his mind, getting Alzheimer's and stuff. But before that, he was, what a great character.
Oh, your sister's cunt.
Yeah, just some of the shit he says. And then he's starting to lose his mind, so he's watching TV, and he sees Curb Your Enthusiasm and Larry David, and he's like, that's me, I'm on TV. And it's Larry David with his glasses on, his bald head. And then they show Larry, because it's Curb, so Larry's manager, what's his name? They show him, he goes, and it's Bobby Bacala.
Oh, really?
Fucking hilarious. That's funny. There's a lot of really good scenes too. The fight between fucking Joey Pants and Tony was good. Where he sprays him in the eyeballs with Raid, and
that was a sick fucking scene.
Yeah.
Well, we got Drea. We got Drea coming in.
Drea DiMatteo,
Yeah, DiMatteo's coming in at 9:30.
I found Christopher to be hateable. Like when I watched it again, Christopher was hateable. He's a great actor. Michael Imperioli is a phenomenal actor.
Yes,
well, that's why he was so hateable.
Fucking hated him.
He really was. I think he was supposed to come across that way.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Obviously, yeah.
And he played it like there's sometimes you like, but even when he was likable, I didn't like him because of the way he treated her. Like what a fucking hateable cocksucker.
And fucking, you just feel bad for Artie the whole time. Bucco.
He was one of the best actors in the whole series.
Oh, my God. The way he moves his hands with everything. He got some of this coming up. What are you going to do? Trying to just be happy. And he's so on the outside of that whole world. When he tried to be tough and collect the money from the guy, and he gets the shit beat out of him.
Crybaby.
Oh, he starts crying. That was terrible.
In season 6, you'll get to it again, but there's it's one of my cringiest Soprano moments. It's great. It's when Gandolfini is telling him, like, or whatever, like, he talks too much. He wrecks people's, like, there's a moment where there's a table full of people and they're talking, and the guy is doing a joke to, like, his little table mates, and he's going, so then the guy comes back, and fucking dumb Artie Bucco comes over and goes, oh, you enjoying your meal? You know, the sauce, I prepared the sauce. And he starts talking about the sauce, and I'm like, oh, it was so perfectly done. You're like, just shut up.
Shut your mouth.
You're interrupting. Shut up. It was so, that's what makes that show great, is how they capture little, like if you wrote that, and no one would look at that and go, that's an amazing moment.
Right, it just looks like fucking, yeah. Really, you know, and the show's been off for a while, and some of these episodes that you watch originally, you realize that show started in '99.
Wow.
That's a long fucking time ago.
Wow. 14 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? Fuck.
Yeah, you start watching, Jesus Christ, this was a long time ago. And you remember, like, what was going on at the time? Like, NEW and shit. Like, I'm watching some of these going, fuck, I remember.
That's early, NEW.
NEW.
That's early.
Yeah.
That's like our first year over there.
Crazy.
Damn. Well, Dre De Matteo coming in today at 9:30. Also, Dan Aykroyd today.
Yep.
Ooh.
Promoting vodka.
Yeah, that Crystal Head vodka. It comes in a big skull. It comes in a big crystal skull.
Is it good shit?
It is good shit, man. I gotta say.
Isn't vodka after a while?
I have it in my fucking... Nah, vodka could be really bad. Like cheap fucking shit. You put it in your drink. It's terrible. But,
Crystal Head vodka.
Crystal Head.
They won the gold medal for excellent taste at the 15th International Tasting Contest of the 2013 Prod Expo exhibition in Moscow, Russia. Oh, they won an award in Russia for their vodka.
Russia.
That's pretty impressive.
Yes. Very good.
Fucking Aykroyd's a legend, man.
Yeah.
Hasn't done any big movies lately, but he's a fucking legend.
I like him. I'm actually more psyched to talk to Dre DiMatteo, even though I like Aykroyd.
Than Aykroyd?
Yeah, I really am, because she's one of the stars of one of my favorite shows of all time.
Well, let's tell Aykroyd to drop off some vodka and get the hell out of here.
But I'm happy. I actually like him too. I mean, I'm happy he's coming in. What did he do that was a serious role recently? That was in the last few years that I'm thinking of. I can't remember what I'm.
Oh shit.
I don't know why I just asked that.
I don't know. He pops up here and there. I don't know.
It's hilarious that she's fucking coming in.
I know.
Like,
that's good. You've been watching The
like,
Sopranos. You're going to be ready for that.
Been watching it.
Cool.
You ought to say to her, "Hey, what are you doing? Running a club or something?
Why would I say that?
Gonna get whacked or something?
Why would I say that?
Hey, where's Tony? What's the outside being, Mr. Mafia or something?"
Look.
Thanks.
Why would I say that? Man, the fact that she is. They went through a period of Sopranos where she's just in her bra and panties every episode.
Yeah.
Like
they knew.
She comes into the fucking apartment and gets undressed, just naked. Well, bra and panties.
Right.
And just looking
ridiculous.
Amazing.
Yes.
Fucking amazing. And that whole storyline is just fucking crazy. Right now, this season 5 is where she is just chatting with the feds.
That scene when she vomits on the table. And they fucking,
God, that's great. They got her, and she just she knows she's fucked.
She was tremendous in that.
Yeah.
Just a tremendous actress. And she's promoting some new series, I think, that's on...
Vodka?
No.
Oh, she's been working pretty steadily ever since The Sopranos. So, cool. How about that lightning last night?
Yeah, that shit was pretty righteous.
I didn't notice it.
No?
Wow.
What the fuck?
You weren't near any windows. It was all night long.
Oh, I don't.
It was probably for 5-6 straight hours. Starting at what, like 6, 7?
Yeah. Yeah, it was like you heard this low rumble coming, and you're like, oh, storm's coming.
Now I've been seeing lightning for many years at this point.
Yeah.
And my young son saw it for the first time last night.
Oh, how do you enjoy it?
And you just forget. You have a little human. You just assume he's seen everything you've seen. Like I told you the story the first time we brought him to the Central Park Zoo. It's like he was blown out. He didn't.
What are these
He's like, what the fuck? I'm looking at monsters. He doesn't get it like we get it. You forget.
It's hilarious, yeah.
So there was the big, that big white flash that was happening over and over again, and his eyes got huge, and he goes, "Daddy, something just came out of the water."
Out of the water?
He thought something was coming out of the water.
Oh boy, can you twist a kid's mind?
Oh man!
At that point, yeah, they come out of the water. Yeah,
you realize you got a very important job at that moment because you're right. You could fuck him up.
You could make it so he never goes in the water again,
or the toilet. That's what happens in the toilet. It's,
right.
It's shocking, and it comes out and hurts people.
Oh my god! Fast forward 30 years, fucking laying on his back, some fucking broad shitting on him.
Wait a minute, that was me.
Oh, wait a minute.
But he just doesn't understand. When he sees this shit for the first time, his little mind is like, "What the fuck?" His mind is blown on a daily basis.
Jesus,
Daddy, something came out of the water. It happened again, and I'm trying to explain to him. But how do you even explain lightning to an almost 3-year-old? I tried.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just said when it rains really hard, sometimes that happens.
Just say it's the Angels bowling.
Yeah, all that shit.
Angels bowling.
But imagine, man.
Yeah.
That's like, I'm trying to think. That's like, that's pretty much if aliens landed for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty much. It has to be
thing.
something you've never, ever, ever experienced before in your life. And you can't wrap your head around it.
Randy, no.
That lightning was cool, though.
Yeah, it was that lightning that, like, the sky lights up and it just stays lit up for a while.
Man.
Just flashing. Whoa, what the fuck?
Because of low cloud cover, I bet.
Ooh.
Masters start today. No one cares here. Sorry.
The
I'm very
Masters.
excited, though. Someone's got to help me out and then let me know how I could watch the whole fucking thing. Because the Masters, they're just... Everyone else thinks it's such a great tournament and it's like tradition and all that. They're fucking assholes. They're the one golf tournament where they hold back the coverage. At this point, any golf tournament, you can watch every single fucking shot. Not the Masters. They have to control everything.
Why is that?
So the coverage today, I mean, it's only 4 days. The coverage today starts at 3 o'clock. Tiger Woods tees off at 10:45. So guess what? When they start their coverage, the main guy is already done. That's how fucking pompous they are.
And then what, they just
can't
show you like
fucking
highlights?
figure it out.
They show you some highlights?
And the other guys that are still kind of on the course.
Oh.
You know, and then they have some online coverage, but then they decide you can only watch these 3 holes, and it's just a pain
There's
in
not
the
some
ass.
channel dedicated to it?
The Golf Channel for every other tournament. They just fucking, you know, it's on.
Show the
and then
whole
they
thing,
move
right?
over to CBS or whatever the fuck
Right.
has the tournament. And they'll even tell you, like, well, our coverage ends, but starting in 2 minutes, you're going to go over to CBS for the rest
But
of
they
it.
don't do that for this one?
Not so much, man. It's more of a pain in the ass. Because they're all just hoity-toity assholes over there.
Hoity and toity? Wow.
Hoity and toity.
Jesus.
Someone's calling. Hopefully they have a way to watch this thing. Oh, and I asked the company if they have a ticket. Because it's been my dream to go check out the Masters.
Uh-huh.
They never got back to me. And it's Steve Blatter. I go, Steve, I want to go to the Masters this year. I know we have connections. I know SiriusXM has a golf channel, and I'm sure they're down there. I even said I'd work it. Like, I'd be a scrub. I don't care. Like, I would fucking run around with wires if I have to.
Ooh.
I really want to go. He goes, oh, let me, and he'd like text someone. That was in our meeting, the last meeting, which was a while ago. He never got back to me.
Yeah.
It starts today.
So you going?
Obviously not. It would have been nice if he at least got back to me.
Jesus, man. That's ridiculous.
We got a new guy at the helm, too.
Yep.
Oh.
A Liberty guy is moving in to be
Liberty.
the chairman of the board of SiriusXM.
That was kind of to be expected, right? They're
Not
gonna pick
really.
their own people,
No,
really?
not at all.
Oh, I
No,
would've thought
there were a lot of people were saying that they were going to, you know, run this as a separate company, kind of like it was under the umbrella, but you know, it was going to do its own thing. But they're moving one of the big guys right in, so that I think that could be really good, as long as the guy likes us. Who knows?
Yeah.
That's always the problem with this shit.
When's the last time there was a takeover where they spent more money? I've never heard of a company taking over and spending more. They
Yeah,
always
I mean,
cut.
but Liberty has all sorts of other things that maybe we could benefit from. Who
Medical
knows?
supplies.
Or if it's a guy that just hates the show, then we're fucked. That's always been the case. I guess that's the case in all business, right?
Yeah.
We went from having a guy that hated our fucking guts, Hugh Pinero, and then we were throwing a miracle, and then all of a sudden Eric Logan came in, and you know he was still a corporate guy, but he at least
the buffer.
liked the show,
The buffer. Yeah.
and you know, and supported it. So we went from holy fuck, we're fucked here, and then the other guy came in. It was Hugh Pinero, and then the black guy.
God.
I say the black guy because I don't know his name. I forget his name.
Yeah.
Nate Davis.
Nate was the one who came. We had to meet with Nate. Anthony decided to be 45 minutes late for the for the main guy at XM. I'm making so many excuses. I'm sitting there eating a stupid fucking.
For a meeting?
Yeah, remember at that hotel?
God.
Because you were so annoyed you didn't want to meet with him.
Oh, I so didn't want to meet with him.
And then I got your point because as soon as the meeting started, another guy, man. We've had this over the years. His opening statement was, I just want to let you guys know I completely agree with the firing of Don Imus.
Yeah, he prefaced
And I'm like,
the whole
oh
meeting
my
with that.
God, we're so fucked.
He prefaced the meeting with that. It's like, now let's have our meeting. I'm just thinking, fuck you.
That was his opening line.
Yeah.
With his tiny little thin mustache.
Yuck.
And I'm like, holy fuck, great. Another guy that doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Doesn't understand, what radio guys go through.
And can't put his emotions away for a second.
It's like, great. And then, and Hugh Panero's opening line was, I'm not a fan. How was it? He said something like, I'm not a fan of you guys, but I understand why the show's popular. I'm like, oh, that's great. That's a great way to start a relationship.
I'm sure he'll want to pour resources into the program with that attitude. Yeah.
And then he also had to tell us that he was no Mel Karmazin.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, because Mel Karmazin was so bad for our careers.
Yeah.
I'm no Mel Karmazin. Like we were getting away with murder with Mel Karmazin. Are you kidding me?
He was right. He is no Mel Karmazin.
We had many a sit down with Mel Karmazin where it wasn't pretty.
Yeah.
And he, of course, we had the big firing.
Yeah.
But Hugh wanted to make sure we knew that he was no Mel Karmazin. I ain't going to be putting up with any of your shenanigans.
Under Hugh's tenure, this fucking place. What the fuck happened to XM during that whole period? What a dummy.
They had a lead.
He really was a dope.
Oh.
A fucking dope.
They had a big lead, too. So we'll see what happens with the new guy. I have no idea, man. Could be good, could be bad, whatever.
Yeah.
But that was news yesterday. It's actually in the paper today.
Ooh. With the papers.
I thought a wiener may be running again.
It's impossible.
I don't know about that.
It's too fresh.
What is he thinking?
The paper, read the cover. They're already making dick jokes right on the cover.
Well, they're just. Where's what the press does? They're just shitty. I mean,
and then they got a picture of him in his underpants, obviously with a heart on.
Yeah, it might
in his
hurt him.
underpants.
Says Anthony. Says erect me, Mr. Mayor. And then it's Wiener's second coming.
It's just.
I mean, come on, that's a cum joke. They're making spunk jokes on the cover of the New York Post.
Yeah, it's all tongue-in-cheek fucking
He's gonna get
puns.
Yeah.
He's gonna get slaughtered if he runs.
I'd vote for him.
Yeah, he's gonna get slaughtered though. I mean, the people aren't ready.
Yeah.
The people that actually will go and vote and take care of all that shit.
Nah.
They're not ready.
Not at all.
Wow.
Fucking.
How closely are you watching this teacher fucking story?
Oh, what's that
The
one?
guy who banged a 14-year-old allegedly.
Whoops.
He's being accused of it. And what's funny is he's out on $30,000 bail and he faces like 7 years for like fucking a 14-year-old repeatedly. But if you steal money from a bank, it's 25 years automatically. If you fuck a 14-year-old, you 7 years.
What did he do? What's the circumstance?
He's a teacher.
He was a predator.
Oh, man.
And
That's,
if he did it, yeah. I mean, they found...
He was a complete predator. He was, he just kept going after this one over and over again.
Yeah?
They said
Kinda got her?
They said that there was text messages found by her sister. Like he was using a fake name and having the girl use a fake name or something on the phone. But I guess her sister found something and then told the parents.
Oh, boy.
So they arrested this guy, and he's being charged, I think, with fucking her 10 times or something. That's what they said in the paper, at least. At least 10 times.
Damn.
That's a lot of trouble.
Oh, he's in Dutch.
But to only be facing 7 years, how is that you only face 7?
Did the older sister get yelled at? This little tattletale.
Jesus. What?
I mean, obviously they don't know if he did it or not, but that's just the allegation.
Yeah.
I mean, you decide to go down that road, and then how the fuck do you sleep at night?
How do you sleep?
Just wondering when there's going to be a knock at the door.
Looking out the window.
Yeah, like you just sit there with your wife, you're, the police! No, honey, no, what? Oh, nothing, I just woke up.
How the fuck? Man, that urge has got to be strong where you just throw all that away because...
Caution to the wind.
I don't know how you live your life after that.
Oh, my God, this is terrible. Hold on. I'm just snorting. There we go. Boy, the throat is very important.
You think?
Yeah,
That's a great thing to say to a girl as you're holding the back of her head.
Once you chew it all up, and it's just, the coughing was horrendous the past couple of nights. It sounded like Don Corleone in the fucking tomato patch.
You really think Anthony Weiner has a chance?
I don't know if he has a
no way.
chance.
Not even a shot, man.
But I like.
He should like went for something else before this.
Maybe, yeah.
He's a young guy too.
He's a pompous ass, I think, which is his problem, as Spitzer was.
Because even Spitzer can't fucking run without...
Yeah, but he did something illegal. I mean, this guy lied too, but I mean, like, when you're getting prostitutes, that's technically an illegal thing. I think they both...
Spitzer's been able to move on from it. You know, he's had some...
Not where he was, though.
Nothing political.
No, but I mean,
Not
he's been able to get,
office.
gigs on TV and this and that. But
At least he's rich. He's rich. Fucking, I don't know if Wiener's got that kind of money.
Weiner, I mean... They're gonna make a complete joke out of this.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's gonna get slaughtered. I'm telling you. Unless no, he's gonna get slaughtered. It doesn't matter who else is running. It's just too soon.
Comedians, talk show hosts.
Oh, they've already started.
It's just pure fodder.
Yeah, mother too, right, Ant?
Good one.
I know.
You think he's mad at us?
No, because that he ultimately would have had to go anyway. This show, we talked about this on Reddit last night. Just this show basically forced Pelosi's hand and forced them to get him out. He was going anyway, though.
Yeah.
There's no way he was surviving the bare chest photos to another girl and his fucking crotch.
That was terrible.
There's no way he was surviving that.
His horrible dick.
His awful, not as big as you should be if you're going to send it out. Cock.
See what's going on? This is what we're talking about right now. And so is everyone else.
But I wouldn't have been talking about him in any way, shape, or form about this, good or bad.
And Breitbart was, he was showing that picture to everybody. It was just a matter of time.
Yeah.
It was just a matter of time that was going to be out there. We were just the lucky recipients. That
showed it to a couple of shock jerks.
Shock jerks.
We couldn't get our cameras out fast enough.
Oh, please, right?
Shock jerks. He's going to get slaughtered, though. That's not even open for discussion.
Well, then the people, like, if he deserves to get slaughtered politically, fine, but if people are going to judge him on that...
Oh, no, my point is I don't think he should get slaughtered, but he's going to get slaughtered.
But I'm saying people deserve... Well, yeah, we deserve dishonest politicians, because now this is out, and this is what this guy did, and people don't want him. Mm-hmm. They're all lying scumbags. All of them. You're not going to ever find a guy who's like who matches, who can survive every bit of vetting.
But you want a guy that understands social media.
Yeah.
He didn't really understand how any of that worked.
Oh, my account was hacked. I love that one.
Yeah.
That's one of my faves.
Yeah, don't forget all the lies, too, when it's all going down.
Sure.
Although they all lie.
But like, look at Larry Craig, this fucking this
Is that
guy,
the old foot tapper.
Yeah, exactly. Pleads guilty to almost sucking a cock, and then he wants to take it back because he's embarrassed.
Almost sucking a cock.
Yeah, I'm guilty. I almost sucked that cock. Oh wait, no, I didn't. I was wrong. Fucking asshole.
Bill in Pennsylvania writes, check out the guy running for mayor of Pittsburgh. He got busted for a DUI, and he has tattoos all over his face. His name is A.J. Richardson.
Oh, yeah?
But is he a joke candidate, or does he like have a legitimate shot?
I think it's AJ Poopy Shits.
AJ Poopy Shits. And then we have the other politician. Wasn't he jerking off as the car was going 90 miles an hour or something?
Yeah, huh?
Best story of the day.
What does that guy do?
No, my coworker does that.
That guy's running for mayor, huh?
Mayor.
Wow.
Goldie Wilson's fucking rebel brother there.
Man, he's all tatted up. Mayor.
All right, he's.
Are we ready for a mayor that has tattoos on his face?
This is crazy mayor guy.
Yeah, well, you always get one.
Underdog. Yeah,
at least one.
Mayor.
No, I wouldn't even call that. I would call it a joke candidate. You always
What's his platform?
I don't know.
I'm moving a hot mic. Sorry. I think it's better than sucking snot down my throat on the mic. So I could hit the cough button. Let me see.
We could ask Dennis today.
Yeah, what do you do when you have a cold on the air?
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Let's see how he handles it. Man drove 90 miles an hour with genitals hanging out the window.
How do you do that?
Wait, he's driving?
How do you do that?
Driving?
How do you hang your cock out the window and drive? It must be
how do you keep your... unless you put it in cruise control, I guess, right? You have to go cruise control.
You have to.
Why would you do
Very
that?
good.
And how do you get caught doing that?
3 women testified against former Mount Carmel Vice Mayor William Blakely graphically recounting times he exposed himself while driving at Thursday's preliminary hearing in Kingsport.
Oh, boy.
I was scared that I was going to wreck. He was going to cause me to wreck, witness Deborah Sturgill said.
You know what? If a chick had her pussy pressed against the window, not one guy would be calling up and bitching and saying, I was afraid I was going to wreck. That's the big difference between you ladies and us gentlemen.
You'd be so happy.
Yeah, you'd just be like, this is great. You tell your friends.
I dream of women just flashing me on a subway.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
Fucking spreading their legs.
Right.
A guy does it, and the women are, they're taking pictures, running the police. You little fucking rats.
They start screaming and panicking.
Yeah.
You would sit there and enjoy
When
it.
a girl does it, we wouldn't be, I was afraid. I was stunned. I was shocked. I was disgusted.
I swear, even if she was a pig.
Who cares?
She's sitting on the subway with just a skirt, no panties on, and she opens her legs. You're like, this could be the best day I've had in a long time. But yeah, if it's a guy and a girl, the girl's screaming and yelling.
Woman just pressed against the window, driving like she's eating algae off the inside of a fish tank. I can't get it out. I'm stuttering.
It seems that every victim would tell the same story, but I knew all the victims did not know each other. The police are saying. So that's when they realized they had something.
Right.
Personal accounts in Thursday's testimony started the same. Blakely allegedly waving to get the driver's attention, then escalating to honking and partially crossing over into the driver's lane. Waving, grabbed his shirt, kind of pulled it up, witness Deanna Dyke said. So what? He got off?
He picked the wrong woman. You forgot the in between. Could you picture this guy?
So he got off fucking going on the highway and getting naked and kind of like flashing his dick to the women, right?
Yep.
So who gives a fuck? I would laugh at that.
Right. That seems funny.
Even if it's a guy, I would laugh at that. I'd be
Laugh
like,
your
that's
ass off.
hilarious. Who cares?
I would chase him the way that woman chased Zell. I would just keep pointing and going, Zell! I couldn't think of anything to yell at the man's penis, so I just yelled the movie line.
So then after the waving, so the guy's waving to get their attention. It turned into a lot of beeping, him grabbing his chest area and asking me going, please, please. Clasping hands together with his hands. May I show me yours? Witness Kelly Street said.
Huh?
I don't know. She fucking doesn't know how to fucking talk. That's her exact quote.
That doesn't make sense.
Each witness testified they were fearful Blakely's driving would cause an accident.
There you go.
He was taking his hand, wetting his mouth, and masturbating. It just makes me laugh. What a creep. At over 90 miles per hour, he had his penis out the window. He was masturbating. And that's when it got really, really bad. I wouldn't look over anymore. Yeah, you keep looking.
Stop.
When you keep looking.
Just don't look. It'll go away.
I wouldn't look over anymore. And I wrote his tag number down on my hand, which I believe he noticed, and he exited very quickly, Street said. Of course. See how this always works out?
Yeah.
Guy's masturbating, and one of the witnesses' last name is Street. How fucked up is that? Happens in so many fucking stories.
Dyke.
Detective, Dyke. Detective Terry Christian says it's Street's writing down of the license tag number that served as a catalyst for William Blakely's charges.
Oh.
It's amazing how we're almost siding with him.
Yeah,
This guy's a fucking creep.
Of course he's great, but
let him go.
But the point is, if a woman was doing that, we're not fucking writing her tag down or any of that shit.
Calling the cops.
We're not doing any of that. If she had her pussy hanging out a window going 90 miles an hour, we're not doing any of this. That's the only point I'm making.
Look like a fucking bulldog. Just flapping and drooling.
Yeah. Hey, I think they're shooting the sequel to Turner and Hooch on the highway.
Turner and Cooch.
Why are women creeps? It seems like it's always the guys that are creeps. What's that about?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
I think
you never hear about women doing creepy things like this.
No.
Very rare.
I think it's
extremely rare.
I think it's a thing where you don't hear about it because a lot of guys, like we were saying, don't report it.
Right.
They don't care. And girls, I just don't think they find that shit as funny or as sexually, exciting. Guys are fucking pigs.
All right, and then here, it went on for so long and nobody's addressed it, Christian said, referring to the dozens of phone calls the department has received over the course of 3 or 4 years. Guy got away with it for 3 or 4 years, she said. Ages of the alleged victims range from 16 to 65.
Nice.
This guy didn't give a fuck.
Covers all fucking spectrum.
Maybe that was just a slow day on the highway.
Yeah.
And he saw a 65-year-old and went, what the fuck?
Was he driving
Might as well.
a Grand Prix? See there with the X.
You know what it is? If a woman did that, like, part of it is that you're being naughty and you're being daring.
Yeah.
Like, you know, a woman would get off the exit and there would be a convoy behind her, people approving and honking. Ma'am, could you show your pussy again at the light?
Yeah, she pulls up in her driveway. Guys are like, come on, let's fuck. Guys are pigs.
Well, it's important to make that report, because if you don't, they're going to feel that they can continue that offense and continue victimizing more females. And that might be your best friend, your daughter, your mother, your aunt, your niece.
They could just say females and assume we know what that encompasses. I hate when they list, you know, it's a woman. Could be your mother. I know what my mother gender is.
Female.
Just say a female and it covers all women.
And you need to make that report, because that's what's going to eventually stop that type of behavior.
Right.
Blakely facing charges of indecent and reckless endangerment and criminal attempt to commit aggravated assault.
Mm-hmm. Well, Godspeed there.
This guy
William
should go to
Blakely.
jail. He's a fucking creep.
Yeah, he is.
He's a creep, and he's endangering people's lives by going that fast with his dumb cock flopping out the window. What a dick.
Hey, he's absolutely a creep. It's just funny, though.
Yeah.
I just find that shit just funny.
Fucking
It's
hanging his
hysterical.
pecker out the window.
His pecker.
Yeah, what's that? What are you using? It's like one of those things at the airport.
Yeah.
The fucking wind testers at the plane. Pilots will look at
A wind sock.
yeah.
Yes, it's his wind sock.
Oh, wait, no, but it's a wind cock.
Good one.
You know what I said, Sammy?
Yeah, here it is.
I wouldn't find it as funny if the guy was like following the women and shit. You know what I mean? But nah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Wes the trucker, he's a regular. He's got a little story for everybody.
Oh.
Wes, let's hear your story.
Start singing Convoy. It's his story.
Hey guys, years ago, there was a lady that lived in Nashville, and every fucking morning she'd ride to work with her big-ass tits hanging out, touching her snatch. Everyone knew about it. The truckers would line up. The cops had to have known about it because they got a CB radio.
What do you mean? Hold on, man. Because whatever. How did everyone know about it? She had the same route, and you guys would just wait around because she knew.
Yeah.
She knew you guys were waiting or whatever, which was probably even more of a turn on for her.
Yeah, I mean, she would just cruise to work, and, you know, if you happen to be lucky in the area going down the road, I mean, truckers can just look down and we can see in the car, you know, you can see everything. So, yeah, she would just go to work, about a 30-mile ride, man, with her big old tits hanging out. And, I mean, guys are on the CB radio. Cops, I mean, they got to know about it. Cops, they got a CB.
Oh, she would say it on the CB.
And, of course, you're a good citizen, so you reported this behavior to the police, right?
Oh, absolutely not.
See, of course not.
Why would you?
I think the answer is no, of course I didn't.
Was she? I don't know. From 1 to 10, what was she? I guess. Yeah.
She's more like cougarish, so I don't know, like a 6 or 6
See?
for a cougar.
Cougar. A
cougar.
Oh, boy.
Love the
Hey,
cougars.
but you know what? When you're on the road and those big things are hanging out, you don't even give a shit.
You don't have to.
Oh, that's what I was
justify
saying
it,
earlier.
sir.
You don't care.
Yep.
Yep.
Guy's trying to justify it to us. We understand.
Oh, you know what? This is a very good point. If he was doing 90, then she's doing 90, so she's speeding and breaking the law, too. Why wouldn't you just slow down?
She was in hot pursuit.
Or maybe she was going 90 to begin with, and this guy's like, well, fuck, I got to go 90 miles an hour so I could show my dick.
That's all well and fine, but I'm in a high-speed pursuit.
Got to show that dick to that fine lady.
Yes.
All right, why don't we break? So Dan Aykroyd's in at 9 o'clock, promoting vodka.
Yeah.
We got to ask him about Caddyshack, too. Somehow it has to come up.
Yeah, I think
It has to come up.
Are they doing
gotta
Caddyshack 3? It should be the first
He's
question.
got to answer for that.
He has to. Why did you think that playing Bill Murray would work.
Well, he thinks he's coming to Vegas to be our right-hand man, and we walk in and we go, you got to answer for Caddyshack, too. I swear to God.
You got to answer.
Who approached you? Was it Jackie Mason or was it Bill Murray?
Is there officially a worse comedy now?
No.
Caddyshack 2 still has to be number one.
I'd say worse. Yeah.
Has to be.
Worst ever.
I don't remember. Is there any Dan Aykroyd from that? Do we have?
Oh, my God. We've done this bit so many times.
B-Rock
No, I'm
Hadley?
not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying it's so uncomfortable to watch.
I don't remember.
Oh, God, give me something.
Those big, fancy law schools like you didn't at Pierpont. So you're going to have to explain.
Oh, good. Randy Quaid?
Randy
he's always good.
Quaid.
Anything he's in, he stinks in.
He plays this over-the-top
You probably want to play
lawyer.
the second one down there.
Huh?
Well, what happened?
It's camcordered to television. It's not.
Yeah, I know, but that's him being the Bill Murray character. So let's see if the quality's good.
Robert Stack. You thought they could get the airplane vibe from him.
Fucking hilarious.
Good morning, Mrs. Esterhaus. Mrs. Esterhaus, me, you idiot. You blow up my Rolls Royce. It's typical. In my line of work, you learn the details that kill you. Just make sure that next time there aren't any screws.
Yeah, Sam's
I can't
right.
hear it. That's fucking hilarious, though.
It's
Unfortunately,
so
the quality's bad.
My mother and I watched that.
voice and did like this, like, I can do it for you. And it was so bad.
Fucking hilarious.
That was his interpretation of Bill Murray, man. He was making it his own.
He's crazy
Was
in
it?
that, though.
Oh, God. Turns into this whole miniature golf thing. And then they try to do something where, Jackie Mason had, like, golf clubs that did wacky things.
Right.
It was so bad.
It's everything about a bad 80s comedy.
What happened to Dangerfield? Why didn't he do two?
Probably saw the script. He probably said
Yeah.
no to it. He could have.
None of them were in
Why
it.
wouldn't they fucking, try to figure it out?
They didn't even put Noonan in it.
He might have been doing back,
Other shit
back
at
to
that
school
point?
at that point. Yeah,
Yeah.
he had some
They
funny
couldn't get
movies.
anyone, though.
No one.
They
They got
recast the entire fucking movie.
they got Chevy
Or
Chase
franchise.
He was in
to
it?
do it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Chevy Chase was in it.
I
Not a
swear to
lot.
you, I don't
but,
even remember.
Not a lot, but he was in it.
Right.
And everyone else was different.
What do you think he would say about that?
They paid me a lot of money.
No, we tried to have fun with someone recently that was in a shitty movie, and he got all fucking on his high horse.
Well, it was fucking.
And then told us how much money the movie
That was
made.
Seth Green. That was a while
Seth
ago.
Green,
And I'm
yeah.
like, look, man, all right. So the movie made, a lot of money, but everyone has said it's a shit movie.
Up Schitt's Creek or whatever the fuck movie that was.
Remember?
Yeah, yeah. Like, he's like, yeah, you should have seen what that made. It's like, all right.
Yeah, we were just having a little fun.
Calm down. Dear Seth.
We were kissing his ass about all the other stuff that did work. Robot Chicken and everything else. And then we went down that road. He's like, you know how much money that movie made?
Calm down there.
Exactly.
That's the same day like he played his commercials from when he was a kid.
Right.
But it was just like, let's all have fun because we're friends.
Yeah, that we thought we were at that stage with him, but
I think
we were
he's
wrong.
He's probably the guy who hangs out with people that just say, you're fucking awesome, man, all day,
Might have something on his shoulder.
Thanks for that, Sam. I appreciate it.
What do you mean?
I know I'm awesome.
Oh, it's not. I mean, I was.
What?
What's he got on his shoulder? Oh, a chip.
Oh, boy.
Fuck yeah. I'm on your shoulder. Is it heavy, cocksucker?
Oh, Jesus.
Nice movie. The Bird People video's doing good.
Is it?
I don't know. Probably. It had like 8 million views or something.
8 million, nice.
Fuck yeah, day.
Chip meets the bird people? Let me see if it's doing well.
Chip meets the bird people?
Had fucking 8 million views.
Yeah, let me check my...
8 million?
Piece of garbage.
That's
let me check
viral.
my numbers. Yeah, it's doing all right, man. Chip meets the bird people. It's doing okay.
It's a movie.
How did it go from 8 million to 11,000?
No,
the YouTube takes it down because they're jealous.
The YouTube?
Yeah, the YouTube, their counters are a little behind.
But this guy
I got the
Chip is
inside
big.
numbers in the video. It's up to 8 million.
8 million?
This guy's
Wow.
a superstar or something.
And now that you mentioned it on the show, I get to tweet it again. How great is that? Why don't we take a break?
By the way, Regular Joe made an appearance on Red Eye last night.
Oh, really?
And was a hit.
Oh, no.
Congratulations.
At
Really?
the end of Red Eye, Regular Joe.
I saw a Regular Joe type character on a commercial
I've been told I'm a character. You might be a character, but I know I am. What the hell do I know? Have your soup, sick guy. At least you show up for work.
It was for you. What is a urinary tract infection? UTI, yeah. It was for UTI Institute. UTI. And this guy's walking around this, like, garage where they're repairing cars and stuff.
Right.
And he won't stop walking. Like, every shot, he's got to be walking, looking at the camera. And he's got a rag in his hand with no grease on it, wiping his hands. And he points at the camera and then cuts to another thing where he's like, and you could get this job. And he just looks like the asshole on the job. Like the guy you don't want to fucking see. Pop up the UTI commercial. UTI, yeah. UTI commercial. Right, go down to I guess it's yeah, that's probably it. No, go down to commercial right there. No, that one. Yeah, try that one. Look at this guy. I'll go to the one above it. Fuck it, I'm sorry.
No,
that one.
Yeah, but I see your point.
No, that's not it either.
Not it, Sam.
God damn it. I had it yesterday.
You're stupid.
I know guys like you sitting right where you're sitting, thinking exactly what you're thinking. Like,
bobbing his head as he walks.
Look at him,
swinging his arms.
Change careers. And in this tough economy, you got to think harder and smarter. Look, there's
Puts
only
his
one
head
place
smarter.
that guys like you,
Look at
guys
him.
like this
Why is he
go
still
when they're
walking?
serious
I know.
as an auto technician.
Stop
It's like it's the
walking.
only time he walked ever.
UTI gives you real
Why
world
is he
hands-on training
walking?
in classrooms like this, equipped by the industry's top manufacturers.
He knows what to do with his hands,
You know how
though,
you want to
Jimmy.
learn,
Look at him.
and we teach you in a way
Oh, my
that
God.
clicks.
Oh, Jesus.
The technology you learn here is the same technology you'll use every day when you're working.
Hey,
When you're
The industry
working.
partner with UTI. It's because
Everyone
they
on
want
the
these
job
guys in their
hates
shops
him.
When they graduate, 4 out of 5 UTI
He's still
grads
walking.
get jobs in their field of study. UTI
Oh my
is
God,
training
stop
for people who are
walking.
serious about being the best in the business.
I hate this guy.
Ready
Why
to work?
is he walking so
Ready to
much?
work? Give us a call
Let's
and we'll
talk.
about UTI programs,
Yeah, what do I know?
campuses, and even
I know
financial
cars.
aid. Your new career
Watch.
starts your first day at UTI. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Now he's got to walk away.
Why is he walking
Oh,
everywhere?
he walks, that guy. Loves
I mean,
to
the
walk.
open shot where he walks, into frame, fine. But
Yeah.
stop.
Job site never slows down. That's what I always say. It's a race.
Is it? For what?
What the hell do I know? I just want to sit down with my lunch pail, relax, have a sandwich, a container of coffee. You run around on the YouTubes, fancy guy. What the hell do I know?
Oh, man. Yeah, that guy annoyed me.
All right, let's get Dennis Falcone in here after the
Ooh,
break.
yes.
I want to know how you handle doing a shift if
Yes.
you're sick. And other things on the way.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Opie and Anthony.
I don't know if we have REM fans out there, E-Rock.
I'm a fan of the sleep.
Are you? Murmur 30 years ago today. I guess that's why we're doing a little REM for everybody.
Yeah.
They're indie rock, right?
Is this alternative music?
It's indie.
It's indie. It was all
big
rock.
thing.
30 years ago, it was all rock. It was college radio.
College radio.
But now it's just called indie, man. It's a new term. Indie's a new term.
Yeah, what do you call it now?
Indie. Indie's a
Still?
new term, yeah.
Club Soda Kenny and me were on Cavino and Rich yesterday. Speaking of indie,
Who was on there?
me and Kenny.
Well,
we
here's
called
why
in.
they were on there. Because a certain bigger person was invited but couldn't do it.
Oh, bigger.
Wait, you were invited to go on Cavino? and
Of
Rich?
course I was. No, I happened to be here late waiting for a Big Daddy Kane picture.
Wait, you guys went on Dude Bro Nation?
Yeah, we tried to explain to them, and Cavino won't.
You
do
got to
the-
explain because we probably have people that weren't listening yesterday.
Well, Club Soda Kenny.
We learned
came
that they
in.
have the Dude Bro Nation. Cavino and Rich.
Dude Bro Nation.
Covino and Rich.
Oh, what's that, Kenny? I'm sorry.
You missed a great show yesterday.
I did.
You talking about
Yeah.
Cavino and Rich?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were going over their vocabulary.
Yeah, they have a whole vocabulary list, and they
Wasn't that
have
a book
Nussies.
title that we...
That was
right.
brought up yesterday.
Okay.
We feel like they were ripping off what was it? Vocabulary was the name of the book,
Vocabulary
right?
was the book,
GH, let's just face facts. They're two of the coolest guys at Sirius XM.
Swoop!
No, Swoot is bad.
Fuck!
No,
when am I
it's
going to get that
sweet.
right?
Sweet is
They say
good.
swoop.
Swoop is the opposite.
Man cave talk?
Yes, big time.
Yeah.
They talk about nussies, man.
Nussies.
What's that?
They're nussinators, I think, or something like that.
The fuck is that?
It's a new hussy. It's a nussie.
That's right.
See, I misunderstood what nussy meant.
What the fuck is that?
What? They talk about nussies. You don't like a nussie every once in a while?
It's a new hussy. Like, hey, look at that nussy. A
Yeah,
hot girl.
man. What's wrong with you? And then you could be a dude bro dad.
I bet
Or a bro dad.
Bro,
Or-
dad, bro, dude.
What?
Dude bro is like what we call each other. Like, hey, a couple of dude bros just hanging out.
But because I'm a father now, I would be
You
a dude
dad bro.
I would be a dude dad bro.
Yeah.
Or bro dad.
No,
dude.
dad bro.
Or
A doodad.
a dude something.
Doodad.
Yeah. If you're Sal, you're a dude blow.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well,
I didn't mean that.
But Anthony's into the hokey pokey.
You are. You're definitely into
What's the hokey pokey?
That's what it's all about.
It's when you're hitting a nussy doggy steez and you jazz on her back.
This isn't real.
It is.
Well,
This is not fucking real.
Doggy steez jazz.
let me just put it this way, because I was thinking about it on the way home yesterday. We were on our best behavior yesterday.
Yeah, by not just completely
Yes.
ripping them apart.
We were
like
on
those
our
guys.
because we like them.
Look, you could like them guys.
We were on our best behavior. It was really tough not to completely destroy them.
That's everything I fucking hate.
Why?
Is that
Jazzing?
man
No.
cave?
Whoa.
Hey, bro. Hey, dude.
No,
Man,
it's not.
Let's
Hey,
get down in
no.
the man cave.
Hold on, it's not. Hey, bro. Hey, dude. It's dude, bro. That's
Well,
what
listen.
makes it different.
We could
Holy
easily go
shit.
to the mattresses. Because, you know, they're saying, like, you guys are like the original OGs, almost like ready to go out to pasture, and they're the two coolest guys on radio.
They've been at it for 7 years. When are they going to be? When are they going to hit? we hit in less than a year. What are they talking about?
Hold on a
if
second.
they really want to start this, I'll fucking
we
go.
did start it. We started it.
What
They
the
didn't do
fuck are they
anything.
talking about?
Why don't you let's listen?
They're
to the
7
tape.
years in.
I don't think they actually said that.
No, they probably did.
Kenny's
Do they
just starting
speak any
trouble.
words in English, or is it all in that bro talk?
They replaced
Well,
it.
then
They love
Rich-
play on words.
Then Rich came in here and he threw Cavino under the bus and basically said, "Oh God, that stuff I haven't paid attention to that in years." But and I'm like, it's on your website though, dude, bro.
Cavino explained that it wasn't like.
Show Anthony the T-shirts.
Oh God.
Oh, no.
You can get a T-shirt, dude, bro.
Oh, no.
I'm thinking of getting a swoop shirt.
But you don't
Swoop
even know
with
what
an
it-
exclamation point.
You don't know what it means.
Swoop!
You know what this shit reminds me of every time I see it? You ever see the Penn and Teller bullshit about that direct marketing? It was, and they have a guy that's trying to sell these man cave type products. Like, hey, and he's got like he has a bunch of people over, like an Amway meeting, and he got a bunch of people over, and he's cooking up steaks, and they're all wearing like man cave type shirts, and hey, let me get that beer for you, and it's this this fake man thing.
But we lose because a lot of our listeners have man caves.
Look, you can have what you want to call your room, your place, your fucking hangout. When you call something a man cave and you go there because that's the only place the wife lets you fucking be a man, it's not a man cave.
I want a man cave.
Fuck.
I think you're half a quay if you got a man cave, personally.
Yes, you're a
Because you're
queeb.
going way out of your way to make sure no women around. That's weird.
Yeah,
I
first
get,
of all.
I get you want to maybe go downstairs and, watch the big game.
Sorry, occasionally when I'm sipping a beer and watching something, to see a nice ass walk by is kind of quaint.
Yeah, but imagine when you were married. Like, your wife is cool. But imagine when you were married, how awful she was.
Yeah.
And you just want to hang out with your friends and play video games. Whatever you want to do. Like, you know.
Yeah, but you don't have to call it a man cave.
Well, I'm not saying I like the
That's
name.
the
First of all,
problem.
Here's the biggest problem. I would feel like I was sequestered somewhere because my fuck wife wouldn't let me just do this anywhere in my own fucking house. She should go up to her fucking room and shut the goddamn door and let me have my man house. Fuck man cave. It's my man house. Get out.
My man house.
Oh my God! You got a man cave. Yeah, look at me. I put up some beer signs here. Hey, look what I got here. We got the TV. We got some sports memorabilia up on the walls. Hey, Bobby, come on in. Sit down. We're gonna be in the man cave tonight.
Cooking
What
some
are you
steaks.
doing down there? Did you take out the garbage? I'll be right back. I'll be right back to the man cave after I satisfy this monster
guys.
upstairs.
Guys, I'll be back to the man cave.
You think
I
they're
gotta
just
take care of
henpecked?
something upstairs.
They're the worst henpecked fuckers that are using that man cave as like to try to grasp onto their last bit of manhood.
Like they're just doing some stuff with the boys, but then it's right back to fucking suburban douchey
Yes,
life.
right back to the old ball and chain. I got a honeydew list for the weekend. Honeydew this, honeydew that.
Get it?
Oh, God.
Yeah, well, me and my friend, we sit in the man cave, watch a ball game, and the wives, boy, do this, do that. What the heck? Woman's work is never done. Well, neither is mine.
What the heck?
Dad, take out the trash. Joe, do this. Joe, do that. That's what my name is sometimes. Hey, how you doing? I'm Joe, do this. I start to say to people.
Joe, do this.
Joe, do that. Give me a container of coffee.
You're gonna lose though. A lot of the guys out there have the man caves.
It's a phony.
They have the man caves.
Fucking. It's a phoniness.
Show them
the
the
whole thing.
T-shirts.
It's having a lot of trouble loading.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh.
No,
That's Sweet's mine.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
My
Swoot
name
is bad.
See, and you can get a T-shirt. It's hot nuss.
Wait.
Instead of hotness, it's hot nuss.
So that's a hot new hussy.
See, there's the
Who
dude bro
calls a
shirt.
chick a hussy?
You
Or
want
a chick, for the love of
Nobody.
God.
You call it a nussy.
Look, you want the dude bro shirt.
Nussy
Unfortunately,
Hunter.
I have to
That's
get the
good.
dad bro shirt myself.
What's the Uncle Sam one? I like that one.
It's the pussification of America.
I like that one. Carlin doesn't get all the credit for that expression because I believe it is his word, pacification.
You can have a I Love Nussy shirt. You look good in an I Love Nussy
What about
shirt.
the super handsome dude bro crew?
Yep. You want one of those?
The fuck
say
would
that.
wear these?
They sell them.
Is that all of them?
Swoot.
Well, then why don't we be a
What'd
good
it be-
show
what-
and buy all these and wear them one day? We each wear one.
Is that all of them?
Well, you got the Nussy Hunter. What is under shenanigans? Shenanigans, then what does it say?
Tickle sack.
No, under the shenanigans.
Oh, that's where I want to be.
Oh.
It's probably like a Office Space thing.
And then Yankees.
No, that would be
With the Yankees logo, look at the Yankees.
Yankees.
Nuts.
These what? Nuts.
What's with the gang sign thing?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. We were trying to figure that out yesterday.
Vino is Mexican, part Mexican, and he just.
Oh, okay. So it's Vatos Locos.
So what happened yesterday? You guys went on the show to discuss what happened on our show yesterday?
Yeah, and to discuss Rich completely throwing Covino under the bus.
Which he did, by the way.
He came on the show, and in order to please the room and not take credit for any of the shitty expressions, he was like, "Oh yeah, Covino writes all the corny ones. Those are Covino's terms. I don't know." But Covino said that because they're not like hacky and douchey radio, because he uses the terms in real life too.
That's not really a good excuse.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And then Kenny, it was so funny because they were trying to do like a real show and they're not used to dealing with Kenny's brand of radio.
Uh-huh.
And
What is Kenny's brand of radio?
Well, he gets on the phone and just tramples over any conversation
Yes, nice.
with statements that have nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Nice. Kenny started the whole thing
Yeah,
yesterday.
I had an agenda.
Like, Rich will ask me a
Duh,
question.
being the operative word.
Rich will ask me a question, and just as I get like the second word out, Kenny just pipes in, "Hey, Rich, you remember the other day when..." he just...
Well, Kenny's a big fan of the show.
And then Covino and Rich try
He
to
is.
say, "Oh yeah, Kenny, good one, buddy." And I'm just sitting there going, nobody's acknowledging that Kenny is ruining the show on purpose.
Kenny, you're a dad bro, right?
Yeah, Kenny is the dad bro as
No,
well.
I think we decided since my children are grown, I'm back to being a dude bro. Like GH has like
I'm still
little kids. So,
yeah, I'm a dad. I have to be a
so
dad
he-
bro for
yeah.
a while.
Should all be dead bro. That's terrible.
Douche bro.
Douche bro. Yes, dick bro.
You know who I found out is a big
Home
fan
bro.
of this program?
Who, Kenny? Who?
On Facebook.
Nobody in power, I can tell you that much. Eliminate everybody with influence in show business.
The law enforcement community on Facebook. There's a page called Law Enforcement WTF Moments.
Oh, well.
And they posted like,
Hello.
who's a fan of Opie and Anthony?
They don't include those fucking toll plaza people, do they?
No.
Well, they know that we support the
Yeah.
cops pretty strongly.
Always.
Yeah.
Someone has to.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The po-po.
So it went well?
Yeah, but Covino won't do the after show.
Why?
He says he's uncomfortable doing other shows because he is afraid that his humor other audiences, maybe they won't get it, or it'll come off like a douche or whatever. Well,
But that's the thing is, you should do other audiences because that's how you open your show up to other people. You can't hope they just luck up on you and love you. It's okay to go on another show, and if you do well, you do well. If you don't, you don't.
I went on their show.
Yeah.
I got 10 new Twitter followers out of it. Which was nice.
I've been on every fucking show on the platform. It's done nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't really do anything. That was sort of the point I was making by saying 10 Twitter followers.
Yeah.
What's swoot, by the way?
I've never been on.
I told you what swoot is. It's the opposite of sweet.
Yeah, I don't get swoot. Why is it called swoot? What's the origin?
Probably they said it once and they were like, "That's funny. We should say that again."
Yeah.
I think you guys are bastardizing this. Do you have any audio? I'm sure there's audio of fucking Covino and Rich.
Well, we were trying to find they like to do Chinese bits.
Well,
we couldn't find a Chinese bit yesterday.
We just listen to the audio yesterday because Kenny ushered him right into one.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, anytime, like, as they're talking, and you go, Jim, no, seriously. So any word that ends with Lee becomes a Chinese guy. Seriously, and they do the accent, they bang the gong, they put on the music.
But yesterday they were trying to get somewhere, and he was like, seriously though, I was thinking... And then Kenny starts yelling over the phone, "You said it! Seriously! Seriously!"
Oh, no.
And then they broke into a Chinese person.
That's great.
Just derailed the whole train of thought and made them do their dumb Chinese accents.
Kenny started this whole thing yesterday. Who was the other show? I forgot already.
Wake Up with
What
Taylor.
was the other show? Oh, yeah, they do their own vocabulary thing, too.
Tokyo.
Yeah, because they're fast, female, and forceful.
That's right. That's their slug line. And then if they get into a topic that's a little too edgy, someone in the room might yell Tokyo.
That's their safe word.
What?
Yep.
Yeah, like
why?
If you're talking sexually and you don't want to go there,
Because you're a little uncomfortable, so you got to make it known, but you can't just say I'm a little uncomfortable. Tokyo.
I'm stunned this is happening in this building.
You missed a wonderful hour
What the
yesterday.
fuck is Tokyo?
Yeah, man.
I like that. I want to hear a little Covino Rich. We have no audio of them at all?
I mean, of course.
I've been on the show, but I've never actually heard it.
Man.
I like those guys. I think Covino is wrong not to come on another show, though. That's silly.
Of course, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you can build the audience.
Yeah, why wouldn't you want to promote cross-promote? That makes no
Cross-promoting.
sense.
They seem
That don't make no sense.
comfortable in their spot.
Nothing?
I don't know. There's a couple guests, Pablo Francisco.
Oh,
On
boy.
the Covino and Rich show.
Oh, that could be good.
Yeah, we like Pablo.
They talked to Arnold.
Hey, did Nicole shower? You're supposed to smell her underarms today.
She probably showered.
What happened?
Wasn't that supposed to happen today?
Yeah, you want me to ask her?
Was she stinky?
No. Well, she was supposed to, like,
Get a little stinky?
For Jimmy, yeah.
She forgot.
You think she forgot?
Of course.
Although, there was a little... I've heard there was a little bit of tension on the mashup yesterday with the amount of attention that some members were getting on this show.
And others were not.
Were the other two mad?
apparently.
Well, Rich missed a break because he was doing Opie and Anthony.
Shit.
So, who cares?
But yeah, there was some tension with the members who weren't part of the Opie and Anthony show yesterday, feeling like the members that were not taking the mashup seriously.
Oh, perish the thought.
Hey,
You don't
look, at
take
least
the
we
mashup.
invite those guys on. We've never been invited on the mashup.
Exactly.
How come the mashup has never said, Jim, you want to come on and promote a gig? We have a huge...
Exactly.
Just don't encourage because it's family friendly. I understand that.
They're in a shitload of places, man.
They don't ever say to me, hey, Jim, why don't you come on?
Not
But we
because
happen to be walking past the window during the 10 seconds they're actually broadcasting live.
they're in a shitload of fucking stores. Not because of their banter, obviously, but because they play the latest pop music.
Because the hits. Why is that obvious?
It's very obvious. I don't understand why you need 5 people to play the hits.
There's 4 of them.
I could do a celebrity break.
Yeah.
What's with Lindsay Lohan over there?
Who was mad?
Probably the weatherman.
Maybe the guy who when Rich came back in after missing a break said, "Oh yeah, it was funny, it was funny." And Ryan, they were doing the thing where they don't remember who you are. It was really funny.
But I don't really know him.
But the person
Now I make believe I know him.
the person
I know that
who that's
much.
about probably doesn't think it's as funny.
Well, he's forgettable.
Well,
That's up to him.
I know. It's up to people to make people need to go out of their way to make an impression.
if you know people around here think you're forgettable, then you got to kind of like, pump it up a little bit.
Maybe wear like a shirt with polka dots
Maybe add traffic to your break. Do weather and traffic.
Because on a national radio show, weather and traffic and stuff like
That's
that.
his job?
Oh, boy.
His job's to do weather for the country?
He does he does weather on a national.
What?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
I swear to you, I don't pay attention to any weather breaks, no matter where they are.
What?
Whether it's on the radio, on the TV. If I want to know the weather, I pop up my stupid fucking zip code.
Watch this. 54 degrees right now, a high of 57, a low of 45 here in New York City. That's all I need to know. Partly cloudy.
Right.
There's my weather.
You pop your zip code in.
Would you ever
everyone
have
knows that.
anybody? Kilkenny.
I hate the USA Today.
Why?
I just fucking no weekend edition.
I do too.
What dicks.
All those immigrants.
No, the USA Today, though, has the weather in the whole continental United States.
That's great.
Yes, so I have it all in my phone, too. I could check the weather anywhere.
It's great. A giant color forms, fucking half a page hunk of shit map, that dog shit paper.
Wait, Kenny, does this mean you're going to give us a national weather forecast?
Pick a city, any city.
Why don't you just do all of them?
Well,
They do all of them?
Yeah.
No.
It's in alphabetical order. Atlanta, Baltimore, Boston, Charlotte, Chicago, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Dallas,
Gonna
Denver,
do this all day.
Detroit, Honolulu, Houston.
Is it cold in the day?
Indianapolis, Kansas City.
You're not
Right.
doing any
Las Vegas,
temperatures.
How long did it take him to do the weather, this guy?
Well, he doesn't do like as detailed as all that. He just goes like, in the South it's raining.
Yeah, he does by region.
By
Who does that
region.
fucking help?
Nobody.
What is going on?
I want to hear some Covino and Rich. We're not hearing Covino Rich.
Well, what do you want to hear? I mean, there's
Find
stuff
a
on
good bit.
YouTube. I don't know.
I want to hear an Asian bit.
Yeah.
We tried that. Did we get it yesterday?
No.
You would think by now we'd have an Asian bit.
Why couldn't we find one?
I thought you had access to it.
Their stuff is not organized like ours is,
We
and
could
all I
just
was
ask
finding
them.
was bits and bumpers, not the conversations that Kenny was talking
I
about.
don't mean just you, but we have a few people on the work for the show. I know you're sure you tried.
By the way, they do have a loyal following, so let's
Do
be
they?
careful. Yeah, they do the Dude Bro convention every year.
Oh, no, they don't.
Yeah, they do. They go to like a women's basketball game or something once a year.
What?
Yeah, I think so.
How about the Schwarzenegger interview? It was on the phone, I'm sure, right? Was it?
No, it was.
They got Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, it was. So, it looks like.
What the fuck?
When,
Let's see where
by the
it
way?
was.
For this last movie that he was in?
We're not doing
It was at the Arnold Sports Festival in Columbus.
All right.
So they went to his thing.
No, I want a regular break where they're just yapping.
Arnold, not all that hard to get anymore when he's trying to push a fucking shitty movie.
Boy, that last
like he
movie
was.
fucking
Yeah.
bomb.
Palmer
Because
Rooney.
nobody wants to see him being in action. So no one gives a fuck anymore. You're 60. You're the governor.
No.
The Governator.
Yeah.
They don't have any regular breaks on YouTube. I don't know.
There's not one Covino and Rich bit?
Yeah. I mean, on YouTube, they have their interviews.
They don't believe in YouTube yet?
They're not good at. They're comfortable where they are. They're not good at branding themselves at all. But that, I mean, like,
Oh, boy.
they're comfortable where they are. They got their audience, and that's it. That's why.
All right. All right, Dude Bro.
They just sit there.
Yeah, calm down, Dude Bro.
I mean, the things I was just saying, I would think would offend them. I don't think I was defending.
Oh, I thought we were going to get Dennis Falcone for this break.
Oh, yeah. You want to go grab him right now?
Yeah, what do we do? I'm hitting the cough button now like crazy.
Yeah, we need Dennis Falcone. Dan Aykroyd coming in today at 9:30 to promote some vodka.
Yes. Yes.
And also Drea Di Matteo.
Yes.
From The Sopranos fame.
Uh-huh.
Has done a bunch of things since then.
Yeah, she was fucking... I was watching The Sopranos. She's looking really amazing in that. Jesus Christ, did she...
Bra and panties.
Bra and panties. Goddamn. All the time.
Oh, Dennis Falcone likes to take his fucking time walking down the hall,
He
huh?
should be a fucking toll plaza worker.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh, there he goes. Whoa. He doesn't really know how to walk fast. He's like almost a midget.
Yeah, he's
a little weird looking. He's a little strange.
Dumb head.
Dennis Falcone, how are you, sir?
How are you, gentlemen? How you feeling, Anthony?
Well,
That's why we have you in here.
You don't sound bad.
Still a little under
You really
the
don't
weather.
sound bad through the
Content-wise, though.
No.
No, well, when you're sick, you kind of get a little more deeper voice. So
I would have stayed home personally if I was you. I would take them, because you know what? Sadly, even though they're your best friends, you're spreading germs in the studio.
Yeah, I figured I was over that.
Is he really spreading
contagious
germs?
period.
Sure. He's not contagious anymore, is he?
Dennis is not a doctor. He's a radio guy.
Yeah, I know. You're really asking Dennis like he's the authority on germs.
Are you the radio doctor?
Yeah,
I'm sure someone had
Maybe
that
you
title.
could ask Dan Aykroyd. He was Dr. Detroit, wasn't he?
Yeah, one of the worst movies ever made.
That was bad.
Why would you bring that up?
Well,
Before
you
the
brought up
big interview.
Caddyshack 2 before.
Yeah, but that's
Well,
like,
yeah.
it was so bad, it was good.
Would you talk about Dr. Detroit and then maybe go into a Motown song?
Good. I like that. I like that. Very good.
I like that. I like that.
Good. He thought about it for a second.
What do you think of a radio show that comes up with their own terminology?
That's
their
great.
own vocabulary?
That's good. You're branding it. It's good.
Yeah. Do you have any examples from the past? Guys that used to come up with their own words that kind of stuck, kind of hit?
Yeah, there's top of my head, I can't think of it, but I'm sure there's guys that had things like, they had their own way to say things, right? Didn't Wolfman Jack always say things differently? And
Imus.
What would Wolfman say? Like I'm a wolf or something?
Yeah, what Imus did a whole bunch of things too.
How's your Donkey Kong?
Oh, you're naked, baby. Things like that, but
How's your Donkey Kong? What year is
I think
this?
Robert W. Morgan out in California used to call it a Fracas Friday.
Fracas
I had no
Friday.
idea what it meant.
Why?
But he just did.
It just made
Fracas,
sense, right?
It just made sense for him, I guess.
Yeah, Fracas Friday.
Now, is that your own windscreen on the microphone?
No, I think this is a public.
Everybody should have their own. Everybody should have their own.
Yeah.
You come in, you put your own windscreen on
Have
the
your own
microphone.
windscreen. That'd be nice. Maybe Mars can arrange those in a little egg carton.
Yeah.
And spray them down every day.
Get
and then
some windscreen.
Replace them.
You should have some Lysol. Spray some Lysol on the
little Lysol.
Yeah, little
but
alcohol.
more so.
I don't believe in the windscreen thing.
He's putting germs into the windscreen. Then the next disc jockey is going to sit there and
disc jockey.
Next what?
Following your logic,
jockey.
the next disc jockey that uses my windscreen would talk a lot more.
right, and he's going to get sick.
You don't have to worry about germs from the disc jockey that uses your mic.
It's not contagious.
No, but the thing is, if you're
my
listening to a
point.
radio, yes,
Yeah,
if you're listening to a radio
contagious,
station and the disc jockey doesn't sound good, it makes
Yeah.
the station sound like, gee, why couldn't they let that person stay home?
No.
I've never thought that in my
Yeah,
entire life.
that sounded
I've
weak.
heard many a DJ sound like shit on the air because they were a little sick, and I never thought, well, how dare they make him work today?
I think they should stay home because they're getting their fellow workers.
Oh, do you?
sick.
Now, you're
How many sick days do you get? Because I know we get maybe 5.
All right, but he's sick. He's legitimately
We
sick.
get 5 for the whole year.
He's not on a cruise.
So you can't stay home is the point.
No.
Cruising
And
for a bruising.
most companies you can't stay home anymore because they don't give you sick days. So they force their fucking employees to come in and get everyone else sick.
I'm sure if he went to management and called up, said, "Look, bring a note from the doctor." Remember, you had to bring a note from the doctor.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Now, Dennis, no. Look, we could get past this whole spreading germ thing. Here's the deal.
Yes.
You're in. You got to come in, so you come in. What do you do if you're feeling a little under the weather? Your voice may be not up to par. You're coughing, sneezing, clearing the throat. A lot of that. How do you handle that as during your air shift or your show?
You show.
Right,
Your
your
show.
show.
It's
not a shift over.
You keep
It's
the
show.
breaks short. Keep the breaks short. Meat and potatoes. Don't try to don't try to push it because
Don't
you're gonna
try to
push it.
read 2 liners.
No, just
during the break.
Well,
just
you know,
do the one.
And really, in a break, it's funny because in a break it should be one thought,
One-liner.
one thought per break.
Don't do the 5-day forecast
No,
when
no.
you're doing the weather. What are you talking about? You guys just say nothing in between the records.
One thought per break. If you're going to deliver the station positioning liner,
Right.
and the intro, and the
Right.
time, that's it. Don't go off into, hey, do that. The time, the weather. Don't forget, I'm going to be down at the so-and-so car
But if you
wash.
work for an oldies station, what is going off?
Yeah.
Going off.
That's my point, yeah.
Well, in the morning show, you'll probably be going off. In the midday, the afternoon show, not as much. But in the morning show, where you have 2 hosts, you're talking about, current events and things in the news.
Hey, how about that?
So you might have to
Mets
pick up the
lost. The
slack.
Yankees rained out last night.
Mets and Yanks rained out. Yeah.
And now
Were they really?
Kajagoogoo.
I didn't even know.
The Mets
played.
lost. I wish they were rained
Mets
out.
played. They lost.
Are they
Yankees
doing
rained
good?
out.
They had 2 losses now in Philly.
I went to my first Islanders game in a year.
Nice.
Oh.
Did they win?
What a shithole. I forgot.
Is this
I
going
almost
off?
forgot. Yeah, we're going off a little
Oh.
bit. I almost forgot how much of a shithole the Nassau Coliseum was.
Well, you called it. They're talking about saying fuck waiting.
Oh, they are?
Yep.
Just- I wouldn't wait.
They're ready to
I
go.
would take the penalty to do whatever the fuck.
Yep.
I don't know. I was realizing the Jumbotron, the screen is so tiny. I never realized how tiny that
Most
thing
people
was.
have those in their houses now.
Right.
Yeah.
The building's 40 years old, right? 70,
I know,
72,
but they fucking didn't, update anything. But the ticket prices continue to go up, and
Well,
the
we don't-
parking fees continue to go up. But they didn't fucking put any money back into that shithole.
No, we don't pay enough taxes on Long Island. So.
Holy
Oh,
fuck!
boy, I think he's being sarcastic.
Oh, you do, definitely.
It's a shame. It's sad that the Islanders are leaving.
And they got rid of Debbie. Now I'm going way too inside. Debbie knew a little bit about hockey. She would
Hey,
talk to the
Debbie.
coach and the players in between periods really fast.
Uh-huh.
What was her name? Debbie something.
Debbie
Oh,
Cakes.
yeah, I know what you mean.
All right. Well, now they got the
Does Dallas?
now they got the blonde bimbo that's looking a little long in the tooth.
Yeah.
Now they got her, Dina. They got her fucking interviewing the players in between periods.
Well, she's working. The other girl is working with Stan Fischler, I think, on the Devil broadcast or the.
Oh, she moved
broadcast.
over there.
Yeah.
So the Islanders organization decided not to replace her and to get the bimbo to talk to the players now to save some money.
Maybe she wanted more money.
Bimbro. Bimbro, is that a word?
I say him.
Should use that.
I say himbo.
Himbo?
Deb Schuster
I
or
think
something?
Bimbro.
She wanted more money. She's lucky to fucking make
bad.
minimum wage. She stinks.
I don't know.
Anyone that's a fan of that team knows how bad she is. And they had her on the screen at first because she was sort of hot back in the day. She's not even close to sort of hot anymore.
You remember the Ice Girls that they used to have? They used to have the Ice Girls too. Remember Jill Nicolini? She was an Ice Girl.
Was she?
How was that?
I don't,
Who is she?
I don't think Jill Nicolini officially was an ice
No,
girl.
she was in the stands. She was in the stands.
That's what I'm talking about. You don't go to games. When Jill Nicolini left, they brought in Dina. Jill Nicolini was really good at her job and looked unbelievable. When she walked through the stands, all the women got pissed off.
Wow.
Because their guys were looking at her ass and her tits and stuff.
Well, maybe
so
they
she
had some-
moved on
Sure
because she
were.
had such a great personality, and they moved Dina in. I thought you knew all this shit. And Dina was horrible compared to Jill Nicolini. Now, fast forward a bunch of years, she's not even almost hot anymore, and she's interviewing players. That's how
Crazy.
cheap the fucking organization has gotten.
the organization. The organization. If we're
Is that
speaking
really how
hockey
you say
here.
that?
The organization. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, but the reason is they're still leaving. They're going to play. They're going to play a game in Brooklyn next year as a.
Are they dragging
exhibition.
Dina with the team?
I don't know. Maybe they'll have people who live in Brooklyn.
bring
They
Jill
wanna
back.
hire from Brooklyn. Yeah, why not? No, what is she doing now?
Remember,
She's on
Klinger was
TV.
a fan of the Mud Hens.
Toledo Mud Hens.
She's over at Fox, local Fox.
Okay.
Oh, she's not on
Fox
PIX
5.
anymore?
No,
that she moved on.
I was supposed to do their morning
Fox or PIX?
PIX, their weather thing this week or whatever.
Oh, you can watch Lionel.
Oh,
Lionel's still over
But they
there.
haven't gotten back to
yeah,
me.
I don't get it.
You're going to be the guest weatherman?
I like Lionel.
No, I don't understand it.
He was always nice to me, so I like him.
Well, he could be the nicest guy in the world. Why he chimes in on every news story?
I don't like every person that's nice to me.
It's like,
I don't
here's what
either,
you
but I
got
just
to
like
know or
Lionel
something.
stinks.
No, he was nice.
And they'll be like, and very important gun control vote coming up later today. And now, Lionel, with what you ought need to know about the story.
Well, I'm going to say it looks like he hadn't shaved in a couple of days.
Get me a Lionel bit.
Yeah, where's
Lionel.
Lionel?
He's very good.
Lionel, WPIX.
Lionel, why isn't he telling the truth?
Oh, boy.
Anyway, they
Easy
do still
today.
have the Ice Girls, by the way.
Okay. No, I haven't been to a game.
And they were the ones that started that whole phenomenon in hockey. I believe the Islanders were the first to have the Ice Girls instead of the guys with the beer bellies with their sneakers on trying to clean up the ice in between periods and in between stoppages.
They should do YMCA.
Yeah, that was fun.
The Yankees.
That was fun.
Which one you want to do? Is this his latest one?
Oh yeah.
Wait, give us a choice.
All right. The latest is, of course, the anti-government label.
Okay.
Joe Biden on creating a new world order.
Okay.
The seeming irrationality of another's belief.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what that is.
Something.
All right,
about-
just do the latest one.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
He can't even come up with catchy titles for his vignettes.
He's a piece of garbage.
I hate this.
Got a jingle.
I like that.
It's
Let me see, Sam. I can't
Not
see.
a fan of Lionel.
Joshua and Sharon Hagen had their parental
Look how
rights
big
terminated by a
his
Louisiana
head is
court
between
in
his eyeballs and the top of his
2012
head.
as to their two
Look.
sons,
He looks
ages
like a
2 and 4.
cartoon.
The court placed them in the permanent
It looks
custody
like,
of the maternal grandmother who resides in
pause.
Florida. It's alleged that Joshua, the father...
The comic that Jay Moore loved. It's a wild, 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 wild world.
Vince
Or
Chan?
Buddy Hackett?
Buddy Hackett. He's got
He's a little slim.
He's a slim Buddy Hackett. When
Looks
Buddy
like a
Hackett used to
little
go
bit of luck
cross-eyed.
guy. Remember
Huh?
the little bit of luck guys for the lottery?
No!
The little bit of luck guy with the big head and the little body?
No, his head is giant. Like between his eyeballs and the top of his head is so much bigger than.
But his eyes are too close together too.
Yeah, and he's wearing those big round
Give
glasses.
him the illusion that he's cross-eyed.
And the bottom of his face is small, like his jaw and everything. So, but his top of his head, he's just a weird looking guy.
Does he have a good
doesn't-
broadcasting voice there, Dennis Falcone?
Oh God,
It's unique. It's unique. I mean, he's a character. He's a personality.
Yeah, but he's not doing like goofy stuff. He's commenting on the news stories. Like they'll interrupt the news.
Why is this,
And with all the big stories, and he does a little rant about it.
why does this song sound like that?
I hate,
Lino.
I fucking hate it. If I have
like
channel
salsa.
11 on or something when I go to sleep, and then I'll wake up to that. Like that'll be like annoy me and wake up and I start screaming. I can't find the remote.
Lino.
I
like that.
I hate
It's a
it.
good song.
Yeah.
And it works. It's catchy because you're singing it. You're humming it. It's in
That's
your
right.
head.
Yeah, right. So with the little themes they played at Nuremberg doesn't mean they're fucking, good.
Dennis makes a good point.
They played themes at Nuremberg.
Yeah, marches.
Everyone knows
whatnot.
They were catchy too, Dennis.
It's a jingle.
Let's
It's
hear
a
that.
Lionel jingle.
He's good.
Forcibly took his children
Not as good as
from
the Jim
their
Norton
grandmother
jingle.
Hey.
and stole her car and took off in a sailboat to Cuba. Now, this in no way is a justification or defense for what he did.
That's right.
Not my point. But here's what you need to know.
cares?
It's what you
Almost
need to
immediately,
know.
It was reported
Mine
in
will
every
tell
single
you.
media, news, newspaper, blog, TV report, you name it, that the Hakers were, quote, anti-government. That they attended anti-government rallies.
That's right.
Whatever that means. The Daily News even added gun enthusiasts to anti-government.
Who?
This guy's good. He should be doing cartoons. He's got a funny voice.
I know.
It's horrible.
Who, by the way, over at WPIX News, the wonderful news organization over there, decided this was a good thing.
Well,
to do.
he was hot for a moment. Wasn't he on ABC or
He
something?
did national. He had a national radio show. Also.
Yeah, he
a
was.
while.
He had something going on, I guess, for a little while there, and then all that dried up, and
It's
then
so
he got
intrusive.
He needs to shut the fuck up.
Right.
Really?
How come you don't have more
Yeah.
water in front of you or some?
I have some water.
Shot of
Keep pumping the
cum.
herbal tea. Herbal tea is good for you too.
Herbal tea?
Yeah,
Herbal.
Just keep pumping the herbal
Should I-
tea.
what if I get? Is this bad to do on mic?
Yes, it is.
That's a funny sound.
Hold on.
Is it a funny
I
sound?
got something for real.
Yeah.
I just realized I almost forgot. We got to do this before Dan Aykroyd comes in, and I think Dennis could help us. Louis C.K. Oh My God premieres Saturday, April 13th. This Saturday, of course, at 10 p.m. on HBO. We have $500 to give away
Wow.
from the fine people from HBO.
It's quite a prize,
That's
isn't
a
it,
great
Dennis?
prize. Yeah, $500. Wow.
It's up to you, Dennis. How are we going to give this away?
How about when the cash cow moves? It's time to call in. You like the cash
When
cow?
the cash cow moves.
Well, how about just when he talks in the next booth?
You talking about Nago,
do you
Dennis?
do you want to do the song of the day?
What's the song of the day?
I don't know. You have to come up with a song. Say, be listening, tomorrow when we play the song of the day. We'll announce the song at 9:20, and then
We should go
sometime later on.
We should go old school.
That's hilarious.
Play
It's
music.
so old
Wait,
school.
what other ideas you got? The cow moo cash cow
When
moo.
the cash cow moves, or
All right,
maybe
the
when
cash
he
cow
grunts,
moves.
or when Anthony grunts.
But we could do cash cow moves with, of course, E-Rock.
Of course we can.
That's kind of funny. Also, that's a good one. And let's see, how many
Rock runs
famous
into the room and
how many
announces
famous
himself.
Louis could you come up with?
He is just a
Like,
bevy
you could
of
have-
radio
you could have people
contests.
call up and sing "Brother Louis" by the Stories.
Louis.
Louis, Louis.
Yeah, very good. 1973.
You know, Louis C.K. found the guy to redo that for
Did he
him.
really?
Yep.
Cool.
The actual guy does it
Nice.
for Louis' show.
How come he didn't get Louis by the Kingsmen?
Probably too much money in publishing.
Tin, tin. I don't think he wanted that vibe
Yeah.
for the show either.
The Animal House version by Belushi. No one Belushi sang it too.
Hey, how are
single.
we going to
I
give
think
this
he sang
away?
that.
How you guys want to do this?
Dead.
We got $500.
I like when the cash cow moves. I do like that. But we need to get a moo sound
Well,
to play.
let's try out E-Rock. Do you have a good move before we make this official?
How about create a
And if
move?
he moves now, it doesn't mean you call.
Right. Of course
It's going to be sometime later today or
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Same, sometime tomorrow. Between 8 and 9 Eastern.
No, we're not going to fucking do that.
You have to give it
It's
time.
just when he does it.
No, you have to give it time.
No,
we don't.
No, we don't have to give it time.
Oh yeah, come on. People they can't be sitting there and listening to the radio for 4 hours. You have to have
That
time.
always got me like, why
You don't have to give it time.
8:20.
No.
We'll announce the song of the day.
You want them to linger.
Right, linger longer.
Okay.
You want to build up those quarter hours, Dennis Falcone. You know
so,
that.
So you have to play the sound. So here's what you have to listen for. Don't call now. Here's what you have to listen for.
E-Rock, you got a good move for the people? No, you got to move.
Oh my God,
Oh,
that,
you
that
want
was
him to move.
Even Dennis understands that.
No, we can do it on just a sound effects album in there from the.
It's a Cash Cow Moo, starring. We'll give you a starring role, starring E-Rock.
E-Rock's a cow. He's got a lot of money.
Have you done the moo? He's got to do a moo. He's
Yeah,
gotta
E-Rock,
do a
let me
moo.
hear your moo.
Moo.
No, come
No,
on.
come
You gotta
on.
get into
That
it.
would be funny, though.
Oh, but that's so lackluster.
That could go right by somebody too.
He rocks a cow, mooing, mooing. He rocks a cow. How did he get so bad?
Because I can't think of any other famous cows in the movie mooing.
No.
Elfie.
E-Rock, give it your all. How would you moo?
Moo.
No, it's got to sound. It's got to be a real cow noise.
Right, you gotta bring it out from the belly.
No, we don't want.
No,
one
it's
that's
gotta be like-
recorded already.
Travis thinks that E-Rock should have to moo.
You should also have
And
a
then-
Vicks inhaler.
all right,
Do you have a
yeah.
Vicks inhaler
Yeah,
to
right.
keep
Jeez.
Dennis, why don't you just keep
Interrupt people?
No,
Yeah.
I don't have a
Is that what
Vicks
we do?
inhaler.
He's not mooing in there. Though.
I do have some nasal spray.
Sam?
Oh.
Travis thinks that E-Rock
that?
should have to moo and say, I'm the...
Why is this happening?
Because Dennis is unprofessional and easily distractible.
No, but that's what I love about Dennis. We have fucked him over already. We're a horrendous influence on him.
Terrible. Travis thinks that he should also
He
have
would have
to
never.
say,
Hold on,
Oh,
sorry.
yes, no.
He would have never interrupted you 2 weeks ago.
I know.
He's not.
And now he's moving a hot mic and walking in and out with the on-air light on. We have fucking.
Banana's too big, dude.
Yeah.
I know.
Exactly.
Straight and straight.
You're never gonna get all that in.
That's a big straight banana.
Yeah, but see, I keep half the fucking peel on, and then I just cut it into my oatmeal.
Exactly.
Oh.
Then when you're 19, you have it surgically fixed.
It takes the it takes the eroticism right out of eating of the banana.
What's the fun of that then?
Banana.
All right, good.
So what, Dennis?
No,
Or
I was
Sam?
just telling
Sam
him
was
to
telling
do
us.
better. What were you saying?
I was something a throwaway that Travis had said.
What's that inhaler?
That
Why are you laughing?
he thinks that E-Rock should have to moo and then say, I'm the fat, lazy cash cow.
Oh, it's not a bad idea, just in case people aren't, part of the contest.
Right.
It's called spoon feeding the audience.
Let's give it a
right,
shot and
Dennis?
see how that sounds.
I think so, and you got to keep pumping it up all the time. You just can't mention it now. You got to keep mentioning it
And
throughout the
E-Rock,
show.
you got to sound enthusiastic about this. It's $500 here. Don't just move.
Thanks to HBO.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, the fat, lazy cash cow is going to give away $500.
So it's moo. I'm the fat, lazy cash cow.
Yeah, not happening.
Come on, it's we need that.
Come on, it's showbiz. Do it.
You're bumming everyone out.
You're bumming Dennis out.
Remember when E-Rock would do anything for the
I
show?
know, that was-
Exactly. Now he won't even move and
was
say he's
years
a
ago.
fat, lazy cash cow.
Right.
Come on, E-Rock, we need this for the contest.
Yeah.
It's harmless.
Moo. I'm not doing the other part.
Oh, come on. First of all, it was a terrible moo.
That wasn't a good
cows
moo.
don't moo. You can't do a cow impression?
It's got to be moo.
Yeah.
I'm the
I'm
fat,
sick. I could
lazy
even-
cash cow.
Yeah.
And then maybe you can go, oh my God, in honor of Louis' special.
Oh yeah, let's get oh my God in
I'm
there
the
somehow.
fat, lazy cash cow. See, I can do it.
Yeah, do it in a voice, then people don't know it was
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Nice, big, long, loud moo.
Moo.
You can do it as the virus.
I cannot do it at all.
Dennis?
You just
That was
had
a
the
good
moo.
one. That was
the
a good-
moo
yeah,
was
that
good,
was a
but you
good
got to follow
moo.
it up.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, come
You
on.
got the moo. There you go.
Would you fire him for not performing?
Come on, you're not being a team player.
No, I'm not.
Come on. Yeah, you know, you're going to be part of the show here. You know?
Team player.
A team player.
I love his enthusiasm.
You got to pick up the slack. Come on, it's Thursday.
There's only one other option.
What day is today?
It's
Thursday?
Thursday, one day before the weekend, right?
Thursdays.
Everybody's in a weekend mode already.
It's in between hump day and Friday, right?
Yeah.
What do they call Thursdays usually?
I don't know. We haven't had anything for
It's the
Thursday,
other
right?
Friday, I call it.
The other Friday?
The other Friday.
I call it
Friday.
4 Mondays away. Right. Regular radio's terrible. Happy hump day and
E-Rock, why won't you do it? It's a character. You're not saying I'm E-Rock, although we should have him go, I'm E-Rock, the fat lazy cash cow.
Yeah.
But we're just asking you to say...
Yeah, that would have been mean.
Yeah.
You don't have to
We're
say
just
mean.
asking you to go, moo, I'm the fat lazy cash cow.
We got to get this money away.
Then give it away. You don't need me to do it.
yes, we do.
No, you don't.
You're an integral part of the show. They need you to do it.
And I already gave it away. Yeah. The wrestling stuff.
Come on, E-Rock. Let's go. Let's go.
Did you give
One
away my
more.
wrestling stuff?
Oh. Did you hear about
You
what?
missed WrestleMania too, Ant. You missed a lot of good times.
Yeah, I know.
Did you hear about what
Damn
Opie
it.
did to piss off E-Rock?
I didn't mean to.
Yes, you did.
Intentionally did it.
E-Rock bought Opie's son some John Cena wristbands and headbands.
Aw.
And as soon as E-Rock left the room, Opie left him on his console and said, give him away to a caller on the after show. And it really, really bothered Eric.
Did it bother you, really?
Yeah,
Of course it did.
Why?
E-Rock's the sensitive boy. We've seen it.
Why did it
Sensitive
bother
dinosaur.
you?
What bothered me was you said you wanted this for somebody else to bring it to work tomorrow. And I said, okay. And then you pulled that dick move.
Oh, dick move. Remember when you were his hero and you shed some tears over that? And then remember recently during the Drunk Fest when he was crying again, saying that he ruined the show. Mm-hmm. So he's a very sensitive boy.
Well, we got an E-Rock drunk bit that we're going to play here in a minute, by the way. See what I just did there, Dennis?
Yes.
I tied it into our conversation.
Maybe we could just play the drunk bit as when you hear the drunk bit.
No.
Oh, we got to hear the cash cow.
I do need wrestling stuff from my brother-in-law's friend.
Oh, boy.
I just don't want.
away.
I don't really like giving my son too much wrestling stuff.
Why?
I don't believe in it.
It's still real to me, damn it.
The only other thing we could do is have Sal be Princess Cash Cow. You know? And
This is Dennis Falcone's bit. Who do you want to do the mooing?
I mean, I think you were doing it before, E-Rock.
But you
were
do
doing
want
it.
him to, you know.
He's got to get into it. He just can't, you know.
Got to get into it, and we need the fat lazy cash cow line.
you got to have it, right?
Not happening.
Why, E-Rock?
And oh my God. We got to put that in there too.
Well, people want to do their moves. This guy says he has a really good one. Mark in Iowa. Mark.
Yeah, I can do one. I can show you how a fat calf, which is a young calf, calls her calf her little baby if you want.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I'm in my truck. I got to kind of hold the phone away. Here we go.
All right.
That's how they call their babies.
Wow, that's
It
terrific.
was hard to hear you because of the phone.
Nice.
You want it up to the phone?
Yeah, if you could.
Yeah, we didn't really hear it.
Okay, I'll do it a little closer. Here we go.
This is pretty amazing.
How's that?
That's too high. It sounds. It's for sure. It's realistic. But it's a
No,
little high.
when they do that, that means they're upset. They want their calf.
Oh, my.
Wait, and how does it sound?
I'm telling you, and they'll fuck you up if you fucking.
How does it sound? How does it sound, though?
Nice metal bolt to the brain.
Did you? No one else heard it?
You want me to do it into the phone again?
Yes.
Yes, please.
All right, here we go. How's that?
Need to get him to do
That's
it.
actually
Where's the
pretty
guy
good,
from
I'm telling you,
No
I'm
Country
going-
for Old Men to put that fucking thing against his
Yeah.
head?
Yeah. What are you
How's that? Is it
fucking?
good?
What are you, a mole master or something?
Well, I'm telling you, I call them, I put their little legs
A
in the
moo
booth.
master.
That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
You a moo master. It's for young Roland.
Roland, are you mad at E-Rock because he's not doing his part here today? Huh?
I could do a good cow. Okay, hop in there. Hop on mic. Share a mic.
Wait,
whatever
Roland's
you
going to do a cow.
Roland!
Could do when you hear Roland do Slabo.
That's true.
For the $500 courtesy of HBO.
That might work.
What about the cow?
I agree.
Yeah, we need the cash cow.
Wait, you want a good cow impression? Here it goes. Hey, I'm a bunch of hamburgers or something.
God.
We still need E-Rock to give us a good cow.
A fat, lazy cash cow.
Fat, lazy cash cow.
E-Rock, what are you willing to do?
I gave you the moo. That's it.
Yeah, but we need more. That's not what we need.
Yeah, let's negotiate a little
Give us what we need for once.
Yeah.
We got a guy. He's the 2-time Moo champion.
Oh, let's hear him.
Yeah? All right. Hold on.
Yes, mooing jizz buckets. You're on the phone.
Don in Texas.
All right.
What's his name?
Let me show you how professional does this shit, all right?
Huh?
That's how professional wins.
I do have to ask, did you actually win a ribbon? Oh, he's gone. Oh. He's serious.
Is he?
Yeah, he's the 2-time champion.
You win a hollow point bullet. You should install however you see fit.
Does that sound like a cow?
No, he actually said moo.
Yeah, moo. E-Rock.
Come on, E-Rock, loosen up.
Not a team
Well,
player.
Sam's got a good
Since
idea.
you can't do that to your belt.
Sam in South Carolina. Sam.
I bet if you squeeze one of his udders, he'll move.
Oh, wow. That's... E-Rock, you want to comment on that? That's very fucking rude.
No, comment, E-Rock.
I didn't know he was going to say that. I'm sorry. You want to comment, E-Rock? You still... No?
He's sobbing.
E-Rock?
No, sitting there just chewing bubble cud.
He took his baseball cards and went home, E-Rock. He's very, very upset.
So what are we going to do? Just have E-Rock moo?
No, that's lame.
Yeah, it is lame. He's not playing along very nice. E-Rock.
What else could you give us with the moo, E-Rock? What are you willing to do?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You got the moo.
You got the moo.
Come on, give us one more. Come on.
With a little something.
Yeah, just do it. Do it for me.
Moo, you cocksucker.
Do it for Uncle Denny, right?
I don't know. He doesn't. He's not playing. He's not playing nice.
But he's ready. He's ready.
He's spoiled here.
Let's go.
Moo. Go fuck yourself.
That's good.
Is it though?
No, it's just means. That's not how cows don't say that.
No. Cows introduce themselves.
I would really like. He doesn't like self-deprecation.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Self-deprecation, fat jokes.
Oh.
Everyone knows you're not really fat.
Really? Do they?
It's good, clean fun.
Exactly.
Clean fun.
Brendan Burns came in here the other day flabbergasted at what E-Rock looks like. Because he just listened to the show and he wanted to meet E-Rock. And he goes, "You're not that fat. What are they talking about?"
That's why it's a great bit.
He goes, "You're just a guy with a little extra weight."
Just a little.
Do you know how good we make you look, E-Rock?
No, you don't. You don't paint a nice picture at all.
No, we do, because people meet you and then they're like, wow, you're not a disaster.
Wow, he really got his life together.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we were
That's
like,
what they think.
Here comes handsome Eric Nagel.
Yeah.
Right.
They'd be like, "What? That's a fat
The
guy."
sex bagel.
Right.
I
Sex bagel.
I got a picture of him at WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah, that's not me either.
What? They think it's you.
Look like you.
Posted that it was me.
Hmm? Yeah, sure ain't. And he was online getting food.
Oh, I saw that picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
E-Rock.
That's a picture of E-Rock. Character.
Oh, what's this character?
I know already.
Wait, what was he called?
We debuted him yesterday.
Oh. The grapey cheeks.
Oh, yeah, what was this?
Grape cheeks, I
Grape
think.
It was grape cheeks. I figured, like,
How'd you
all
guess
you gotta
that?
do. Jim's characters are like fucking sci-fi original movie titles. He's got grapes in his cheeks. What should we call him? Grape cheeks.
All right, Dennis, your bid is falling flat here, I guess. So
Yeah,
how are we going to give away the
because he doesn't
$500?
want to, doesn't want to be a part of it. I don't know why. I mean, that would have been a great one. Do you have a clip of Louis from the special that you want to play?
Why?
Like,
Why?
When you hear a clip of Louis?
It hasn't aired yet.
Yeah.
Well, no, it could be an older clip of Louis.
No, we don't want to do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Come up with something else. We're trying to brainstorm on something here. Let's see. What else could we do? I
thought we
wanna do
had
the cash
something.
cow. Yeah, I thought we had something here.
would have been great with, you know.
Are we giving up on the moo? The E-Rock moo?
He won't follow it up with the funny part.
Yeah,
we need the funny part, E-Rock.
Do I win the $500?
What?
No.
You already got the Nagel fortune.
Yeah,
What's
you're
$500
good,
to you? Me a bag of shells.
Maybe we could have some more tequila.
I don't bring up that.
Oh, okay.
We're moving on from that.
No, okay.
we're moving on from that.
Maybe Sal could play the drums again.
No.
Oh boy.
No. That whole thing was not successful.
You guys want Sal to be the closeted homosexual cash cow?
No.
Closeted.
Doesn't work as well.
Cash
does it?
cow, obviously E-Rock.
Fat, lazy cash cow.
I just said obviously E-Rock.
Why'd you say that?
You pumped it up to a
why is
comfortable level.
Why is it obviously E-Rock?
Because he was mooing earlier.
Why would you make him moo? I don't understand.
What?
You mean because he's fat?
I didn't say that.
Well.
No, we just
what are we
wanted
going
a
to
cash
do?
cow. We wanted a cash
Got
cow.
another radio contest?
Another radio contest. Let's see. You can't keep track of the music because you guys don't play music. Keep track of the music. Write it down. Here's the first of 10 in a row.
Who would write down music for a prize? No, they don't.
People do it.
Losers do.
All right, what was the number 5 song? They'll tell you. Number 5 was Bruno Mars. Number 4 was...
Because they have no lives. You know what they were called. Tell the people.
Contest Pigs.
There you go.
Wow.
And that was the right
But we
answer.
like to call them repeat customers.
Oh, you did?
The general manager told me.
Everyone
Don't
else,
call them that. Call them repeat customers.
Everyone else in radio just would call them contest pigs. You knew them by name. And they would get mad because they were the 8th caller when you were looking for the 9th caller.
They would call up on Friday. What are you guys giving away this weekend?
Yep. It's well known they were called contest pigs.
Have the speed dials?
Yeah, they had all their phones programmed. Yeah. They were professionals.
They were repeat customers.
And then you had to look up their name and go, oh, fuck, this broad won last week.
If you or any member of your family has won something in the past 30 days, please give someone else a chance to win. You didn't want to say you can't win. You have to be nice to them. As a broadcast professional, that's what I would do. Be nice to them.
All right, well, we didn't get anything accomplished here. We have $500 thanks to HBO.
And nothing to do with it.
Because of Louis C.K.'s Oh My God special. That's going to be on HBO Saturday at 10. Sure.
I'm coughing. I have the cough button.
Stop faking it.
All right, we're going to break. We got Dan Aykroyd on the way and The Sopranos Blood.
Oh, my God.
And we're going to try to figure out how to give away this $500. Thank you, Dennis Falcone.
Thank you, gentlemen.
DennisFalcone.com?
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
The guys are back from the toilet.
Now, back to our show.
Got a legend outside our studio.
No, I'm back in. We all went to claim
I know,
legendary
a weak
status.
joke. We all grabbed for a 2, joke-wise.
Terrible people.
Dan Aykroyd.
There he is.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dan.
Dan Aykroyd, take a seat, sir.
Gentlemen, really? It's just like that, is it?
Yeah,
Yes,
we're
it
right
is.
on the air.
Opie.
Hi.
Anthony. Jim
Anthony.
Norton.
Indeed, good.
Nice
Is
to
that
meet
odd that
you.
people call you by your first and last name? Because that would be so odd if someone just went, Anthony Cumia. But it's like you feel compelled to just go, hey, Dan Aykroyd.
You know, the police call me Mr. Aykroyd.
Oh, they do?
My mother calls me Daniel.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
cute.
that's and then of course Chevy Chase, Murray, Martin Short. They all call me Aykroyd.
Why didn't
Aykroyd.
you say Marty? You should have said Marty Short.
Marty Short, yeah.
Marty Short, yeah.
Martin Short,
Don't you
yeah.
feel like you're in on some when you hear like people talking about their celebrity friends like that? Yeah, Marty Short. Me and Chuck Heston. We were out in Vegas.
I know. I don't mean to name drop, but
No, I love
but
a good
could
name
drop. A few.
Yeah, I think you
probably
could.
could. Yeah,
I actually met and interviewed Jimmy Hoffa once.
Wow.
No way.
Yeah, I was on.
Recently?
We put it back together for that one. No, that was up in. It was a show called Everything Goes, and it was a 90-minute variety show, just like Saturday Night Live, kind of. But 2 of them we did back to back, and I was the young interviewer writing on the show, and Jimmy Hoffa was plugging his book. So they put me in a room with him for about 45 minutes.
So it's before someone plugged in.
It was.
Wow.
I never saw that coming. I couldn't warn him.
No,
he was very polite. He was funny. He's and he did not like the Kennedys, but I think he made that clear.
Yeah.
So
wasn't Bobby Kennedy especially gunning for the Union, saying that there was mob influence and all that stuff?
Yeah, and I think history will bear out that there was some financial involvement
Perhaps.
there.
Sure.
Went to the black side, if we might say that.
A little bit.
Wow, what year did you interview him? That's fascinating.
That was that's in the 70s, like 72, 71, 72.
Wow, man,
100 pounds ago in 100 years.
That's a good resume stuffer.
Yeah.
We got to mention that Dan's here for the vodka. But we certainly want to talk about a bunch of things, but we definitely want to mention you got the vodka. I heard you brought samples.
Well, I want to show you.
You know what? It's not going to be a surprise to me, sir.
What you don't have
I have this vodka prominently displayed on my bar at my house.
You don't have a guy that walks around with your vodka for you, Dan Aykroyd?
I hauled
You
it
haul
over.
it yourself,
I
huh?
hauled it over. I hope you've cracked that bottle and tried it.
Oh, hell yeah. I've been through plenty of them. People know when they come over to my house, they bring Crystal Head vodka.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. So you're a discriminating taster.
I love it.
Going backwards, we just won the Prodexpo in Moscow, meaning best vodka out of 400 excellent tastes. We won 2 gold medals. Now, if Russians don't know superior vodka,
No kidding.
There you go.
And then we won the World Spirits Competition in 2011 in San Francisco with a 90-plus rating, and our notes are sweet, vanilla, dry, crisp, with a kick of heat off the finish.
Whoa!
Why is that?
Kick of heat off the finish.
Yeah, and no other
like
vodka
that.
can say there's a kick of heat. They're afraid of heat.
That is...
And lesser vodkas, what they do, the less expensive ones, is they mask the alcohol by putting 3 substances in it. And you're not going to want lesser vodka after you hear what they put into vodka. They put propylene glycol, which is a preservative. It's an antifreeze. It was used to cool Spitfire engines in World War II. Now, you don't want that in your vodka.
It's kind of cool in that aspect, but you don't want it in your vodka.
No, I mean, it's because it's a harsh chemical, and they do that to mask the alcohol and produce a viscosity that isn't always there. Ours is smooth naturally. And then they put limonene in. That's a bug exterminant or a caustic cleanser. Remember Billy May, that great salesman? He used to take a mustard squeezer.
Sure.
And he'd have this thick of automobile grease, and he'd just take that citrus oil and would cut right through it like the laser cutting James Bond in half in Goldfinger. Remember?
Yes.
He was going right for the and so that limonene is bad. You don't like that. And then they put sugar in there. Now, you don't need sugar in C2H5O6. You don't need any more sugar. So we're H2O C2H5O6, just water and the mash. That's it. We're winning awards all over the world. And our challenge is to make people aware to crack the bottle. What they do is they take them and they bring them home as collector's items, and they don't drink it. So
they don't open it because it looks really cool.
Looks good, but it looks good empty.
Oh, wow.
It's beautiful.
Cool,
it looks good. It looks good filled with M&Ms or model airplane paint or colored sand. Or, if you get on our website, World Wide Web, crystalhead.com, you'll see people from all over the world have sent in art projects with the empty bottles. So the bottle was designed by John Alexander. He's an American artist.
I think it was designed by the Lord at first, sir.
Yeah.
But
you're so correct. You're so correct. We're going to use that. Exactly right. Yes, it was.
That is cool.
Wait, can we?
We all have one of them. That's what's great about it.
Mr. Aykroyd, can we back up, though? How did you get into the vodka business? I'm fascinated by this because you're really into vodka now.
Well, what I did was I worked with Patron in Canada, Patron Spirits, the wonderful Patron XO and the Dark XO and the Añejo. I brought that into Canada because I was tired of making margaritas with inferior product. So I asked the guys at Patron, can I bring it into my little government liquor store in my little village in my little rural area up there? And they said, well, you got to bring it to the whole country. So I imported it to Canada, and now Patron is the best-selling luxury brand up there. We represent a good percentage of foreign sales for Patron, and I started to look at other opportunities. My friend had the idea for the bottle, and in about 2 minutes, he had drawn it up. And I looked at it and I thought, we got to put a pure, unadulterated, non-polluted, zero additive fluid in here. The bottle's so beautiful. Why would you put anything with pollutants in it? It's based on the Mitchell Hedges skull, which was one of the 13 crystal heads. There were 13 in the world. 5 of them are missing, 8 of them in the possession of mankind. They were supposed to have had powers for the Navajo, the Aztec, the Mayan, used them as crystal balls. They're supposed to come from the Star Children in the Spielberg movie Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skulls. It's alluded that they did come from another planet. So tying that all into our sales myth, what we're selling really is enlightened drinking, and drinking that has no junk in it. John Alexander was one of my best friends. We met at Saturday Night Live. I was dating one of the writers there, a beautiful lady named Rosie, and he basically stole her away from me. That's how we met. And so there's a nice story there, but I'm not sure where she is today, but I can get him on the phone because he's my evil partner. And so we drew this bottle up and we put the fluid in it. It's made by the government's facility in Newfoundland. Now, I know governments aren't very popular these days, but governments that make vodka are very popular.
Yeah. It's amazing how smart that, like, when you look at that, like, to see that on your shelf, like, everybody would want to at least try that. Like, that's a really smart marketing thing. And the name is great. Crystal Head Vodka is a great name for a product.
It's a skull, but we don't call it a skull. We see it as a living thing, just like the Navajo, the Mayans, the Aztecs saw it as a living crystal. Of course, it's not crystal because that has lead in it. That's Bruni glass, and it has a little grin to it. Now, so that's our naked bottle right there. Now, any Stones fans around here?
I like them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
To commemorate the 50th anniversary of the Stones and their tour coming up, we went to Bravado at Universal, which is their marketing arm. We went through Canada to do this, and Mick and Keith and the boys agreed that this would be a fun thing to do, and we have devised.
They've done some fun things in their day.
Yes, they have.
This is the Rolling Stones commemorative tour pack.
Look at that.
Wow, how cool is that?
Sticky
vodka.
Yes, isn't that great? It's the Sticky Fingers zipper.
Yep.
In a little stage. And in order for us to in order for us to encourage people to crack the bottle and actually drink it, the bottle's inside. We have a stopper. So you take out the cork. After you undo our safety seal, our Tylenol safety seal. And then you have this beautiful head stopper
look at that.
That encourages you to drink what's in the bottle. And then also the best part of this package, and this is great. I mean, this is what makes it so, I guess, emotional for me, is that I'm a longtime Stones fan. I've known Keith and Ronnie mainly, and I know Mick, of course, but I'm closer to Keith and Ronnie because they've been in my house, and I've had Keith stay in my house a couple of times, and I love the boys so much. I love hanging with them. Mick picked all of the songs that you get in the tray in the bottom here. There's 14 live tracks. Whoa. 14 live tracks from the Stones, picked by Mick personally. And the vodka, and the stopper, and a sticker if you want to put it on there. And,
that is great.
Every man is going to want this of our, demographic, and younger and older, of course. And every woman who has a man is going to want to buy it for them. I mean, this is the Father's Day gift.
That is
It'll look great in the man cave, I'm thinking.
Opie, would you?
I have one.
Yeah, in the man cave.
I have a man
You have a man cave, right? Every man should have a man cave.
Hut.
Yeah.
It's a Kwanzaa.
That's good, yeah.
Wow,
that's an amazing package.
Isn't that neat?
That's pretty.
Yeah, that's cool.
Pretty damn cool right there.
And there's a zipper on the front, which I like.
Yeah.
What are some of the live songs?
I'm going to leave this here for you.
Oh, my God.
What are some of the live songs?
There's.
I want to see if they got lazy or not.
Let me see. Oh, they're all on here somewhere.
Just a few.
I had the card here. Let me see.
Little Midnight Rambler, you think?
I saw that.
Did it make the cut?
Yep.
Nice.
How much is it?
Here we go. Beast of Burden, Angie. These are all live tracks that Mickey said. I want the best live tracks for this. Brown Sugar, Let's Spend the Night Together. Shattered, Painted Black, Gimme Shelter, Wild Horses, Shine a Light, Rocks Off, Miss You, Get What You Want.
These are the hits.
Yeah, Honky Tonk Women, Jumpin' Jack Flash. So you get the
they had a few hits, huh?
They did.
They had a few hits.
And boy, it's going to be a great tour coming up. Oh my God,
man! Right?
I mean, everybody's got to come out the door for that. I think they've already sold out the tickets. So
I don't tell
a regular bottle of your vodka. How much does a regular bottle cost?
In the States here, if you go to a big chain like Sam's Club, Costco, something like that, you can get it for around $45 to $46. It's a premium product. It's a luxury spirit. We're not hiding that. It is government manufactured, as I said, and you're paying for the custom glass, the bottle, the package, and the government manufacturer. after the shipping from Newfoundland, Canada, where it's made.
Sure.
Now, we make it there because the water is this original glacial water. When the glacier melted, 16,000 years ago, 800 feet above the planet, it all went into Newfoundland, which is kind of like a big rocky sponge. And so we draw on that water to make the vodka.
Yeah, that's some clean stuff right there.
Yeah.
I like this. I don't drink at all, and I want one of these in my house.
Okay, well, I'm going to leave each of you principal gentlemen with one when I leave, and you can keep the gift pack here.
You know what it is about this vodka. You are absolutely correct in the fact that you got to be reminded to open it, because I had the head sitting up on in my bar, and I was drinking everything else that was laying around, and finally I was just like, let me try this.
Yeah,
and it's fantastic, and people now when they come over, they know to bring that vodka, the Crystal Head vodka, over to my house. I have
Look how happy Jen Aykroyd is.
I love it.
He's very happy.
I'm not kidding. I love this.
And you're an amazing pitch man. I've realized. You've been pitching for a while.
Willie Loman, here I come.
Yeah.
But
he's using his the Bassomatic.
I was going to go with the bass joke. Yeah.
Pitch, which of course,
yes.
How many people have given you bad ideas? Like, if you want people to open it, you should hook up a little motor where the mouth opens and goes, "Open me, open me."
That wouldn't be bad, actually. we have a billboard in L.A. on the side of the Avalon Dance Club there in Hollywood, and it's a woman, her like curves in her hands and her hip, and the head is right there, and we have "Try Me" underneath and "Taste Me." So that's the push. It's the bartender's friend. It makes a great cold shot, of course, and you can drink it, frozen or whatever. But the thing is, because there's no additives, bartenders and bar chefs, mixologists are adding so much anyway. Red Bull, Clamato, Saint Germain, vermouth. So why not start with a vodka that has nothing in it? And they're finding that all over the world, in Europe, especially where they're doing this molecular mixing and that. They're adding sugar, blueberries, ants on a log, peanut butter. It's amazing. In San Francisco, you can get a salad in a drink, from the Bartenders Guild. So they enjoy the clean slate aspect of it.
Very cool.
And, we just,
I want to ask you how it was going back to SNL recently.
Oh, that was fun. It was well written, that show, which made it great. Now, that Justin Timberlake, he's got real
talented, huh?
He really is. I mean, he's somebody that got into show business really young, but he had the goods to take it all the way. And in fact, it was his idea to have us on the show. When he was a kid at Disney watching reruns of SNL, he loved the Czech Brothers.
Oh, right.
So, come on, swing. Why not? We'll swing with that, man. Why not? So we invited Steve. He invited Steve and myself to come on the show, and we did the Czech Brothers, and then they wrote that five-timers thing, which was really
that
neat.
was amazing.
Yeah, that was kind of documentary history right there.
Yeah. You don't realize how many people have done it that many times.
Yeah.
Just amazing. We got to ask you, of course, about Caddyshack 2. Look, I hate to bring up the bad, but
what's wrong with it?
Shut up, Jimmy.
I don't talk about the bad movies, but
you don't?
No, that was
because I wondered
what's known
over
as a
the
favor.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to know the motive.
That was a favor. Yeah, they were stuck, and they needed Chevy and I, and so the guy from Warner's, who was an executive, a friend of ours that we made Spies Like Us with, said, "Please, you got to bail me out here." So
you are a good friend.
We showed up, and
we showed up.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some AAA releases out there that I'm very proud of.
No, we're huge fans. Don't even be confused.
For the moment, everybody has a few,
Do you know Trading Places? We were just talking about that. You could still watch that today, and it's just as funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it holds up over time. Hilarious.
Very
Your
good
character,
script.
great, and of course the lovely Jamie Lee Curtis before she was doing the yoga commercials. Wow. What a body on her.
Said you were the best on-screen kisser that she ever worked with.
Oh.
Nice.
Well, it takes two to do that, and movie kissing is kind of deceiving. It looks more passionate than it is. But Jamie, I consider her like my sister in the business.
Yeah.
We've made 4 movies together. She is a fabulous woman. She's, what's great about her is just her attitude in terms of how she loves the crew. She'll have if there are kids on the set, like in My Girl, she had a swear box there. Everybody had to put $5 in if they said
Oh,
bad
really?
words.
How much did you have to put in there?
I put a few in.
Yeah.
But no, that was a nice afternoon shooting that scene. Believe me.
What was your first jump into like more serious roles? Because you do both. I mean, you're a very good serious actor.
Let me see now. I guess I suppose, Driving Miss Daisy, I probably, even though that was kind of light and there was some comedy in it and that, and then the My Girl movies, which women between the age of 22 and 30 only know me as that father.
Really?
Yeah, I can go through anywhere. I said, are you the father from My Girl? That's what I get now. Not Ghostbusters, not Blues Brothers, not anything else. I am the father in My Girl.
That was one damn sad little movie.
It was sad, yeah.
Oh, my God.
It was very
terrible.
sad. They killed Macaulay Culkin. And, of course, I, the marketer, go to the producer, John Peters, and say, you can't kill Macaulay Culkin. And I said, what are you doing? No, wait. Let's say,
this will never work.
I said, no, this is not going to. First of all, people wake up on the embalming table all the time. He was stung by a bee. Okay, so he's in a coma, right? All right, and then I'm putting the cannula on, and he wakes up. He wakes up and everything's fine, and they go off with the butterflies. Why are you gonna kill him? And of course, that would have been totally wrong if they'd not killed him, because it wouldn't have been the movie it was.
That was a rough.
That was terrible when she goes into the funeral. She's crying.
And then she comes down the stairs to see Macaulay in the other room dead. Oh, boy.
Yes, I know. That was that brought you up the real. Now that was written by a woman whose father owned a funeral home. I've never won I won an Emmy for writing SNL. I've been nominated for a Grammy, Best New Artist, Blues Brothers 1979. Nominated for an Academy Award, but I've never won an Academy Award or a Grammy. However, I have won the California Undertakers Association Award for sympathetic portrayal of a funeral director.
Really?
Yes, that's one of my proudest plaques right there.
Sympathetic portrayal, so it wasn't the gruesome guy that everybody pictures, right?
Yeah.
Anytime you play a funeral director and you don't walk in with Dracula music, you're like, all right, he gets us.
Instead, I had a tuba.
I thought Neighbors was a very underrated comedy. It was a weird movie, but with Kathy Moriarty, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, we switched parts there. They wanted me to play the other part, and we said, no, let's play it. It was written by a guy named Joseph Berger, a New Jersey novelist, and you know what was great? He really supported what we were doing, and we shot it over in Staten Island there near the old mental asylum. That was very interesting. Worked nights the whole time. And built that house, built the power lines there, and all that. That was all our construction, And it was a little bizarre, but we had fun. We had fun on it, and now you can't hardly get that film. I can't find that on DVD. A lot of people.
Yeah, true. Yeah. That one isn't readily available.
Can I ask you, what is your favorite? Because you're known as a big conspiracy guy. What is your, not favorite, but what is your most passionate conspiracy?
Oh, geez. Conspiracy. Well, I mean, in terms of assassinations or chemtrails. I mean,
assassinations or government problems.
Well, I think the government conspires to keep things from us all the time. I think one of the biggest conspiracies is the loss of $20 billion of our taxpayer money in two really bad wars and Katrina. I mean, look at where the money went. It went into pallets into Iraq and was taken out the back door in metal trunks. And Katrina, $4 billion gone there in theft. Iraq, Afghanistan, the money's just disappearing, and that's money that you and I have to pay. And by the way, these new higher tax rates that everyone's going to have to pay, the middle class, are based on what money was worth 25 years ago. You're being taxed on a dollar that's worth 47 cents today. And so, very unfair to tax us and then misspend the money. I mean, government is really a mess down there. I can't believe that. It's just.
I don't see it as much as conspiracy as I do complete incompetence. I just see people that have an undying supply of cash, so they don't have to be thrifty with it. Because I mean, what recourse do we have? Hey, I'm not paying you. No. And then you go to prison. So
well, that's right, or you move to another country. But people did conspire to steal all of that, especially the money in Iraq that went out the back door in pallets, shrink-wrapped and out to some, who knows?
Like Goodfellas.
Who knows who got
pay
it?
Me.
Yeah.
Just
what was his name? Maury. Yeah. Maury. Where's my money?
Fuck him, that cigarette hijacking Mick.
Yeah. Where's my money? Where's my money? Where's my money? Yeah.
Wow. Hey, did you, I mean, obviously SNL at the beginning and Lorne, it just seemed from what I've seen in interviews and documentaries that it was a very kind of, hey, we don't quite know what we're doing, but this is kind of going to work. And now to see Lorne where he is now, which is pretty much in charge of late night, with Jimmy Fallon.
Sure.
Did you have any inkling back then that this guy was the powerhouse that he would end up being?
From the moment I met him.
Really?
Absolutely. No, this guy had it. He started as a writer, performer, stand-up. He had a partner named Hart Pomeranz, they used to do comedy. Lauren had shoulder-length hair and a Fu Manchu mustache when I met him, but I knew right away. He had a vision. He knew what he wanted to do. He knew talent. He knew how to spot talent. He knew how to use talent. And he was able to convince NBC to do not a pilot but 7 shows. He said, you've got to give me 7 because we'll get traction that way. And he simply wanted to recreate the Colgate Comedy Hour, the Sid Caesar live experience, and now today he's going to be having that late night block. I'm sure he wishes, like I do, that he did this 30 years ago, building an empire. But he's going to have a lot of people on his side that are going to be good parts of his team. And he's my boss.
Yeah, he's your boss.
Oh yeah, anytime he calls, I'm there.
Yeah, it really is something looking over the years, because it didn't seem to be that organized when you guys were on.
No, there was definite, chaos. I mean, we would be writing, the secretaries would be typing at 4 a.m. I had bunk beds there that Johnny and I slept in. I had them put a shower in for me because I used to sleep over to get the things rewritten and stuff. And you'd put a piece in and they'd have to build the set in 9 hours. And, it was, and there were only, just a few cast members and only like 7 or 8 writers. So there wasn't, you could blow, snow through the 17th floor, sometimes.
Really?
And now they're, every assistant has an assistant, and they do a great job, but it's very overpopulated.
Different animal.
What was your first indication that it was really something that was not going to go away quickly? Like, what was the first? I mean, was it the first week, or was it
It was. Well, for me, it was the first moment that I went out on camera. I was under the seats. I was waiting to go on in a scene called Home Security, where Garrett Morris and I break into a guy's home to show him that you'd better have a security system, and that's the way we sold it, was breaking into homes. And so we were sitting there. I'm looking at him. He's looking at him. I'm thinking, boy, if this doesn't work. I do know a good price on a snowplow up in Canada. I can go back and do that. And then I went out there and then the scene started and people were laughing and John and Michael O'Donoghue had done the Wolverine thing and that had worked and I was thinking, oh yeah, this could work. This could work. And then of course the George Carlin show was a big hit, and because we had 7, to prove to NBC that it could work.
Right.
Here we are, 36 years later.
Amazing, right?
How hard is it I'm always amazed that SNL guys can, like, if a scene's not working, how hard is it to bomb in a scene when you just know the scene's not working and continue with it, and like how is it to not break and just go, fuck, this is not working?
Well, let me put. You're talking about dying.
Yeah, like just.
Okay, well, that is the most, and I think most all comedians will tell you this, and you guys know a little bit about this. There's occasions when you do die. It is the most exquisite feeling. It's kind of wonderful, to watch other people die.
Oh, that's the best.
To die. To feel something dying. I remember we did a sketch, I forget what it was called. Tom Davis and I wrote it, and after we did it, Michael O'Donoghue walked up to me and said, "That's the single worst piece of writing and performing I've ever seen on television." We died, and we knew we were dying, you remember when Carson would do something, like he would say something, a joke wouldn't work, and then he'd try to make it work and just dig himself deeper hole. That to me was the greatest laugh. Yeah.
He would start dancing, they'd play the music, and he would do a dance.
Carson dying to me was just funnier than anything.
Looking over to Ed.
So dying is exquisite, and we used to do it at Second City a lot, and walk out and go, geez, that audience, it's, oh boy, are they dead? No, you're creatively dead, and that's why they weren't laughing.
But I bombed, I'm a stand-up, so I bombed in that realm. I understand how to do that, but I can address it, and I can just this stinks, or I can at least acknowledge it. But in sketch, it seems so terrifying because you have 3 more minutes of this, and you can't break that wall.
Well, as Winston Churchill said, when you're going through hell, keep going. So that's what you do. You just go right through, and as a stand-up, how fun it is to see other stand-ups die.
There's nothing better.
And then if you're dying, you can also turn it around to where it becomes a triumph sometimes.
Yeah.
If you die really, you mean like die a horrible death.
Yeah. It's or you dig out of that hole and you get a rocket and then
Bill
next
Burr.
thing you know, you're
Bill Burr in
back
Philly.
on top.
Right.
Bill Burr in Philly. One of our guys was getting booed in front of,
10,000
12,000 people who used to do a little comedy tour. And he was getting killed. And he turned the whole thing around and just beat the shit out of Philly as a city, as a whole.
Yeah.
Which made the boos even bigger. But by the end of it, to
yeah.
make it short, it was a standing ovation. People were out of their minds for it.
They understood what he
But
did.
he turned it around instead of sitting there just, you know.
If nothing else, they realized how much he knew about Philly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
And how right he was.
Oh, my God. It was an amazing night to see him do that.
When you're doing films too, do you ever see a script that like you like and it's going, and then as you start shooting it, they start making changes, and you're like, oh, but this is not what I signed on for.
Oh, sure. That happens. That happens a lot, and you can only fight as much as you can for what you think your part should be, and then the role should be in the dialogue, and try to appeal to the producers and the director if it's not working. But mostly I've been pretty fortunate because the material that I've started out with was pretty strong. On the good movies, yeah.
On the good,
yeah.
Is it hard to go out and promote a movie that you know you don't like? Like if you have to do it?
You know what's great about promoting this vodka is that I'm not selling used battery acid here. I mean, I'm selling a quadruple gold medal winning fluid that is just delicious. People are loving it. And so I walk in with confidence. I used to sell movies on a Wednesday that I knew were going to die on a Friday.
Wow.
I mean, I knew they were dead. And this is the greatest comedy. This director. And I knew it was, beating the horse until the bones showed, It was,
yeah.
But it was one of those things. I guess contractually you guys have to do it, right? They're like, you have to go out and promote it, and there's nothing you can do.
It depends what's in the. I don't. During in the last sort of years of my peak motion picture career, and I had a good run in the 80s and 90s. There, I did not have any obligation to promote, but of course I wanted to because like a thing like Grosse Pointe Blank. I loved that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to let people know about it. So even though I wasn't contracted, I did a few things for them promotional wise.
Yeah. Were you as into partying back then as a lot of the other people we hear about?
Well, I mean, I did try La Cocaña a couple of times, but it wasn't my thing. It was only because it was around, and instead of having coffee to stay up till 3, that was the. But Johnny loved that. He did that. That made him. He was fighting some kind of he was numbing himself, fighting some kind of pain. And so he liked the powders and the pills a little more, and then some of the other cast members and people in the business and in the movie industry. But it was never my thing. More on the green side for me, and a little moderate use.
Did you see that coming with? Because a lot of people talk about Chris Farley, and they're like the friends were so concerned because you could kind of see it snowballing into a place that was very dangerous. Did you see that with Belushi, or was it kind of one of those things where you didn't realize how bad it was?
Yeah, we flushed a lot of blow down the toilet, and we hid it from him. We hid the people. We tried to separate him from the people that were giving him the stuff, and we knew that we had to watch out for him. It just came so suddenly, and I wish I was out there then because and this is what I think to myself to this day. If I had been there, I might have been able to do something to prevent it. Now, let's look to the bright side of things. If you want to speculate, if John were alive today, he would be probably one of the top directors on Broadway because he loved theater. He was very smart that way, and he would be one of these guys with a scarf and a hat, blowing in with a cape, and directing the great actors of our time. And he would be in Broadway. He'd be like an actor manager, like David Garrett or somebody. And I can see that's where his life might have gone.
Where were you when you found out? How did you find? Because the news was not passed back then the way it is today. So there wasn't like just a Twitter or an explosion where everybody found out.
Well, I got a call. I was writing Ghostbusters. I was writing his line for Ghostbusters. Wow. In fact, because he was supposed to be in it. And then it was early in the morning, and I was at our office there on Fifth Avenue, and Bernie Brillstein called and told me he was our agent and manager, and he said that John was gone, and of course my immediate thought was to get right to Judy right away so that she wouldn't find out on the radio. And I ran. Actually, it was a beautiful, beautiful day, beautiful March day, and I got out of the office and I ran to Judy's down in the village there, and on the way I passed a newsstand and it was already on the newsstand.
Wow! Yeah. Shit! Wow! Yeah.
So I got in there and had to. That was tough. It's tough when you have to tell someone that.
Shit.
you lose a brother, a husband, or whatever. Yeah, that was a dark moment, and one that she, of course, triumphed over. And now we manage the Blues Brothers brand, and she's a happy lady today.
And after something like that, which is just awful, did you take a long time before you could kind of come back, or was it one of those things where you could just bury yourself in being creative to kind of move on?
I stopped. Yeah, I stopped. Yeah, it's casualty in that. I mean, I knew I had to keep going and do something, and then I went on to do the movie that I met my wife on, Dr. Detroit. So, that turned out all right. Yeah.
Oh, did you put Ghostbusters down for a while? Like you didn't want to continue?
Yeah. It sort of went away. It was really when I was doing Trading Places, I began to redevelop Ghostbusters, and then we got the president. It was supposed to be Eddie Murphy, me, and Belushi. Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I was writing it for.
Wow. For Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Would have been a nice. Yeah.
Wow.
The look in the suits would have been really good.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I love finding out that stuff.
And, I'm chunky and John was rotund. So I wasn't so chunky back then. But
yeah.
And so did Eddie not want to do it? By the time it came around, was he just off to doing his own thing?
I just think I don't know what it was, how it evolved. It just was we got Murray, and when I got with Harold and Ivan, we started to write the script, and so we got Murray, and then Murray, Bill added so much. To it, 50% of the success of that movie is because of his performance. I mean, it's just great.
Yeah, god damn.
Yeah, so fun stuff.
I'm always jealous of guys, and you knew John Candy well too, right?
Very well. He was a great friend of mine. Yeah.
I think he's one of the funniest guys ever on film. Like he could be funny doing. And just that big fucking head shake. There's nothing better than John Candy.
Oh, and the SDTV work that he did was sensational. Really, really, really great work. John, he there was no drugs involved in his demise, unfortunately. It was a congenital heart defect, but he was so much fun. And of course, John Hughes wrote those movies. He was one of the most prolific writers at the time.
Yeah.
Also died prematurely, but Candy and I started out together. When we started out, I was a Royal Mail courier. I was driving a mail truck, and he was a Kleenex salesman.
So almost like a Del Griffith type of job. He really had one.
Wow. He wore the brown suit. He had the matching brown Pontiac. He was like a clothes horse. He was always dressed in the ring and the cigarette, and Johnny LaRue. He was beautiful, Johnny LaRue. He was so
Johnny
stylish.
LaRue, right?
I could barely, make it into a pair of jeans and a T-shirt after work. I'd take the mail cap off, and then I didn't know what to wear. But we started out at Second City, and we still had those jobs when we were at Second City, and then we quit them to go full time.
Wow, you did, huh?
Oh yeah.
Jeez, what point were you able to go, hey, I could quit my job? Like, was it
when the Second City started to pay us? We were $235 a week, so we were able to stop the driving the mail truck, and then the Second City Theater closed. The sheriff closed it down because of the operator ran out of money and couldn't pay the debt, and Second City was rescued by another entrepreneur, impresario, kind of in the Lorne Michaels vein, named
Guy Caballero.
His name is why am I slipping my name? Andrew Alexander. Sorry, there's many Alexanders in mine. Andrew Alexander is his name, and he saved Second City in Toronto and got the TV show started, and today is the Lorne Michaels of Second City.
Do you think writing has changed in comedy since, like, 'cause when you look at the SNL writing for those days, they talk on a lot of racial issues, like with Pryor and Chevy Chase. And I don't just mean at SNL, I mean in general. It seems like people are so frightened of repercussions for saying, instead of challenging social things, people are so afraid of challenging them and getting in trouble for it.
I think they take on, issues today pretty, at SNL anyway, pretty head on in terms of culture and in terms of rappers and performers that may push the envelope. They parodize pretty effectively. I don't think they're afraid of any issues. Of course, drugs I think are off the table now. They can't really we did that sketch where the customs, they're coming through customs and the suitcase is just powder everywhere. You don't see that so much anymore. But as far as, taking on like racial stereotypes and cultural stereotypes, SNL is really doing great work now, and I watch all the time. I love it. Yeah.
Was there anything that they wanted you to tackle, or any comedy wanted you to tackle that you were like, I kind of would rather not?
No, I pretty much did everything I was assigned, and people would come to me and say, "Would you help me with this or be in that?" It was always a collaborative effort, so I never really backed off it. I like to help people with their visions, and they helped me. So no, I never. There was nothing that I really backed off of. I didn't like doing Update. That's one thing. I was uncomfortable in that seat. That wasn't for me.
No, huh?
No. I like to have a wig, a funny walk, glasses, something to hide behind. To be out there and just be me. Reading the comedy news. It was not my thing. And the ones who have done it since have done a much better job than I have.
Wasn't Lawrence supposed to do that? I heard that was originally going to be his, but he got a little stage fright, or he just decided. Was that true, or is that just
maybe? Could be. I mean, he did like appearing on camera at the CBC, but his strength is behind the scenes and picking every week what's going to be on the show. That's the greatest job in show business. He's the one that ultimately decides what works, what doesn't, between dress and air, what's going to go on and what isn't.
His most famous on camera was making that offer to the Beatles, which was hilarious. And he had the long hair, and you look at him back then and look at him now with the suit and gray hair and balding and everything. It's not even like it's the same person.
Well,
it really is amazing.
Many of us have changed in that way.
You look great, though. You've lost a lot of weight.
I'm still at bouncer size, but it goes back. It goes back and forth, and appetites and all that. But
Can I ask you an acting question? What do you do with your hands? I always have trouble when I act with my hand. I never know what to do with my fucking hands when I'm acting. Like, where do you put them?
It's so true. You're right about that. Yeah, I usually,
on the coffee to bring to the staff.
Yeah, exactly. I should put them on a pistol to put in my chin.
Sometimes the director will help you with that, and also the continuity girl, the script girl, will help you say, "Oh, you held it a certain way. The cup was here, or the cigarette was there, or you put your hand there. You had your right hand up." So they tell you from take to take sometimes what to do. The trouble I always had was rushing the lines, was rushing through it. We're going to be here all day, man. Don't rush. You can take your time, and also I learned, being on camera, that this is your moment. Once that camera is rolling, take your time. It's all right. It's kind of like Wyatt Earp. When he talked about gunfighting, he said, I always take my time. And that's why I always get the other guy, because the other guy is nervous, adrenaline's there, he's rushing for the piece. And Wyatt Earp said that, I have my musculature trained, and I take it slow. I always take it slow. He says, he used to talk about how he would freeze that moment when he went for the gun, so that the other guy's going for the gun fast, but he's going for it slow, and by the time that the barrel came out of the bullet's already out and into the guy's stomach, and all done in a very slow motion kind of way where time seems to stop. So in motion picture acting, when the camera's rolling, just take the time. It's like a car accident, how it unfolds slowly, just take your time. And then, if it doesn't work, you're back to another take. At SNL, no deal there. You're live, and there's no taking your time there. You rip through it.
The worst is when I would do an audition slow and feel like I really was emotionally right, and I do it, and I'm like, that's great. And they're like, all right, can we do it again, but you got to pick up the pace.
You thought you were being brilliant.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing this with my hands, flopping them out.
Well, that's why they have directors.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Poor Jimmy.
Very good. Crystal Head vodka. We gotta make sure that we get the word out.
And you can follow Dan Aykroyd on Twitter. It's at Dan Aykroyd, but there is the underscore in between Dan and Aykroyd.
Who's got Dan Aykroyd?
I guess we do. I don't know.
What, you have the underscore. Someone has the other one.
I think
someone has the one that's easier to fucking remember.
Well, I think one of the companies probably has. We've probably locked that up because they don't let you. You can't have someone else's name. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Unless that's actually their real name too.
Could be. There are some Aykroyds around. Not many, but there might be another one out there. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
Dan
It's a rare
Aykroyd's
name.
yogurt shop somewhere, and some guy's like, no, he's not getting it. Screw him.
There was a Jim Norton Toyota. I was so angry. Some guy in Tulsa, Oklahoma had a Toyota dealership with my name, and he was getting more fucking news and Google hits than I am. Complete flop. So Crystal had the Rolling Stones edition. I guess, how can people get that? 'Cause
package
it really
is
is
amazing.
unbelievable.
It's going to be in retail stores all over the country, and
for you.
I encourage people to buy it, put it up, but crack the bottle and try the quadruple gold medal fluid. You know, that's the
I will
that's the
attest
thing.
to that.
That's why we're
it's
here.
very, very good vodka. I love it. And and the bottle looks great up on your shelf behind the bar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
No, it looks great on bars and in all in hotels and in restaurants and in nightclubs. It's just what it does. It draws the attention to the bar, and it's just a nice addition to it. It's I call her Joy. Her name is Joy.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah. She's got a little smile there. She's not a mean skull at all.
That's adorable.
Yeah. And then the top is there. You'll see there's a deer head, a crescent, and 2 fleur-de-lis. The deer head is from the Aykroyd family crest. The crescent is New Orleans, and the other fleur-de-lis is the province of Quebec, and the other fleur-de-lis is the state of Louisiana. So
wow,
we love Louisiana, we love Quebec, we love Franco-Americans and Franco-Canadians.
Dan Aykroyd, just fantastic
what a pleasure
having you, man. Thanks so
you
much
guys are great. Thanks a lot, man.
for coming in.
Have a good weekend.
Right back with Dre DiMatteo.
The Opie and Anthony Show continues in moments.
And now these messages.
The Opie and Anthony Show continues.
How great was Dan Aykroyd?
Very nice guy.
Real nice guy, man.
Yeah, he really is. Holy shit.
I was actually interested listening to him talk about the vodka. Like, I didn't feel like I was being sold some bullshit, and I don't drink, and I was telling these I was actually like, God damn, I want to try this vodka.
That's
I probably shouldn't.
Yeah, please don't.
You probably shouldn't, Jim.
Have a silver Sharpie Travis and a kiss on my asshole.
Oh.
You've gave us a hint of what you would be like drunk, and I don't know if we want to see that, Jim.
No.
I
I don't think you should, Jimmy.
I might.
No.
I'm actually debating it.
No, don't. How many years sober?
26.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Imagine
And
blowing
then fast
that.
forward, Dan Aykroyd got me back into this. Thank God for Dan.
Imagine that. That's like, what, 87?
He did.
February 1st of 87. All of 87.
Wow, that's unbelievable. And he did sign your bottle, Enjoy. I saw that he wrote Enjoy on your bottle.
What, give me like, the top fucking 3 songs from 1987.
Oh.
I got to put myself.
Oh, it's you too, Joshua Tree.
Is it?
Almost definitely.
I got to
87
put
is
myself
like-
in the fucking mindset of how much of a fuck up that would be, because that
Joshua
much time
Tree.
has gone by. Joshua Tree.
I'm trying to think what else. I mean, you got to go.
But I wasn't a big U2 fan back then.
You got to go with New Wave in general.
Yeah?
Yeah, like I don't know. That might be like Wang Chung.
Wang Chung?
That might be some Wang Chung.
Everybody have
Give me
fun
some songs from
tonight.
'87. That's a long fucking time.
Walk like an Egyptian.
Oh, really?
Wow. And then you would just throw that away.
How about we keep your bottle?
That'd be terrible.
How about you pour out your bottle right now?
No, I think I'm gonna have. I'm gonna have some.
Why? Because he made it sound so good, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna try just one glass of it. Cool glass of vodka.
Just one glass, huh? How bad would it be?
Drink, give it to Jimmy, watch him drink. Oh, yeah.
Jimmy, what would the odds be that you only had one drink? I don't even know if you're supposed to joke about this shit. I never know.
Sure, I started. Yeah,
All
so
right.
the odds that I would have one drink, not good. You know what? At first, maybe I would do one. I maybe just one or whatever.
Once you go over the line, though, it's
don't
like,
know
well,
what would
look, I
happen.
did it. It's like I was able to just have one.
And I blew 26 years, so the next ant party is when it would probably come off.
Yeah,
the
that
wheels
would be
come off.
terrible.
Oh, boy. Because then at
that'd
that
be
point, you're
great.
like, I've been sober a week. What the hell?
I'd be funny.
I'll start
having
my
fun.
sobriety
that
next
would be
week.
so bad. I would be like, oh my God, this
Look at
guy's
his eyes.
fucked
He's
up.
going into it.
I would just sit. I'd be sitting on your sofa.
Hey, Jim. Jimmy.
You guys make a lot more fucking money than I do.
Oh, no. Oh, Jesus. Jimmy, be cool, man. It's like
You were supposed to fucking look out for me.
everyone's having fun, Jim. It's a party. Be cool.
Where's your fucking yards?
No, they're in the closet. They're fucking locked up in the safe in the closet. Don't fucking. He'd be looking for my gun.
Give me that. Fuck, I just want to fucking hold it.
Oh my God.
Oh, would that be horrible?
Oh, it would be bad.
I don't want that
I
at
don't even know
all.
if this is funny.
It is.
No, I know it's funny.
It's silly.
Oh, this is another 87, huh?
You think Aykroyd has a few bucks?
Yeah.
From the vodka?
From the movies, from everything, sure.
Beautiful
yeah.
packaging, this Crystal Head
It's
vodka.
genius.
Holy fuck.
I like that shit.
Is it really that much better, Ant?
Yeah, it's very good. I'm not even kidding. It really is good.
And what does it taste like?
It tastes like vodka, but not like he said. Some vodka tastes perfumey. Like they try to mask, like vodka, chilled, the little vermouth and some olives in there, a martini, is pretty good. I like it mixed though. I'm not a pure vodka guy. I'll do some shots, but I like it with a little OJ,
little cranberry,
something like that, maybe a little cranberry. I'm a fucking pussy when it comes to vodka drinks. I don't like it straight, I like a shot, but I haven't fucking had a drink in a long time. It's got to be 2 days now. It's probably since I guess Saturday.
You get the shakes?
Yeah, look at me.
Oh, now it's a few days.
No, not really.
I'm steady as a rock. I know. I'm kidding.
How about that
That's
first
the amount of
day?
drinking you do, though. You would think you would start shaking.
Nah, I'm good.
You are good, man. Not a shake to you.
Why don't you just stay the course now?
Should I?
Yeah.
No.
Give it 90 days.
No.
If you don't like it, you can always
90 days.
give it 3 months.
90 days.
Suck.
That's not that
That's
long.
the whole summer.
Can we take 90 days off? That would be a nightmare.
What are we in now? April?
Picture the first
No, by the end of
fucking
July.
May, June, July.
Picture the first fucking 20 minutes of today's show all the time. No, I don't get nasty. I really don't. I'm nasty anyway. And when I'm hungover, I'm really fucking not fun to be around. I'm really not fun to be around. So,
well, speaking of being drunk, we got an E-Rock bit.
What?
And are we doing the move thing for the $500? HBO was nice enough to give us $500.
We really should. I mean, we're supposed to.
You want to just do sometime tomorrow? You're going to hear E-Rock mooing, and you call in and get the $500.
Yeah, I guess.
I wish he would pump up the contest for us, but he's made it very clear he will not.
He's really not a team player.
No, he isn't.
Did you like Dan Aykroyd, E-Rock?
Yeah, it was great.
I mean, he's a legend. He's sitting there like just a regular guy.
Yeah, talking about his vodka.
Maybe E-Rock should sing the fucking Louis theme song, but instead of Louis, he should sing Mooey, Mooey, Mooey,
Mooey, mooey.
Yeah, can you do that?
Mooey, 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 mooey.
That's not a bad idea. But
why don't you sing mooey, mooey?
That's a great idea.
Yeah, because it ties in with Louis.
Right.
And your obesity.
Would you do mooey, 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 mooey? Would you do that? Or make believe we're not talking.
I guess.
Oh!
There we go.
All right, bring him into Troy's studio. I want to hear how it comes out before the end of the show.
Yeah. Anytime he says Louie, you say mooey. It's easy.
The hook.
Yeah.
And then when you hear that tomorrow, just call and we'll give you $500 thanks to HBO. Yep. And Louis C.K.'s great special that's going down Saturday night.
That song, Louie, is about what they call an oil derrick.
No,
in
really?
the racist community.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oil
they call
derrick.
it oil. It's a white guy that fucks a black chick.
Really?
Yeah, they call him an oil derrick.
But what's the Louis about? How's Louis about that?
Because she was black as the night. Louis was whiter than white.
Oh.
There's a danger when you taste brown sugar. And he goes and tells his father, and his father's like pissed off, calls him fucking pissy eyes. He goes, son of a bitch.
Can we hear the song now? I never knew this.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was a nice song.
Nah, it's about a little taboo interracial love.
Sally, could you find that?
Oil derrick.
Yeah, and by the way, the other way around, it's called a coal burner.
There we go.
Wow.
Oh, man. Nice effect.
She was black
See?
as the night. Louis was whiter than white.
but he fell in love.
Nothing bad, it was good. Louis had the best girl he could. When he took her home to meet his mama and papa, Louis knew just where he stood. Louis, 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 Louis.
I feel like I'm watching a movie.
It's a cool song.
He's gonna go mooey, 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 mooey.
You fade out right there, Sal.
Yeah, it's a little interracial love
Very
song.
good. Sal was laughing at it. He can't wait to hear mooey, 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 mooey.
Mooey, 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 mooey. Mooey, 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 mooey. That's the part I want to hear him sing.
Yeah, which is going to
where
be...
he goes real fast.
We'll have it in a minute or two, hopefully. It's being recorded now. We got the Drunk E-Rock bit.
Yeah, very special episode of the Opie and Anthony Show.
Next week on a very special Opie and Anthony Show, the Sex Bagel battles his demons.
Everything could be saved if you come in and take a shot.
When he throws a celebration for himself.
Tequila Day was my idea.
But when things go wrong, E-Rock gets personal.
I can come with a woman, you can't.
And the things that usually help no longer do the trick.
Maybe I need a donut.
Humiliating his friends, family, and his wife.
I didn't grab her tits, no. I don't think she's proud of this particular show.
Then, insulting his radio idol.
Oh, turn it off. Give your final sign off. Go home, no one needs you.
E-Rock's years of radio training go down the drain.
9:08, 8 minutes. Try it again. 9:08, 8 minutes after 8 o'clock. Just like a chandelier, I'm hooked on the ceiling. Here's hooked on a feeling.
And awful cliches are used improperly.
Go large or go home.
We may get the truth.
And I know that he doesn't like me.
But when humiliation sets in, the sex man's emotions become out of control.
I don't even know that I'm crying.
Sexy B learns a lesson the hard way. Next week on a very special Opie and Anthony Show.
Morning BJs.
Jesus. That's so embarrassing. Oh, fuck, is that embarrassing?
One for the ages right there.
Oh, man, he was fucking hammered.
Yep, it really was.
It was fun.
Really drunk.
Today we also referenced Jimmy doing Regular Joe on Red Eye. Guess what? Through the magic of radio, we got it right here for everybody. This is how it went down on Fox yesterday.
I think it obstructs my view to see this instead of the show. So
Yeah.
it bugs me. And now that you have the iPads out, it's like this, all I see is a huge square.
The picture, people taking pictures with iPads.
They do it all the time.
I hate that.
They do it all the time.
I like it because then you're looking at, it seems closer. If you're behind them, I just look at the iPad and I forget where I am.
Then you just see a sea of iPads, though.
Yeah, but
I
it's
didn't pay
like
for
really
that.
cool. Look.
I just want to be a regular Joe. iPads, you get me just a throwaway camera. What the hell do I know? Give me a container of coffee.
A container of coffee.
You know those annoying old guys? Yeah, but you know those guys. Your iPad, what the hell do you need that for? Get to work on time. Thank you.
Get to work on time. Yeah. What the hell do I know?
Very good.
I can't stop doing Regular Joe and Edgar.
I don't like regular Jerry.
What? Regular J?
Jerry. You do Edgar at home?
Oh, yeah, of course. To myself. It's fantastic.
You should have went to WrestleMania. You would have really enjoyed it.
I've been to some Edgar.
Yeah,
I've had Edgar at my house.
What do you say to yourself as Edgar?
I just say words like in names. Like if there's a, like if the name fucking like Richard Lewis is on TV, I'll be like, Richard Lewis.
It's not his name.
But I have to say all the names and words like that.
I'm Edgar.
Like this would be Crystal Heat Vodka.
No, it's not. It's Crystal Heat. Vodka.
Vodka.
It's a beverage. Someone put mountain rocks in your vodka. April Fools.
He doesn't give you enough time to even acknowledge his April Fool's joke.
It's the 11th.
It's the 11th.
Oh, it's the 12th. April Fools. Shut up.
You shut up. And then he just tells you to shut up. Oh, Christ.
We also have Uncle Paul writing a poem.
Yeah, I don't know about this one. I haven't heard it.
Who did this one?
I have no idea. I just saw it in front of you.
Uh-oh.
Who's that old guy over there? Uncle Paul, with the creepy old guy staring. Uncle Paul, now he's coming over here, slowly limping down the hall. It's too late now, 'cause here comes Uncle Paul.
Let me show you how to make a big boy love you.
In today's episode, Uncle Paul writes a poem.
You're like my sunshine. You're like a can of warm sardine oil pouring down my throat. You're like salve. I rub on my privates when they're all chafed from running around. I want to be your preparation, H. Always getting in there and making you feel better. My tongue is your toilet paper.
Who's that old guy over there? Uncle Paul, with the creepy old guy staring. Uncle Paul, now he's coming over here, slowly limping down the hall. It's too late now, 'cause here comes Uncle Paul.
Fucking Steve. What an amazing jingle. Good job,
Steve. He's gone.
Yeah,
There's
Steve
nothing
is
we could do
gone.
about it.
Couldn't be helped.
Couldn't be helped. I hear tell his monument that has been erected, his as they call it, a gravestone, is indeed embossed with the Foundry Music logo.
Is it really?
Yes.
It has the watermark.
Yes, it's watermarked.
Really?
For all eternity. It's no shit.
That's funny.
I've seen pictures of it, and it does indeed have the Foundry Music logo that we found on every single video we ever had.
He owned us. Steve owned us for a while.
And he gets the last laugh.
Good for Steve.
Yeah.
Do we have the move thing?
It's being worked on.
Where am I? Where did I go? I was somebody walking the earth. Now I'm not. Where am I, everybody?
What a ghost he'd be.
I know, it's terrible.
I don't like this music.
I don't like the music either,
stop.
E-Rock.
Why?
I don't like it. It's too creepy. Doesn't make it fun. Like, I have fun when I do Ghostly Steve, and then you play this music, it just stops the whole thing dead in its tracks. Literally. Yeah. I don't like that.
He's been told.
Yeah.
But he keeps playing it.
He's a rebel.
Doing his own bits, I guess.
Yeah, what bit are you doing in there, ghost boy?
Oh.
We won't do the moo bit, but...
Yeah, you won't do the moo bit,
No,
but you're
no.
ghosting all over town.
The only other thing we got, I want to do the move thing, but Kobe Bryant tells Jim Rome he would have smacked the Rutgers coach.
Oh,
That's how you know that guy was out of line, because a lot of
James.
the players are not sticking up for him. High
James
profile, yeah.
spoke up. Kobe Bryant spoke up. I would imagine they had some tough coaches, but obviously this guy went a little far. But
The two best guys in the NBA are both saying he was a fucking dick.
Yeah.
For doing that.
Yeah.
Wait. Isn't one a rapist?
Thank you.
What the fuck is that guy
Yeah, but-
saying anything?
Yeah, but that
he's not
doesn't mean
offici-
that everything he
and
says
he's
is
not,
right.
He's not officially a rapist.
No? What happened?
Accused.
He was accused of rape.
Mm-hmm.
He did fess up to fucking her in the ass, though, right?
He's a good guy.
That's
What
just,
would you do?
Yeah, that's just
Fuck her in the ass.
that's just saying hello.
It's a fine how do you do?
That's hey, what's up?
It's a fine how do you do?
How do you do with great difficulty? From my stomach.
That's how a dude bro says hi, right?
Yeah, of course.
That's how a dude bro says hi. That wouldn't be swoot. That would be
Sweet.
Oh God.
You don't like that?
No, it's so stupid.
It
Why?
is so.
Why? It's not stupid.
If I like something, that's how I do it.
You're just jealous that you haven't come up with fucking saying
know.
If you see a pretty girl, what do you think of her? Sweet.
That's right.
If some guy ever said that, like, look at her, man, and I'd be like, oh yeah, sweet,
Sweet.
Sweet.
We should play that whenever we like something on the show. Like that'll be the sound clip. Like, hey, man, looks like I'm gonna upgrade to first class. So wee. I would hope we would play the sound effect. Somebody wasn't in there lollygagging.
Lollypopping. It's just, it's a non-stop cavalcade. It's a cornucopia.
Exactly. A cornumopia.
Cornudopia. Creamed cornucopia. Here, can you tell we're finishing up here?
Got 8 minutes. Go
We just want to play the move bit and go home.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah.
You should tell Troy to hurry up.
Yeah, hurry up.
You want to hear Kobe Bryant or not? I don't know.
Yeah, let's hear how obnoxious he sounds.
After the video of Mike Rice surfaced, you tweeted, "That's not coaching, that's a power trip. Coach, don't bully." If you were one of the players getting the ball thrown at them, how would you have reacted?
I would have smacked the hell out of him.
Yeah, sure.
No question about it. No question about it.
Yeah, sure.
I think even as
It probably wouldn't have been the best way to react to it, but that's how I would have reacted to it.
So why do you think none of those guys did?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I think everybody was trying to do the right thing, and by kind of just holding your tongue and not saying anything. I mean, that's abusive, man. You can't take that form of abuse. That's crazy. My parents didn't do nothing like that to me.
I mean, one last thought about that. I mean, you didn't go to college, but even at 18, when you were 18, an 18-year-old Kobe Bryant, would you have smacked the hell out of him at that age?
Oh, no question. Like I said, just a year later, I was going at it with Shaq. You think I'm gonna let a coach throw a ball at my head? Not a chance.
There you
go. Not a chance, man.
Well said.
Only people that had the license to hit me was my mom with a belt. That was it.
Did she ever do that?
Yeah, she did that.
Fair enough.
Wow.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's a fair.
I don't think so, though. At 18.
What?
If he was in... Because no one... If some guy threw a basketball at his head when he was not in college and just, on one of the fucking courts out in the hood,
well, he
would have fucking beat the shit out of someone, yeah.
He went right to the NBA.
Right. But if he had a coach that was throwing fucking shit at his head.
Well, the two guys that are coming out saying they would have beat the shit out of the coach, basically, that's what they're basically saying.
Yeah.
They're trying to keep it nice, whatever. Didn't go to college.
Right.
So they weren't in these college programs.
Yeah, they have
Just
no
think
clue.
Bobby Knight. I guarantee Bobby Knight threw balls at players' heads. I guarantee
Guaranteed.
it. But they just weren't taping.
Yeah.
And I guarantee he used some fucking shitty language, too.
Yup.
We actually got tapes of those. So it's interesting that the only two players that have really come out are guys that never went into the college program.
I bust his head.
That's true.
I'm gonna bust his head.
But with that said, it's tough to defend the Rutgers guy. But I'll say it again, there is a culture when you play, a sport in college.
Yep.
E-Rock's Boo is ready. So don't call now. But HBO was nice enough to give us $500 to give away for the Big Louie special, Oh My God, which is Saturday at 10 o'clock.
HBO.
And when you hear this sometime tomorrow, just call and we're going to give you $500. All right?
She was black as the night. Louis was whiter than white. Danger
like it.
It stinks.
Yeah, Jimmy's shaking his head too.
You know,
You know why? He's really trying.
First of all, it's the whole song.
Yeah.
And I don't need the fucking 8-minute intro. I just want to cut to fucking him with the music singing mooey, mooey, mooey.
Right, not over the lyrics.
No, just like a cow. Sing like a cow.
Yeah,
And
he's
it should
trying
say-
to sound like the song.
It shouldn't say you're gonna cry. It should say like who.
Eat a pizza pie.
Yeah, give me some pie.
Exactly. You'll get sauce in your eye. You're a fat guy.
E-Rock, how do you feel it came out?
Have a piece of pie.
Does E-Rock like it?
I gave you what you asked for.
No, you didn't.
Not really.
Exactly.
Yeah, you did.
Besides my French fry.
You said sing the hook with the mooey. That's what I did.
Hmm?
You said you guys wanted.
Oh,
the whole
sorry. Huh?
You said you guys wanted the whole verse.
Who said that?
Eric.
Because that's what he said.
No, nobody
He said you wanted the first verse going into the chorus.
What?
It was a little long, you know?
I agree.
For the payoff. And the payoff was like E-Rock karaoke.
Yeah.
It should just be like a cow.
It should just be the intro.
Mooey, mooey. It should be, you know, he should just be talking it, really.
Yeah,
Why would you put all the production in, E-Rock?
Yeah, we don't need the song.
Here's what we need. Mooey, mooey, mooey. Whatever.
Mooey.
Mooey.
Yeah, that's it. All right, get back in there. Let's go.
Like mooey, 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 mooey.
Or
I'm a
mooey,
big
right.
fucking fat fucking guy.
Mooey, 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 mooey. Mooey, 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 mooey.
I'm a big fucking fat fucking guy. Or maybe you could just sing mooey, mooey. I'm a fucking cow and I got udders you should pinch.
The Opie and Anthony Show is available later today with SiriusXM On Demand.
Yeah. I just like that song.
That was the first
What?
that I actually had to fill for the after show.
Letting it run. I'm a star. You have to understand something. When a professional broadcaster is ready to go on, a professional broadcaster will go on. I professionally broadcast when I'm good and fit to.
I thought you pulled their trick of, hey, you're coming back on. Oh, I need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Can you get a little time to pee? I didn't eat my oatmeal yet. No, not here. Not on After Opie and Anthony Live. It is so crazy to be out in the hallway and see Dan Aykroyd just hanging out by himself, going from studio to studio with a gym bag full of vodka bottles. It's the weirdest thing in the world. Yeah, well, he's going from studio to studio here. And, you know, he's kind of doing the SiriusXM tour, I guess. I think Roland got him in to do O&A, and then one of the other talent bookers, Spencer, picked up on it and said, hey, we got some other shows if you want to do them. And he's like, fuck yeah. I'm trying to move some vodka today.
This might be the way to get Danny DeVito on the show.
Does he have alcohol, too?
He has a limoncello.
What's a limoncello?
It's I guess it's like a lemon liqueur.
I thought it was like a tiny yellow violin.
And, no. And
You get it, Sal?
You're supposed to do that in the chip voice.
Thanks, buddy. Go on.
He goes around like the local news stuff and just brings it, and that's how he does appearances.
Well, yeah, let's get him in here to promote some booze. Roland should do a booze show like he does the food show and just have A-list booze people in here.
Well, Roland also has that contact to George Clooney for his tequila.
Yeah, let's get George Clooney in to talk about tequila and Dan Aykroyd to talk about vodka and Danny DeVito to talk about lemons.
The Clooney vodka that he does?
Yes, Sal?
Very smooth. Oh, sorry, tequila. Very smooth.
It is.
Good callback.
Oh, that's a little shot at E-Rock. Did you like the E-Rock bit today?
I didn't hear it. I was in the studio.
Oh, do you have it? Give it to me. Thanks, buddy. I want you to hear this. We put this together. It's an ode to. Oh, that's E-Rock's Moose. Are you putting together a new Moose song for tomorrow?
Yeah, once we're done with all this, I'm gonna go record.
You prefer doing the song to just announcing I'm the big fat fuck lazy cow or whatever it was that they had asked?
Yeah, I'm not helping with that.
No, you're not going to do that.
No.
Good for you. Stand up for yourself. It's about time. Here's the on a special episode of Opie and Anthony E-Rock production that we put together.
Next week on a very special Opie and Anthony show, the Sex Bagel battles his demons.
Everything could be saved if you come in and take a shot.
When he throws a celebration for himself.
Tequila Day was my idea.
But when things go wrong, E-Rock gets personal.
I can come with a woman, you can't.
And the things that usually help no longer do the trick.
Maybe I need a donut.
Humiliating his friends, family, and his wife.
I didn't grab her tits, no. I don't think she's proud of this particular show.
Then insulting his radio idol.
Oh, turn it off. Give your final sign off. Go home. No one needs you.
E-Rock's years of radio training go down the drain.
9:08, 8 minutes. Right again. 9:08, 8 minutes after 8 o'clock. Just like a chandelier, I'm hooked on the ceiling. Here's Hooked on a Feeling.
And awful cliches are used improperly.
Go large or go home.
We may get the truth.
And I know that he doesn't like me.
But when humiliation sets in, the sex man's emotions become out of control.
I don't even know that I'm crying.
Sexy B learns a lesson the hard way. Next week on a very special Opie and Anthony show.
Morning BJs.
What do you think?
All right. That's a little difficult to listen to. But
is it?
Yeah, look, even though it's out of context, it's not really out of context.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's not like we took audio of you goofing around and made it seem like you might be drunk. You got super fucked up on tequila and said all that shit.
That I did.
We just kind of packaged it together.
I think the time check was the worst.
9:08, 8 minutes after 8.
8 o'clock. Who's calling?
Got a little choked up there at the end.
You did?
Oh yeah.
What, at the morning BJ's part?
No, a lot of pure emotion coming out there.
I thought so too. Who's calling you, Eric? Who's on
Hold on.
Who is it? Who do you think it is? There's gonna be a comic.
Guest today?
Okay, yeah.
All right, then your guest is here.
Okay.
That was up front.
Mike Resign?
Rossini?
Is that what it is? Rossini?
I think that's what you just said.
Thank God you said that, because I had no idea how to pronounce it.
Yeah, I never know when you have guest book. Roland just kind of brings people and said, hey, here you go.
You don't have to leave Alan Thicke Jr. Alan Thicke Jr. is in here. He really wants to remember. You know how, like, for 2 weeks?
Just tell Roland to go to the lobby.
Oh, could you run and grab Mike Rossini in the lobby? Or no, you're not going to do that? You refuse. You refuse.
I learned from him. No, my job. It's not my title, sir.
That's not what I do. We got to go get him. Somebody's got it. Greg Charles is out there with him. What do you mean it's not your title? What's your title?
Producer.
Yeah, but what's your responsibilities? To book the guests?
Let's change my title.
Just go get the fucking guests. Get the fuck out of here. Alan Thicke Jr.'s in here. He's been trying to present his bit for like how long?
Since beginning of February, about a weekend.
Has it been that long?
It's been that long.
2 months? I was going to say like a couple weeks.
No. Well, I mean, it's 8 weeks, so.
My God. Well, we'll probably get to it today. 508, you're on After Opie and Anthony Live. 508.
Hey.
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Wondering if you guys have those Opie and Anthony mixtapes in, the Tease Nuts Volume 1.
I don't know. I haven't seen Who Kid yet, but he did post. I got to talk. Hopefully, Who Kid's stopping by today, because there's a couple things that he posted on social media that I want to talk to him about. The first is he posted pictures of the Opie and Anthony show mixtape. If we have them, call back, because I'll hopefully be able to give them out. The other thing, he posted pictures of Sal playing basketball with some high school kids and not doing well.
Apparently, there's video, too.
Yeah, so I would really like to talk to him about that. Who's on the hotline?
Look like a little
I'll find out.
I'll find out. Hotline.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you, Kenny?
Good. Did GH leave his keys up there?
I just took care of it, Kenny.
Whoa.
No, we didn't know if they were there. I wasn't sure if I left them home.
Yeah, they're up here.
They're being run down to you right now.
Are we on the air?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, you left your keys up here, but I don't know. This is the thing that drives me nuts about E-Rock. I guess he saw the keys and he secretly took them, and then he had them, and then he had them run downstairs.
No, I didn't. Kenny had called me, told me that they were there. Could he have somebody run down? So that's what I did.
But you should have been like,
Hey, he probably took the keys because he thought I opened the fucking refrigerator.
Good
what?
one, Chef.
I don't. Huh? Oh, terrible. He should have tried to give him away or something. After E-Rock, after you were humiliated, you would think that you would try to return the favor.
I did think about it, but
but then you decided not to.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, your keys are on their way.
Yeah, here he comes with the keys.
Who's bringing them down?
I sent David down.
All right. Did you enjoy the show today, everybody?
Thank you. It was terrific.
Good. Good.
So much fun.
Good.
You can hang up now.
All right. I'll talk to you.
Sam.
Yeah, Kenny. Yeah.
Are you talking about Jenny Hunt's pedicure injury?
No, you were telling me about this in the hallway, but there was no details to what you were saying other than Jenny Hunt, who hosts a show on Stars, got a pedicure injury.
Well, do your own investigating. He gave you a lead. Yeah, I give you the headline.
Yeah, but the only thing is I did a little investigating and then discovered nobody gives a fuck.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah.
That's not true, Sam.
No?
You're being rude now.
I don't mean to be rude. I apologize for that.
It was a very good lead.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And don't forget, today's elevator show day.
What's going on the elevator show?
Jose plays Metallica.
Jose's playing guitar in the elevator?
Yeah, man.
That's pretty good. Wait, what is the elevator show becoming like a musical thing?
No, I'm just going through my musical period.
Oh, I see.
Next week we're going to do something abusive with E-Rock.
Oh, great. E-Rock, are you excited?
He just doesn't know it yet.
Oh, well, luckily he wasn't listening just now, so he still doesn't know it.
I'm not. Yeah, whatever.
He's coming up with the hot wax gauntlet.
Oh, in the elevator.
Yes.
You know, we could do something like that on the radio show.
Well, I guess. It's been done already. Yeah, exactly. It's never been done in an elevator.
So we'll just do it on the elevator show then?
Yes, of course.
Well, the elevator show is up on what's the plug for it officially? Where do you want to send people?
It's not up there yet.
Oh, so then what are we plugging?
Well, it's up, but it's not up because E-Bomb's World gets a big plug at like 4 o'clock today.
Oh, so check E-Bomb's World at 4 o'clock?
Officially, even though it might be up somewhere else right now. But I'm not, I don't promote that part of it.
You don't like that? The underground people can find it.
Yes.
I understand. Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
What else are you talking about on the after show? Sam, you want a big announcement for your listeners?
I would love a big announcement, Kenny, yes.
The Club Soda Kenny page on Facebook is close to 9,000 likes. That's
9,000 likes? That's amazing.
Yeah, pretty soon, 9,000. So you check your numbers, Kenny? Well, I read. Kenny checks his numbers just like I do.
Yeah, the numbers thing is, how often are you checking your numbers? Because you've been saying that a lot lately, and it seems a little like, I don't know, what are you doing? Sitting at home checking numbers? Like, aren't you above that?
Well, wait till you have kids and you can't leave your house for days on end.
That's all you have left.
My next milestone is going to be 20,000 Instagram followers.
That's your goal? That's what you're looking towards?
No, that's my next milestone as far as checking my numbers.
Oh.
You want to know a secret?
I love secrets, Kenny.
GH is playing a game on his phone as we speak.
That's a terrible, terrible secret. I'm not interested in that.
Well, I got addicted to Candy Crush.
Did you beat?
It's a girl's game. It's a girl's Facebook game, and I'm addicted to it.
You know who else? E-Rock has been playing Candy Crush. Did you play this game because Obi's playing it?
No, I'm way ahead of him.
What
I've been playing it for months.
What level you on?
75.
Holy fuck! I'm only up to 32, but I only started like 2 days ago.
Ouch! You better keep checking those numbers.
Yeah, Opie Radio on Instagram. Let's put me over 20,000 people. Let's hit that milestone today.
You have a radio show. Who gives a fuck about Instagram followers?
And then I don't know what my next milestone is going to be. I'm not really sure. I think 1 million Twitter followers. I think I'm getting close to 1 million there.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
No, you're not getting close to 1 million. You're not at 200,000 yet.
No, I'm getting really close to 1 million. Sam, it's collectively. Yes.
Oh. All right.
I have 1 million Twitter followers.
Oh, shut up, Edgar.
Oh, don't I have 1 million.
No, you don't. You don't.
Respectful. Yes, I do.
All right. Well, I congratulate all of you on your numbers then.
Hey, Sam.
What?
Sam, guess our location.
Columbus Circle.
Oh, pretty close.
Great. Fantastic.
I would have given you $100 if you got it right.
Can I tell you something right now?
Yeah.
There's an intern, and he's been trying to pitch a bit on the air for like 2 months, and he's getting super pissed off right now that I'm spending time, because he thinks that instead of spending time talking to the hosts of the show on the phone, that I should be talking to him about his bit that he's been waiting 2 months to pitch to me on the air.
Oh, Alan?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Sam, by the way, I just checked my Twitter followers because I thought you might be right, but no, I'm very close to 1 million.
Okay, well, I was wrong. I'm man enough to admit that.
I'm very close to 1 million. Let's do that today, too, all right?
You want to get to 1 million Twitter followers today?
Yeah, that'd be good.
All right. Well, good luck, I guess. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I still think you're very far away, but...
Pretty close. I'll give $1,000 to the millionth Twitter follower.
How much?
$1,000 cash.
$1,000? You could do better than that.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, 2,000. I have 6 million Twitter followers.
Are you at home yet, Edgar?
No. Unfortunately, he lives very close to me.
Oh.
I really wish he was home already.
You
We're going to exercise. Yeah, we are. We're going to go see if the creeps are there.
That's good. We got to do something. We got to incorporate your gym visits on the radio as much as they've been talked about.
We do. We talk about them.
I know, but I mean, you gotta like, I don't know, call into the show from the locker room or something. I want to find out if these creeps are there, especially that little.
I wrote Jim yesterday, and he didn't back. I wrote at Jim, Mr. Scroller is scrolling and gazing. And Jim Morton never wrote me back. I was fine, but. No, you were doing your radio show. That's why. Oh, not that's why I thought it was a perfect time to write you.
Oh.
I don't check my phone when I'm on that radio show because I'm the only one talking, so I have to pay attention.
Doesn't it suck when you got to pay attention to the whole show?
I was voted the king.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Okay, are we done here? Are we finished?
No, I think the listeners are really enjoying this. This is just us, like, just being, us.
You have 4 hours every morning. What you're not being you on your show?
No, because that's a pumped up version of our personality. This is just us. This is what you get when there's no pressure and no microphones in front of them.
So I get like the shitty part where you're not performing.
I think that's fascinating to the listeners. I really do.
Oh, and Edgar too?
Sam, I just checked some more numbers.
Oh, good.
I'm looking for clicks today on my YouTube channel. I'm closing in on 42 million views.
42 million views on YouTube combined.
But that's not a good milestone. I like to where it's all nice, like 20,000, like 100,000.
42 million is a lot more than 20,000.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like nice. Like 20,000 Instagram followers, nice. 1 million Twitter followers, nice. 42 is just a weird number.
I have 5 million Instagram friends.
Oh my God. What do you think, Alan?
Who's Alan?
Talk, Alan. Go ahead, talk. Say what you feel.
Yeah, what is he, a wrench or something?
He got you on that one, Alan. Chip nailed you on that, dude.
Yeah, he did.
What are you thinking?
I'm just thinking that.
Hey, Sam.
Yeah, Kenny?
Sam.
Yeah?
Are you going to play What Did You Learn today?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, we've passed that point in the show. We're done with that. You took up all the What Did You Learn time.
No, people learned.
Yeah, I understand, but you took up all the time. I got other things to move on to. I got people to talk to.
Sam.
Yeah?
I just cleared level 33 as I was talking to you.
Well, see, that makes me feel like you're not even paying attention. Like, if you weren't my boss, I would have hung up by now.
No, I'm really good at multitasking.
I'm your boss.
I'm
the boss of the channel.
These goddamn characters.
Hey,
channel boss.
E-Rock, do you Facebook your Candy Crush progress?
No, I don't.
Why? Is that what girls do?
Because nobody does that. It's stupid.
Oh.
Do you, Opie?
Well, I want to show people how.
There's nothing wrong with showing off a little bit, letting everybody know.
I'd rather show off how good I am at Candy Crush than how good I am at doing radio.
Well, that's pathetic. I mean, that's horrible. I can't believe that this has happened, that that's the point in your life that you're at. You need to reassess a lot if that's true.
Well, I think people just take it for granted I'm good at radio, but they don't know I'm good at Candy Crush yet.
Well, I guess it's good to... Look, I got people to talk to. Who Kid's here? Mike Racine. Mike Racine is here. He's a very funny comic.
Did Who Kid get with Rachel Feinstein?
I'll ask him. Who Kid?
Huh?
Did you fuck Rachel Feinstein?
No.
You did not. Kenny, he didn't. Kenny's on the phone. Opie's on the phone.
Oh, shit, I think I did.
You might have.
Oh, shit.
No, I haven't been able to give him Mike his proper introduction yet because these nincompoops have been taking up all this phone time.
She got a nice mouth.
If Mike was funny, he would have been on our show today.
Mike is young, all right? We try him out here. Christy Stefano was just on the show last week. He's hilarious. I have a lot of faith in Mike.
Oh, my bad. I was confused there. All right, we're going to the gym. We'll call if we see any creeps.
Okay, yeah, call if you see any creeps.
Who Kid!
Yeah, man.
Grammy, son!
This guy's on my dick, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that. He's my man.
Because you got a lot of Twitter followers. That's Opie on the phone.
Oh, that was Opie?
Yes.
Oh, shit, my bad. I thought that was somebody else. I brought the mixtape for him, too.
You did?
He left.
All right, they're gone, finally.
Fuck.
Mike Racine. Racine?
Yeah. Well, you fucking
I was trying to figure it out.
Man.
Well, because I didn't know if it was Racine, Racini, Racine.
Racine.
It's a strong name.
It's like Italian or something, right? What is that?
Yeah, it's Racine. It's the Italian pronunciation.
And then you whitened it up, you Hollywooded it up.
Yeah, my family off the boat. Are my feet supposed to touch the ground?
No, we let them dangle.
It just feels weird.
Yeah, it makes you feel like a little like I'm not sure what's going to happen next.
He's on that Kevin Hart seat right there.
It adds to the unpredictability. You know DJ Who Kid, Mike?
No. Nice to meet you.
What's up, man? What's
How
going
are
on,
you?
my nigga?
Good.
This is DJ Who Kid. He likes to use the N-word a lot. That's why we have him on.
Okay. We got something in common.
He's Italian.
Yeah, but
he's a nigga too.
He doesn't.
We throw it around.
He doesn't use the ER. You do.
Huh?
You do.
Only in like text messages to my white friends and stuff like that. Yeah.
Hey, I saw this nigga the other. Do you use the A or the A or the ER?
Probably the ER.
ER more.
Just the A kind of feels
That's what I'm talking
dishonest.
about. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Okay, cool. So now, hi, nice to be here.
Well,
guys.
no, trust me.
They're like our black white friends in the community.
It's the greatest possible intro. I don't know.
Italians are some of those racist people, though.
Yeah.
But I think that's because, like, I don't know why. I don't know.
It's cool racism, though.
I've seen Do the Right Thing, and it doesn't seem like the blacks and Italians are friends with each other.
We don't like mixing,
Right.
which is weird because that's what we are.
I feel like you appreciate each other's culture because, like, little Italian kids love hip hop. Like, Italian kids love rap music.
Yeah.
And what do black kids like? Gangster movies.
I don't know. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't associate with them.
And you gotta add pizza, man.
And black people like pizza?
Well, we love
I heard
pizza.
a Japanese kid use the N-word the other day. I was walking up 2nd Avenue and he
Get
was
outta here.
Yeah, and I wanted to correct him.
He's like, my nigga.
Yeah.
Because Italians can use it, but not Japanese kids. Like Asian kids.
Italians can't use. It's wrong when I use it.
Right.
But I do it anyway.
Because it's your culture. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that. For some reason, there's a disconnect when it comes to actually associating with each other. You appreciate each other's culture from afar.
Of course.
Maybe that's because like your parents would be disappointed if you brought home a black friend.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not a black friend. I mean, but if they don't like interracial dating.
Have you ever dated a black girl?
No.
Never.
I made out with our prom queen in high school.
You're a black prom queen?
Yeah.
See, look at the world we live in. This is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like Obama, you know.
Yeah, that's ill. He ate black tongue. That's ill.
Well, would you consider it eating tongue? Is that what you call making out?
Yeah, we just made out a little bit. Yeah. But she was like, we should bone this summer, but I was like, I got scared.
You did?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm a faggot.
You okay?
They got fat pussies.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
How come did you get intimidated because she's a black girl?
Yeah, a little bit.
You're intimidated but you made out with her.
Yeah.
So I feel like
it didn't really go.
It wasn't great. Did you feel like you did not perform well?
No, it was good. You know.
I mean, obviously, if
I
she
just
said we
never-
should,
I just never like followed up.
right?
I don't know.
She said we should bone later.
We should.
Seem-
She said we should bone this summer.
Right, and you were like,
So
great. I
was
don't have
like-
any.
I don't know if she meant like immediately or the next month. Or,
And then it's like July, and you're like,
Yeah,
fuck, I
right.
should have called last month.
Damn,
This is weird
seriously,
now.
I fucked a lot of Italian bitches.
You fucked a lot of Italian bitches?
I've been to Italy, all over Italy. I fucked everywhere.
You did?
Came in them and everything.
Where is it easiest to get laid for you?
Probably Venice.
It is. It's
super
Italy.
Easy. It's like, I don't know. I'm like a new pair of Jordans over there.
Do you do you get upset when you see Italian girls with black men?
Of course.
So are we talking about anything else today?
I don't know. This is where we're at right now.
No, I don't.
You don't.
Well, but
Good.
it's weird because my family's really racist, so I grew up with like that. So they were like my whole life. They were like never. It's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Mixing my cousin. Now my cousin's dating a Nigerian right now.
Wow.
This guy has
Wow.
a fucking This
That's
guy
wrong.
has an MBA from Stanford. And my family is still like uncomfortable with it. He's smarter than any dumb wop that like in our family.
Yeah.
He's probably the most educated person to ever come into my family.
But they can't
And
look
they're
past
still-
it.
Well, they're still like they're uncomfortable about it.
That's so funny.
A Nigerian or a dude or a girl?
She's a girl and she's dating a Nigerian guy.
Damn, big
Wow.
African cock.
Is
Yeah.
that's what they're
It
worried
must
about,
be.
I guess.
That big African
African
cock.
Big African cock.
Going
Yeah,
in
I
that
don't know.
daughter.
It's so.
Shit.
So you're like sitting there going.
Well, my brother said he had dinner with my uncle,
Mm-hmm.
and my uncle was talking about it, and he got teary eyed.
Yeah, that big African cock.
Look, I gotta talk to you about what's been going on. It's not good news. It's not good news.
He was like, I wasn't
African
there
cock.
for her. I think he said something like
yeah.
that. Yeah,
it's like, I just wish I could have
so
been
weird.
there when it happened. Like it wasn't a suicide. It was.
Yeah.
It's not a drug overdose. It's they're in love, and she's an intelligent girl, and
And he's a smart guy. And it's
Right.
just- I don't know, but they'll get over it.
it's so funny. So you're sitting there like trying to get over this sort of ingrained racism. When did you start to realize that your parents were racist and you didn't have to be?
Well,
Because I've always wondered that. Like, when do you get to like what 5th grade and be like, oh, black people are actually okay?
okay. So I realized they were racist probably pretty early. I realized I didn't have to be maybe like a couple months ago. I guess. I don't know. Like I think what happened was I went to college and I had I took a course with like a professor who was really into like I just learned about sexism, racism, and and I was like, oh, I didn't know that.
Whoa! So it was like the reverse of Dangerous Minds.
It's like
like some black professor came and showed you what it was
that's hot.
to live in the hood and everything, and you were like, I can handle this. Yeah. My parents were wrong.
You know, there's one thing I've never seen. I've never seen like a gay Italian.
Well, they exist.
Are they
but,
out there?
Yeah, there's a couple,
but they're not supposed to be gay.
No, one was blowing me the other night, and I think
It's okay now.
Yeah. No, my friend Mateo is gay.
He is.
Yeah.
Is it? How is his family with it?
I think they're cool.
They are.
I don't know. Yeah.
How would your family be with that? If you were like, hey, I'm gay and I'm dating a black dude.
I asked my mom the other day.
Damn, big African cock going to my son.
I asked my mom the other day, I go, hey, would it be more disappointing if I brought home a guy or a black woman? And she goes, well, I would say a black woman. Your father would say a man.
You have no idea. All you're doing is disappointing these people. This is awful.
I've just never seen that. I've just never seen like
Jersey.
a gay Italian.
Yeah.
I don't know. I see everybody's gay in my circle, but I've never seen
everybody's gay in your circle.
I thought we're all gay.
I mean, I'm not a gay man. Are you gay?
No.
Yeah.
Some scientists said that we all have the gay genes. It's
No,
just
you've
gotta
said
get
that before.
pressed.
I feel like you're
in the nipple.
justifying some
Tickle your
feelings.
nipple right now. You see you come out.
Again, this is you requesting things, and I don't know who cares.
Fucking hobo.
So, Mike.
Yeah.
Let's move on from all this nonsense.
Yes, thank
Why?
You like where we're at now. You're a comic. How long have you been doing comedy?
6.5 years.
Yeah. And how old are you?
25.
Okay,
Wow.
so you've been doing it since you were.
Yeah,
Damn.
I dropped out of Montclair State in Jersey to do stand up.
Fuck college, huh?
Yeah.
So
Fuck
you're
that shit.
What was worse
scam.
for your parents? You
What?
being like, I'm dropping out of college to become a comedian, or potentially you saying I'm dating a black girl?
Probably the black girl would be.
That would be worse.
Yeah, much worse.
And were they
Much worse.
Were they okay with you
I don't
leaving
understand.
college?
They not at first, but after a couple years, they were cool with it.
How long does it take before you consider yourself, okay, I'm really a comedian? Or are you even there yet? Are you still just like, nah, I'm not?
I guess.
I'm not really.
Yeah.
Because you're headlining Caroline's tonight.
Yeah.
At 10.
Yeah.
Hot.
Right. And Norton is there tonight, too.
At 8. Yeah.
At 8. So you're doing the late night show tonight.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Is it does it matter who does the show before you? Or
That's one of those weird things. I'll probably run into him, and I've never met him before.
Oh,
I'll
really?
Run into him in the green room and just say something dumb.
Norton is semi-gay, right? He has like a gay tendencies too, right?
I mean, he's been with transvestites before.
Yeah.
Why did you say 2?
I mean,
yeah. Like,
I mean, not me. I'm
no,
just,
you're not pointing out things you have in common with people.
Okay, no, definitely not.
All right.
I fuck bitches, man.
You do? I'm not saying you don't, but I'm just saying.
That's how you know he fucks bitches. I fuck bitches.
Yeah. He makes the announcement.
They're not married, you know what I'm saying? But I don't fuck her. I hate her.
You hate your wife.
I haven't fucked her in 4 years.
Right. Yeah, we actually, who said, maybe it was E-Rock. Somebody said, Sal. Because I want to talk to you about you seeing Sal, too.
Oh, that was my little spy thing.
Sal said that he saw you with a MILF walking around.
No, I wasn't with no MILF. That's a nice woman, sexy.
He said you were with a MILF.
No, I wasn't. I was with a sexy woman.
No, Sal also said she seemed much older than him.
Yeah.
No.
He said very cougar-y.
No, she was sexy and nice.
And then, Norton
Mm.
said, you don't want to say that about somebody, Sal, because,
there goes Sal.
This is Sal.
Oh, nice. Hey.
And Who Kid saw him the other day playing basketball.
I was walking by spying. I was doing my nigga Bond thing.
Is that what nigga Bond does?
Yeah.
And
when I was 21, I banged a 44-year-old open mic host in the bathroom of the open mic.
I don't know what.
Out of here.
Yeah,
wow.
There was a Moroccan restaurant called Tagine on 9th Avenue.
I know what you're talking about. Holy shit.
I bent her over the toilet.
What?
I had sex with her.
And she's 44.
She was 44 at the time. Now she's probably like 70. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not good with math.
She had a kid who was older than me.
She had a kid?
She had 2 kids. Yeah.
Oh, no.
I said single mom.
Did you?
Yeah, no, I don't think I did.
No.
She had 2 kids. One was older than me, and one was
bent over.
Cool.
Wow.
Damn.
Is that exciting when, like, you know that there's a kid who's, especially if they're older than you? Like, that you could actually go up to somebody and be like, I fucked your mom. And they'd be like, ha-ha. And you'd be like, no, seriously, I bent her over that toilet while I was an open micer, and I fucked your mom.
I guess, Sam, but I try not to have an ego about these things.
Yeah.
Well, it's cool. You don't need a condom for anybody over 40. You don't need condoms for that.
I guess so. We're probably menopausing, right?
Menopause?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I think I didn't use a condom. Oh, it was great.
It's when you can't get pregnant
And then
anymore.
Oh.
And then I went to
right, Sal?
The whole reason why I thought he would say that statement is because of menopause, but he didn't even know it.
He just thinks you can just fuck old people. I don't know.
Yeah, done.
He's just not guilty about
There's
it.
no way he had time to put a condom on. And she's 40.
No. 44.
She survived the disease era. She's 40.
So when you say she was an open mic hoster, does that mean she was like, was she getting paid? Was she a real So she's just 44.
Hosted the open mic, yeah.
And she's just trying to get by.
Yeah.
That's hot.
It was one of the saddest open mics too because they gave all the comics 10 minutes. So you're watching open mic level comedians
for 10 minutes.
10 minutes a piece. So
was it high speed comedy? What the fuck is that?
No, open mic is supposed to be
are about the standard in the city are like 2 minutes. So if you have one thing you're working on, you go up and it's but this one was 10. So if you were 7th or 8th, you would just want to kill yourself.
That's fucked up.
Because when you get up there, I'm assuming when you're doing comedy, especially in the beginning, like before you perform, you probably think, yeah, I got 10 minutes easy right here.
Yeah.
And then you get up on stage and you've got 1.5.
Sure.
And so open micers are up there for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
She's hosting them.
Yeah.
And you're like, I got 10 minutes before the next comic comes on. I could bang this broad out in the bathroom.
No, it was after the mic ended. It was after it ended. Yeah.
How did you pull that off?
I kind of like she would like flirt with me during the mic, and then and then I just waited for everyone to leave one day.
Wow.
And then I went back out. And,
You're like, yo, we should go to the bathroom right now.
No, I think it was her idea.
You're like, okay.
Her idea. Okay.
Yeah.
This is making up for the black chick you never banged.
Yeah.
So Sal, he says that he saw a Who Kid with some MILF. And then Norton goes, you shouldn't say that on the radio.
It's a nice, that's my nice thing.
Well, he said because you don't know Who Kid's situation. And I said, Jen, no, you don't understand. Who Kid on a daily basis announces to the world that he hates his wife and cheats on her. So,
of course.
Yeah, you do cheat on your wife, right?
Fuck that bitch.
Yeah, okay.
Does she know that?
Yeah, fuck her.
Look at me, fucking square. Does she know? Is she aware of your?
I'm Italian
That's a good
right
question.
now. Huh? I'm trying to be Italian, so fuck her. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying.
I don't know what I'm saying either.
Is that what Italians do? So, Sal.
Yes.
You saw him with a MILF.
Yeah, she's fucking hot.
But she was definitely. How do you know she had kids?
I didn't. Okay, she was an older lady. She's old. Is she older than you?
Yeah, she's older than me.
Okay,
yeah.
so that's what I just naturally think that maybe she has a kid or something.
Yeah.
No. So what did you see when you were walking around? Explain it to me.
He was getting his ass beat by some black teenagers. They were really young too. I thought he was like into it. I don't know, like.
No,
like he was
video too.
Like he was getting his kicks off.
Yeah, video's hilarious because you're actually running back and forth like for 5-10 minutes.
Where are you gonna post the video? You got to post it somewhere and share it with the audience.
Post the video.
Yeah.
Nah.
Sal starts a basketball game with a bunch of little black kids.
I was waiting for Sal to dunk, but
it wasn't
Me
happening.
to dunk, dude.
White
I couldn't
man
even,
can't jump.
I didn't have
huh?
the cardio to like last the whole game.
How old were these kids?
Like, what were they, like 14?
No, they were
15?
19. We asked them.
19.
They were. One was 19. The one I was guarding was 19, and the other guys were like, one was like 24 and one was 22.
Yeah, but black kids look like they're 19 when they're 13 years old.
All right, Alan.
You're tired.
Just why would you say that about black kids? It's not nice.
Jesus Christ.
They were very young though.
Yeah, I don't believe that they were 19 and 24. Do you, Who Kid?
I asked them. They go to BMCC at the college downtown. Dude, I'm getting my ass owned in this video.
Oh, God.
By 15-year-olds.
Are you going to post it somewhere?
I'm going to give it to E-Rock. Can we do that?
No, don't give it to E-Rock.
E-Rock, will you make this into an E-Rock video?
Yeah.
All right, this is the next E-Rock video.
What the fuck?
Yeah, all right, give it to E-Rock and we'll make it an E-Rock
kid
video.
just dunked on you.
You play basketball at all, Mike?
Put up a fucking brick, too.
No,
Me neither.
yeah.
I can't do it.
My brother plays.
He does?
He played, and my dad loves basketball, and I never did.
Are you an athlete?
No, I'm
That's why-
flat-footed. Yeah,
That's
I'd
why you had
never-
to do
my whole
this.
life. Yeah.
You had to be funny.
Uh-huh.
Were you one of those kids that had to be funny to not get beat up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know the struggle. What's going on over there?
This guy's just blown right by me, getting dunked on.
Every 2 minutes he threw a brick. Yeah, this is some funny shit.
Well, you're going to give that to E-Rock, right?
Yeah.
No. We don't need to get
And it'll be up on the YouTube page.
That's ill, man. Yo,
So what
can I ask him one question, though?
Who? Mike?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you considered white, or what's the other color? Because I ask every Italian this every time. They don't want to be considered like...
Yeah, I don't really identify with white people.
I don't understand.
How
You know
not?
what I mean?
What does he look like to
You're
you?
They're just
racist.
kind of like, yeah, well, but they're just like, they're just goofy. I just think,
Oh, so you want
I don't know.
you want
That's
like
the best answer ever.
you want like the coolness that black dudes have, but without that
Yeah,
stigma
I just try
of
to be Italian.
yeah. I understand, but that's what that's what I was saying before. Like
Even
Italian
if I was
guys,
half white, because I'm Italian, Irish, and Polish, so.
Damn.
but that's like a really white combination,
Yeah.
isn't it?
That's like
When my mom met my dad, she thought he was Puerto Rican. He's very dark, and my sister thought he was black for like a long time.
But he's your sister.
She thought my dad was black.
Do you have the same dad?
Yeah.
Oh, so your sister thought her dad was black.
Thought our dad was.
Yeah. Well, is your sister black?
No.
Okay, well then that would have been easy for her to figure out. It probably shouldn't have been too complicated. I mean, that's what I was saying. Like, it seems like
I mean, what does
Italian
he look
guys.
like to you? Does he look like a white dude? Or
Yes.
does he look beige? I don't know. What is it?
He looks like a white guy.
Yeah.
And then on his bio for comedy, like it says, he's a nice guy. That's what it says. It says Mike is a nice guy.
Geez, that's an old bio that my ex-girlfriend wrote when we were dating. She wrote the bio. I got to change that.
Yeah.
Because it's awful.
Well, it says you're a nice
It looks like it was written by, yeah.
Because like Greg Charles from Caroline's emailed me about you, and he was like, "Yeah, he's really funny." He sent me some links, and he was like, "Yeah, he's super dark." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I clicked your link, and it goes, "Mike's a nice guy." And I was like, "I'm getting mixed messages. I don't know anything about this guy." So you're not dating anybody anymore?
No.
What happened with your ex that wrote your?
I threw a fan into a wall.
Why'd you throw? Like somebody who went to one of your shows?
What?
Like they were cheering, "Mike,
like-
get the fuck out of here!"
Like
Thud.
something it was like a long time ago, but something happened, and I got mad, and I just
Threw a fan into the wall.
Some new shit right there. That's some real shit.
And she was like, I'm going to get out of here before that's my face.
That's like Italian. That's what Italians do.
Wow.
Rageful people.
It's not like a white guy thing.
No, white guys tend to control their anger, I think. Although, I mean, when you look at psychopaths throughout history, there's a lot of crazy white people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They may, I mean, they're not going to throw a fan.
Right.
But they'll go and whatever. Shoot. They're going to be the ones that are shooting up a school.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And it's more like sadistic. And
yeah.
And actually, you know what's funny? There's a black guy that I work with, and I told him the other day, I was with this girl, and I threw a cum rag at her head.
A cum rag?
Yeah, like
you jerked off.
Yeah.
And you came into a rag.
Yeah.
You threw that at her head.
But it's a long story. I mean, like, it's a long story.
I would imagine.
What?
Because we're live, right? It's not like a thing where you can edit this out.
No.
Definitely not.
Why? Are you wishing that you hadn't mentioned the cum rag?
No, because we were having sex the other night. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she's listening or not.
Probably not. Nobody else is.
All right. And we're having sex and she stops me.
Yeah.
And she's like, I can't do this. I feel sick.
What? While you're having sex?
Yeah.
Are you really bad at it?
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe she's just like,
I've
this
never
is...
been on the other side, so it could be.
You've never gotten to
I'm
go
not gonna,
fuck yourself.
Yeah, I'm not going to find out.
Right. And so she stops you.
She stopped, and then so she was like, I can't. I was like, that's fine. In the morning, I jerked off, and I threw the tissue on the floor. And then she was like, you have to pick that up off my floor. And I was like, no, I don't. And,
now, when you said no, I don't, was that because she asked you, like, so, like, matter-of-factly and forcefully, like, I'm in charge, and you have to pick that up?
Yeah.
And you were like, I'm not going to pick that up.
It's almost like it's your fault it's almost like her fault that it's on her floor.
That should have been in you or on you.
Right.
I didn't mean to put that in the tissue. I feel sick. Well, you had a stomach ache. Now it's on your floor.
It was extremely wet.
No, it was just like balled up on her. You know?
Right.
And
a little moist.
Right. And then she was like, you have to pick that up. And I was like, no, I don't. And she was like, we're not going to breakfast until you pick it up. And I was hungry, so I was like, all right, I'll just pick it up. And
yeah,
then
you had to get your pancakes.
Right, and I'm not going to, like, you know, play that game where I don't have time.
Right.
But on the way to the bathroom, I bounced it off her head. Just the look on her face was like fun because she just stood there, like not, you know. She was like,
yeah,
and she was like, "How could you?" It was good.
And you were like, "Yeah, but we're supposed to be going to breakfast right now, so let's go."
Well, I'm not going to waste my. It just bothered me that she was like, "You have to do that."
Right.
Because I don't. No, I don't.
Right. I will do it to be polite, but not if you're going to command me.
Yeah.
You know?
They always act like our full sacks are not their problem.
And you're saying...
And they kind of are a little bit.
Especially in your scenario.
Yeah.
You were like, my sack was becoming extra full.
Yeah.
Because of something that you were promising me.
Right.
You're now reneging on that. In the middle of this. I said reneging.
Negging. There's a reneging.
In the middle.
Excuse me.
Of this whole thing. So, yeah, I mean, if you get a little messy floor, that's probably the least of your concerns.
Yeah.
Worse has been done for this equal crime.
You should have Norton in here for this speciality because he loves touching his cum.
He loves, yeah, I mean, he has. I don't know if that's just
tasted his cum too, right?
He's tasted it, sure. Have you ever tasted your cum?
By accident.
How did that happen? How did that happen?
I think the tissue just got too close to my face. You know what's funny?
Wait. The cum comes out of your penis. How does the tissue get to your face?
I don't remember, but I remember that I tasted it by accident.
What did it taste like?
Like chemicals.
It wasn't good.
No, but you know what's funny? You know what's funny though? My grandmother makes these Italian cookies called chamels. And the dough for chamels smells like cum. But I didn't know.
Maybe the way your grandma makes it.
It's just funny. Like
it's the secret ingredient.
What's the name of them cookies again?
Chamels.
Chamels.
Yeah.
Jism bites.
But the first time I smelled cum, I was like, that smells like chamel dough.
Yeah. Oh man, this has got to be delicious.
I knew what chamel dough. Let me just be clear. I knew what chamel dough smelled like before I knew what cum smelled like.
Right. Like you weren't like 4 years old and being like, Grandma, why does that smell like cum?
You could you never like squirt it and it just like went on your chin or face?
No, I don't have a lot of power.
No?
Hey, you got a little dick, man.
I didn't say
Fuck,
that,
man.
Who Kid.
Jesus.
The size and the power are two different
That's
elements.
why he doesn't want to be white.
I have a very strong piss stream, I feel like. Like, I don't know how strong it is compared to other people.
Would you listen
But-
when you're in the bathroom? Like, do you listen to hear if somebody's stronger than yours?
No, but I just feel like mine is very like I would put it up against any of you.
Is there like an R. Kelly meter or something? Like,
Yeah, I
R.
don't know,
Kelly's
there
the king of
should
that shit.
You're ready to compete. Yeah, no, I
If
mean,
you have those talents where like you're good at something.
It's like
that
heavy, like a
nobody-
heavy urine.
It's like a strong. It's like a
What?
super soaker. Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
when I was
I don't
younger,
wanna come out here and toot my own horn, but you know.
I used to time the length of pee. Like I used to, and when I started hitting like a minute straight of pissing, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty fucking good.
That's some spring break shit.
Yeah, but in what way? I don't understand
They
what
got
that
the
means.
soaker. They got the.
Oh, just pissing the whole
Can you
time.
imagine that?
But I haven't been able to hit a minute in a very long time. I think that part of my life is over. Like I think I hit
yeah?
my peak as far as
How
how
old are
long
you?
I could piss for. 29.
Okay.
29 seconds?
No. That's my age. I'm 29 years old. I'm not 29 seconds old.
29 seconds?
Yeah, no. I pissed for like a little over a minute.
Wow.
But that's like, 17, 18, 19. I
Right.
think that's where I was at my best as far as pissing goes.
Okay.
You're saying your stream is as powerful as ever.
It's
Shit.
very and I would imagine that it's powerful than most people's.
Well, I mean,
But I would never. I guess there's no way of knowing that.
I feel like next time.
It's probably like comedy where like you start and you're like, I'm so funny, and then you go up. If there was some kind of piss stream competition,
Right.
I would like just lose.
Right. It's like,
all right.
all my
Sorry
friends say
for-
I'm
sorry-
hilarious.
sorry
All my
for
friends
running
say
my
my piss stream is the greatest. Well, maybe next time you're on the show.
Yeah.
We could bring like a big bowl here. Maybe we could pee in
Yeah.
that shit.
We'll get some buckets.
Put a Japanese chick in there.
And yeah, we'll put a Japanese. I mean, can you supply the Japanese chick?
Yeah, I could do that because they like getting peed on.
They do?
And shitted on.
And shitted on. Well, we're not
All
going to
of them.
shit. I don't.
Like getting
Konichi
shitted.
fucking wa.
Every single last one. Now, your wife is of Asian descent, correct?
I peed on her back.
Okay. There were no follow-up questions. There were no follow-up questions. She's not a subscriber then?
Nah, I just peed on her. She likes getting her on her like spinal cord.
Do you
Wait,
on her
wait,
spinal
but
cord?
Where do you pee on a woman? Do you do it in the shower or
No, in the bed.
But yeah, but then you get pee everywhere.
That's why you have the heavy quilt. You know what I'm saying? They go
Absorb
through
it. How are people going to find these mixtapes that you put out, Who Kid?
Well, what they could do is they could email me at djwhokidmp3@gmail and just send me their address. And then up here, they could call up here too.
Okay, so maybe
And it's at datpiff.com. So it's for free there. They could download.
at DatPiff. What's DatPiff mean?
It's where all the legal mixtapes are.
D-A-
where the black people go.
DATP
And white people.
DATPIFF
Yeah.
.com.
Yeah.
And that's where you can download the Opie and Anthony mixtape?
Yeah, but up here you can get the hard copy, and you guys can autograph it, and they could get it. Did you see it? You didn't even see the
No,
hard
can I
copy.
get a copy of
This
it?
is like really hilarious.
We're out of time.
You sell those on the street?
Nah, we don't know any Africans, but
We can I give a bunch away tomorrow, maybe?
Of course.
All right, I'll give a bunch away tomorrow. Mike, you're at Caroline's tonight, 10 p.m.
I think I might come through and check them out, man.
Yeah,
Oh, please do.
If you're going out to see Norton, stick around for the 10 p.m. show.
Pee on my
Obviously,
beach.
Mike has been hilarious, and yeah, Jesus, put it on the floor. Yeah, so good luck. You can come back on the show, and we'll bring buckets.
Oh, that'd be great.
And we'll piss. And Roland just sent me a note.
Do I have to piss on your show? Can I just come back and talk?
You could probably talk. Yeah, I'll talk to you too.
That's not like the stipulation, right?
There's a discount code. If you go to carolines.com and you type in Pesci.
Yeah.
P-E-S-C-I.
C-I.
You can get. Do you do a Pesci impression?
No.
You just
I just like him.
All right. Well, check him out at Caroline's tonight, 10 p.m. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And we'll see you tomorrow. Ron and Fez are next. Goodbye.